in the upcoming months, there will be always, there will be always 2 national college cups happening every year. So that is a confirmed event in the plan of this game's esports scene. So I think a lot of people from every college should become more aware as we progress for the next rounds, right? And of course, more participation will come through. More people will understand the esports, and of course, more and more people will join in watching the game as well and enjoying it with all of us here. And Anarchy and Elusivity Sports are going to break things out tonight for the last day of the National College Cup. And I hope that this kickoff will be a very, very nice one.
Absolutely, because the last one they faced against each other, Anarchy took the win, but of course Elusivity is 100% not satisfied with it, right?
Hello bro, hello. Ngay đâm li bani. Oh. Hordam. Best of 5 ni ko. See there. Let's go.
That day, or maybe Anarchy can show, no, we are still the better team in the NCC. So of course, maybe it is not about just the prize pool, it is about ego, it is about showing
How are say Jojo nga sai le minera me do. Hojik ti loi kai na re.
So these two teams being
Let's go. Ngasi di sohen da vida ko. Ngasi di sohen da vida yam rest da vida.
Something that they want to have the bragging rights too, after all. So with
Come on, ngasi di tower se.
The draft should be, at least for now, the bans should be normal, because this is just the first game and they will move on with the bans and everything as we progress through the games. And I hope everybody is also aware that all the top 8 teams get benefits. That's the whole
Sound ka tape bro nangi ai gira.
this round robin
Ai gi tape ai di tapa moi da.
Friday.
Shame ni.
The top 4 are still contending.
Ai di tapa moi da.
But start beating on the 5th position. Neon
Tapra ne.
on the 6th, Armageddon Esports on the 7th, and Carpe Diem on the 8th. They will also get the benefits from the NCC, which is of course tournament lobby access.
Game gi tape bro Dexter gi sound kha hap se. Ai gi hap se ai gi hap se ja. Kainora. Ai gi boys la. Natrag moi caster ge. Acha moi caster gi tape ro. Yar beong. Ai di chap sabra ai boys di chap sabra. Ai di ai mic si di chap sabra.
Later though, LAFU, KABI and YAMA Esports, their one is I think a little bit more bigger difference, because the third one
LAFU lai akhoi matung da moi so best of 5 ne.
25,000
Da de bel ge boys yai da ai gra. Ai di yar mani da ai di pra mit ta tham mani yar mani.
as well. So with it, let's just see. First pick almost coming in from Anarchy, from Gift. Let's see if there are any guesses tonight.
Let's see how the ban goes. Of course, sorry, the picks goes as so far, because the ban has already been over. We're looking at
Nate bro Dexter gi hap se ba. Adu do nang tap pi do. Back on hello adu go muka chango atari ya ne. 30 tau se. Nang di okay ta chap cha re. Nang do nang gon tap pi do bak ne ba do. Back on chalo adu go mu chango. Adu tari ya ne. Adu go lai khal.
Right there. Art just wants to go for that Kalia once again. We already saw them using the Kalia in the BO1.
Ma ngasi no bada zozo ai ga puli ne ngasi da.
If you think about it. But right now, once the game
Hoje ma stream serum torong ge ko. Stream ning am torong ge. Stream serum torong ge. Sorry.
They do not pick up the Lunox again way too early, and Shenzhou is just blamed later on for all that, right? So hopefully,
Bro Anarchy ama po gra po ri me cha man.
for going for that Lunox pick like they did last time.
As premium ka o na lupa 30 da. Bro best of ka no. Best of 5. All best of 5 ngak
that you have done. And also, Fredo, I think after the draft is done, we will definitely discuss our predictions as well, because this is the best of 5. It's not just it's Anarchy
LAFU, KABI,
because
LAFU, KABI versus LAFU, KABI versus
so of course
YAMA
we will
eSport.
discuss it for sure as well.
Best
So
of
with
5 ngak tane ko.
they get with the
Yeah,
Harris
okay.
and the
Okay, best of 5.
two really
Okay.
strong picks, but Anarchy
Si
getting
jam
the
ta
Kalia
share tarong ge
is
kai no
really, really interesting.
APM go do tourney ga do lak tro moi yaura ni next ta gi hajiki oina di
Do
yaudri.
you think both of these teams are
Hajiki
going
oina
to
di
test
yaudri.
their waters, or they are gonna go all out? Because I think one of these teams, or maybe both
Oh,
of them,
shit.
are looking forward for a sweep 100%.
Of course, man. Who doesn't want to get a sweep, right? You do not want to
Sila
be
ire,
losing
duga
games
koi
out and
ditaro
break
ke.
that momentum in the middle of your win streak,
Duga
right? Basically, Anarchy here have been on a win streak, and they do. I mean, in this tournament.
Sometimes we win, sometimes we learn. Yes, bro. Shiol na low grade APM ka kai khang.
Elusivity on the other hand have just.
Akoy ka kai no pai Esmeralda.
One against Anarchy.
Acha Esmeralda Herit ka tot. Best of 5 ni ko si tadi kitang gyan ta na saya ni ko kamay ko ain tau ge do.
Because they realize in the last game, the problem that was, there with that draft was because Fate was on that Harriet. So right now, Roro is the one who picks up that Harriet.
one day take
that is
one
going to be
ke
interesting here.
rak
How
tauge sine
are
idi
NRK
acha
planning to deal with this Harriet pick which has come in? And we all know that Fate has been playing the Harriet just way too much these days. So making sure that he does not get that hands on his Harriet.
maya mi yeng si ko tam tam ni yeng si gya ta na
plans that
ta ka se ngasi di kan no khona si ko
draft is going really well for them as well.
Absolutely, it has gone really well. The only obstacle course so far is going to be that, of course, that Phobius that is going to be disrupting the flow of the team fights as the Harriet keeps jumping around. Phobius will, of course, match that jumps as well. So as long as they take care of the Phobius, they do not let him join the team fights, or at least
ABM do ai khoi na phur di shiol na ai khoi contract lak toi ne ma ni correct right match 1 khak oi do best of 5 ham ne bro best of 5 ni re se furit ka am lai ja drabo truly li chidi my tick showdown hai ba na tro handak a choba ma tawni hai ba do adu di yarak toi or ni show my tick showdown my tick showdown yarak kai kai no de moi sia my tick leader bot lai ba ABM do adu ni yarak kai EVT ki draft se kan to ge bro yo mum na ma to ni moi ta na to yeah
if you can window
bro se sak yam phaje oi be ne oi be ra ne semi oi do ro grand final le ha ga na mai mat grand final le ha ba best of 5
Exactly, they can pull up
grand final ne grand final sida ka ba na winner oi re
this pick itself right now,
sida ka ba na winner oi re
which is going to be their mid laner probably, and they can save their jungle for the last pick. So far though, I feel like Anarchy's draft is just screaming too much dive, and Elusivity Esports, they need something to deal with that dive which will be coming in. Vexana is probably a good choice, but the fact that they have a Lancelot as well, I know. Okay, that is very, very weird in my opinion. I've not really expected a Lucas to show up in the last BO5 of this entire tournament. But right now, for some reason, we're seeing a Lucas come up on the screen, and I hope this is not a glitch. I hope this is a glitch actually, but I think it's not. It's actually a real pick that Elusivity are going for here. They are definitely making things interesting.
Absolutely. And Fredo, I'm gonna be honest, my opinion of Lucas really changed that day after we played that 28-minute game.
Yeah.
Dude is tanky.
nai khai na ka sigidi price kya oi ge price 2.5 lakh diamond aduga kano ga 55k cash grand final beer puthor oi dro ngasi ro ai ngasi beer le hau dre ne bro leidi le adu tharo ai da sarang kanda ngasi moi squad pun bagi thau re khara beer amani adu da tharo mai si li ne golden jubilee phange ne hack lab thak padage mora communicator am yaw re sound am ta ta dre je sound karam sound bro sound taram ngani da bro kada wi taro je
if not full tanky, that is the only way if you're copying the Lucas. If you just want to copy the
bro nang channel sibu hui ga lei bro EVT na spam khita tau ge tau ne am khongok to jar khongoi kem ta roi da
wow
no problem bro
So, if you think about it, there are
re ga fredo ni je oh acha
Valentina can pick up here, and all three of them are pretty valuable. And if you think about the cooldowns that they have as well right now, if you think about the Angela's cooldown, I mean Lucas ult is always available as well, right? For the Valentina.
EVT
So right now it's so much more valuable for Anarchy with that Valentina pick. Meanwhile, Elusivity, I mean, they are probably scratching their heads as to
Valentina
what will
Bruno
happen.
Angela Lucas yenga si bro ngasi di amuk pick sina hangi to na tre ko thuk na re
Why-
moi kano je Angela
I felt like you were awestruck or something after this Angela pick or something. You just completely went silent. But
it's okay.
with that, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you all to, of course, the last day of the National College Cup. Things are going to get even more exciting. We have 5 matches down the line for all of us. Anarchy versus Elusivity.
EVT ki draft se ka na tau ge
Tournament battling it out
EVT
in
draft se
Decisive.
yo mom na
In
na
this
batau
best of 5 series,
moi channel da oina tau se ko spam di cam pai khra ge ngasi de pai de da ka su yam thang na de da just kana tau wa ne
50k, 55k diamond prize pool.
oh game hore guys game yang kasi game sound bro noi back chalo do go muka kana tau ba back chatla ga na back chatla ga muka
Make sure you share it As you can see, action already going down right now.
Sorry,
Art is
sorry,
going
sorry.
very
Fast blood,
aggressive,
fast blood.
but
Where
he
is
could
fast
get
blood,
punished
bro?
here.
Oi, hinga do right ja.
Whoa. That was a
Ado
close
ne ba. GG.
one for
Fast
Club.
blood te to makhoi lawi ko.
29 got speed. Nothing
Ado,
less expected,
noi
right?
back chatlo.
Hey, is that a Sakura?
Kano to ba tappe
No,
hai ba do
it's a
adu ko
Sakura.
mu
Yeah,
chango.
Nice
Wow.
way to start. Nice way to start the best of 5 series. Good
Kalia
job,
jidi
EVT.
hot kham ne
Immediately
me.
getting my support.
Ya ba ne
in.
ya ba ne
Just
bro.
kidding.
Sam kal le sidi.
But,
Noi
of course,
game sound ja da bra ne
it's gonna be
bro.
a best of 5 series. Let's
Ba
make
ni le kha
predictions.
cha ra ai
What
jita
do you
ga ra
think?
ke no gan ta
My
de.
bet is gonna be on EVT. For
Bro,
let's
yeah,
say
they are
3-2. Man, I want to see a
Kamai
5
ne ya
game.
de no.
I want to see a
Oh,
5 game
man.
for sure.
Same here. I want
Final,
to see
yes, bro,
EVT
it's
winning
final.
for sure.
Kamai ya
man,
de no.
because
Ya re ya.
I've
Adu ne
seen
ya
these
jidi.
guys put in
Kaim
the
to di
work
sidi
as
bro.
well behind the
Ko ko
scenes.
ai ta
It's
ge
not
ko.
like Anarchy are working any less, but I know just some bias here coming in. As to I know these guys more better. But okay, we're getting
Ya
a pause
ya
here.
jidi. Sam phazin ya
It
jidi
is
bro.
probably
Moi gi
called
ta
by
da
one of
su
these teams
ka su
who
kai
are,
de
of
ha ba.
course,
Gameplay ura lo re.
playing this
Post
match
and
right
back
now,
line.
maybe facing some technical issues on their department,
Sound amuk.
which will be solved. But yeah, talking about
How
the
the city.
draft, right? The side
Sound
of
su hor adu ne.
EVT,
Ai lai kholo budi le khat
I'm
ke
not
do
really
moi gi
sure
moi na ngang ba taning bra ba
play out
gameplay
good
or
for
dia
them
ra
as the
tra
game
ba.
progresses. Because
Ya
we
chap
all
sare.
know
Okay.
Bid, even though he
50,
never gets
50,
called
okay.
as the best mid laner of India, he probably is one. And of course, he can
Earphone
turn things around
pala
with the
di tai
Valentina
na ta
because
di
we
ta
all know
de.
how flexible that
Tai
hero is.
tai da ai earphone pa ta kano
Absolutely.
tau da su tai da
You
bro.
know,
Ai ho
the whole
ai kano
reason I
tau.
like that Valentina, it's because it's Bit playing it. If it
Ai
because
ai
I
gi
trust him, man.
ai
Even
gi
though
kano
the
tau
fact
da su tai ha
my
ba.
money's on
Ai
EVT
headphone
as
pa da
well
su tai ba.
because
Semi ro
they've been
final
putting in the
final le
work.
final.
They've been getting really strong
Ko si
lately.
lo ga la fu ka bi
And
le
we
ko.
can definitely see
La
they're
fu ka
up
bi la fu
for
ka bi le si moi
vengeance
do best
with
of
that
5 le.
loss. The first loss that
Sound
they
tai
faced
em
in
tau de me.
NCC,
Moi na
literally,
moi
it's
gameplay or
from
lo de me.
Anarchy. So they're up for revenge, but at the same time,
Asuk
Anarchy is
yam na
not something
phajaba
that can
commentator
be
ama
easily dealt with. They
gi
have
hai
won
dena
before,
sakman
they
ba
can win
singi
again,
ta ge hero.
right? But
Asuk yam na
let's
phajaba
just see how
commentator
it
ama
works
gi
out because
ta
so
ge hai
far
dena sak.
EVT draft
Adu
does
ne
look a
adu ne.
little bit creative,
Kitang kala
looking
di yara
into a
sira.
mid lane as
Si
well.
ai like
So
like
that
kala
just
kala
means that
kitang
Senju
no ai
is
ta
going to be
ko.
playing on a little
Yeah, bro.
bit of, back end because Angel is not exactly the
Moise
aggressive
server
mate, but one
Bengal
good thing that
adum
they
sana
have
bro.
is at least
Bangalore
that the
one,
Valentina
best
is
of 5
not exactly
best
the
of 5.
most aggressive mate
Actually best
because
of
right
5
now
ne
she
ro
can
no
only
ai
copy
ko
to
game
Lucas's ultimate or maybe the AOG. AOG can really help get the aggression up a little bit more.
my game post over.
Exactly, the AOG is going to be a lot more useful than the Angela's ult because I mean you do need the
Brother
damage
they will
as well.
PS4
And
gi
the thing is,
kaya
you don't
lainer
really
is
have
that
an
brother my
initiator
game
right
crack
now,
kha
right?
tau ba.
Because you already have
Or PS4
this,
yo palising
you already have
tranga
okay, you actually have an initiator which is the
tranga da
Kalia,
phangam ni.
but in order for the Kalia to
Tra kun
actually
manung dai tare.
disrupt the
Ho
backline,
ngam ni
you
da
do
bro
need some
PS4
assistance,
PS4
and
di
the
ho
AOG can come in
PS4
really
lising
handy
tranga de
to
kun
just
manung
break
da la.
off the backline.
Finally
But
bro,
along with
final
that,
it's
I would
final
also
bro.
like to talk about the fact that this goal lane matchup which we are going to see tonight against Roro, who just pick up
La
that
pu
Harith
po ho ra bo
immediately
du de
instead
la
of giving
pu
it away to
je
Fate,
na te
because
si
we
round
all
robin
know
je
that
sida
Anarchy
khwai de
have
top
just been
ai na
abusing
hai
the
ge bo
fact
top
that with the
sida
Harith,
akhoi na seng
late
we de
game
mamang
comebacks are always
match ka ba da
possible.
akhoi na
And
point da
it is
khwai ya ma
very,
ma
very
di
likely
akhoi na ka ni
that
ko
that is the
ado
reason why we
match
are
do
seeing
moi
this
Yama
Harith picks
sport
going into
Yama
the hands
sorry
of
moi
Fate
anarchy
always,
ge
but
jo moi
right
ju
now
po de ba du
they're
de
already
point
back in
moi ga khoi ga
action,
mana ba
and it
gi
is going to
sanai
be
ne ba hai di
EVT
sida ka ba
versus
du na du
Anarchy
winner
once
oi
again.
do ne
Mr.
ba ko
Gentleman,
ina
just
jigan ta ba
informing for those people
ado
who are just
jo jo
tuning
hoi ga
in
mu
right
Yama
now,
e-sport
this
ka
is
mana
just
i
the
ba
first
point
match.
je
Nothing much has
aduna
happened as of now,
mabani
but
su
yeah,
sana do ne
the
ba
first
mabani
set
su
of
amana
fights could
khenera
be
ga de
great.
third place lai ni ba ado
Turn
sida
things
kara
around
ko
here
de
for
1
both
2 lai
sides.
ni ba gan tar ba
Absolutely, and right
ina
now
hai ge du ne
double,
sana hai di
triple shield
best of 5 best of 3
composition
sana ro
for
ba sida lo
EVT.
sala ni ba game
That's
da
an Angela, Esmeralda, and Harith. It's going to be interesting how these shields can be countered out by Anarchy. Just like you said, the Harith
best of
being
5
a
best of
deadly
3 di
comeback
mamang si
machine as
mamang
well.
sana ga du di
Fate
already
has a lot of
si
baggage
mamang
to carry, but let's
ACF
see,
ka po ho da
Rom-com
na
already
ado
going
kano ko po
in.
ho da na tori
Yes,
mem
comes
du
creating problems
I
here
think I
for
thought-
Beast.
Fazek!
Beast will go down first.
GG,
and
bro.
Satro will get the turtle. Two men
So,
go
yeah,
down.
so-
Could be a triple wipe
Ado
out here.
Anarchy ne ni ko
And yes,
fuzal
it
ai
is
ja.
3 men
Shit,
down
bro.
right now from this side of
ado Angela je kano na ni pai de
already
game
going
fa
for the
jagre
invade as well. Madara here
Whoa.
will be facing some
ado
problems.
kano di
And of
ngam
course, against
kano
magic
je
damage, he
ai
is not
di
the best.
oziki do kano do
He
kano
can
len
gotta
khal
get
lai
the
ni
defense
If we lack
ASAP
any like,
because
okay, okay. ꯑꯁꯤꯗꯤ
damage
ꯑꯁꯤꯗ
that
ꯀꯥꯕꯗꯨꯅ
came in
winner
from the
ꯑꯣꯏꯗꯣꯏꯔꯥ
Valley to
ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯅꯤ
the
ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯅꯤ
Lucas was insane because
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ
sometimes the
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ
clone
ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ
wins out against the original guys. And this one, it definitely did. But with it 3 for 1 score,
ꯍꯧꯕꯒ
Anarchy
ꯕꯦꯔꯥꯅꯤ
has... Oh, Art! That
ꯅꯝꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
was a
ꯅꯝꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ
misstep. That was a
Whoa.
misstep.
That was a misstep. Now he could be getting punished for it. But of course, what can you do
Angela
with an
mid
Angela in the
ꯇꯧꯕꯀꯣ
mid lane?
ꯑꯠꯆꯥ
But
ꯃꯤꯅ
with that,
ꯐꯨꯔꯛꯑꯦ
into the top lane though,
ꯐꯖꯩ
if you
ꯑꯗꯨꯒ
take
ꯑꯩꯗꯤ
a look, then Fate
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ
was,
ꯂꯨꯀꯥꯁ
Zero was
ꯌꯥꯎꯕꯁꯤꯗ
actually taking down
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ
some
ꯋꯥꯈꯟꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏ ꯂꯩꯅꯦ
goals
ꯑꯗꯨꯒ
from
ꯚꯦꯂꯦꯟꯇꯤꯅꯥꯅ
that
ꯑꯣꯟꯕ
turret
ꯂꯩꯔꯝꯃꯦ
shield.
shit bro
And
ꯅꯪ
honestly
ꯎꯍꯧꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ
speaking, I feel like the Harith has been probably winning out the lane for now. So there has not been too much of a problem, except for that EXP gap that is visible right now. That is just because of the turtle that was taken down.
Absolutely. And I think that is going to be the only notable difference for now. But let's see what happens as we go into further into the game. But with it, one
Whoa.
Imposter
diving again. But
Yes,
with
but
that,
his team is
Angela.
coming in as well, and with that Purify force out, AOT lands in as well. Barely able to survive the Aurora. Bid is very low. Actually, he wants to chase him down, it seems. But actually, it's Van Sato chasing him down instead. And Roro just survives there just a little bit.
Bakta
and
tuminen
he
nupi
could
mem
actually
da
went
layo
out. But man, that was an easy Purify force out of Roro. So that just speaks that Art is probably not going to commit with that. Tsunami slam.
Nupi na tan thora
As
Yeah.
easy as it seems like he would.
len kai dora ba
So enemy has to be really careful even if they're having that Purify.
Absolutely. And one
game
more
nuai
thing,
game nuai
that EVT has an overflow of
Sida
magic
ka hau
damage,
je, bro.
except for
Sida ka
29
hau je.
top speed. Everyone is just magic. So they definitely should be rushing those Radiant, or Radiant mostly, because there's not much burst except for the Harriet, and he'll come online later on. But look at that. Let's see, the engage is on. Look at, oh my God.
Lucas, but can he make an outplay this time around? It seems like that is the possible case. Art goes down first, and with that, once again, AOG popping in as well, just to try and escape. Romcom going all alone. 3v1, 4v1, but now he will fall inside the tier 2 down. But yeah, with that, we're seeing a 2-for-2 trade, but that trade, of course, will favor Anarchy here.
Once again, Anarchy with the positive trade. The fact that EVT did get 2 kills, but after all, they forced them back despite the equal trades. But oh, Roro, is that an engage you want to do?
Oh, it's for the
That's two
Bruno
Angela
tikal
ultimates, as you can see,
pera
and
ka rahe
that
Bruno
will be the Angela on the blue side winning it out here, having that Bruno as well. But yeah, that is what Valentina can do, ladies and gentlemen. And Artem coming in with a Tsunami Slam, and Shensu will fall as well. Yomom could be getting taken down in the bottom side as well. Art here dealing a huge amount of damage. Madara will fall finally into the hands of Bart. And that is, of course, ladies and gentlemen, Anarchy for you.
mathak chare
Did mainly because dude is winning. He copies Lucas, he wins against the Lucas, and right now Lucas again falls down. To the hands of Bit. Oh my God! Even Bit's Angela was stronger. Bit easy, trying to be Zozo. Direct mid gap, is it?
Yeah, probably here. Bit got inspired, probably got motivated by his, of course, Manipuri friend here, who is Zozo, who is called the GOAT of the mid lane. Van Satru does not really have any mana left. Does he still want to go in? He does not get the blue buff as well. Van Satru, very, very low right now. And there could be a possible engage coming in. Tsunami Slam in as well, and with that, the OG has been used. And now, things are turned around because they are getting outnumbered here. Madara could be in trouble here. Roro, meanwhile, taking the top lane tier 1. And with that, they want to back off at the right time. And they definitely do so. But seems like Romcom very deep in the enemy territory, could be getting punished. But seems like that won't be the case. Enemy is also not really looking forward to that. Bit here could be in trouble.
Whoa,
actually,
what is that damage?
They miss out.
Romcom will punish your mom for trying to get onto Bit. And with that, Godspeed has probably used the Unleash the Beast form here. But the amount of damage that Fate is doing is way too much for him to handle, and he has to back off.
This is just insane, because how did that is an Esmeralda? She just got bursted by what? I think that was mostly Valentina's damage. Can I see the build? Valentina's doing damage and she's winning? Oh my God, that is just insane work right here. And that's a level 11 Van Satoru. That's only level 7. He should better get out, and he will for sure. But that's a turtle going to be going for an easy secure into the hands of Anarchy from God Institute of Fashion Technology. 10-2-3 score all. Ooh, they've also got a lot of macro in their hands. 3 turrets, but look at that.
Tsunami Slam AOG this time around connects very well, and that will be able to save Yomom for now. Romcom, though, he might be stuck here with that immobilized, but he's able to get away for the next of time. Unleash the Beast coming in as well. They're taking fight inside the tower, and they could be punished here for that. But instead, they are the ones punishing the enemies for being inside their own tower. Senzu here could be falling as well. That shield will be able to save him for now, but okay, Tunisian Godspeed comes in, but look at the Angela. Angela is really, really low, and if they fall here, things could go wrong. Horribly wrong here. But it's actually there for one.
Valentina
and actually they take down every single member. It is actually an unofficial wipeout for elusivity.
This is just insane domination that's coming in from the hands of Anarchy, and that is, I'm gonna be honest, it's 100% bid. Like, wow. His Valentina is just turning things around every second, because either he's copying out the Lucas ultimate, that is basically free damage and free CC for them, or sometimes he's also copying out the Angela, because let's be real, the Angela's cooldown is also getting copied. Hey, what is that? No, exclusive recall, but spam in the mid
Whoa.
lane. That is insane. But oh, AOG connects into
Okay,
two.
this time around connects well. The thing is, they're lacking damage, and there is nothing that they can do about it because they have a Angela in the mid lane. And right now, your mom could be in trouble here. He's getting chased down. Godspeed finally arrived. Is it enough? He's fighting the mid lane. It's 5v3. Everything could fall here for Anarchy, and it definitely will. Romcom again, all alone. And turning things around here. Romcom comes out on top in a 4v1 situation. And with that, Van Sathro arrives to the scene for the cleanup, and will take down Godspeed first. And he's looking for more members, but they'll be able to escape for now. But man, look at Romcom. That is why he is the
ANARCHY hojik moina top ni kaino India
One
ge
thing,
tu ko
who
show
has
bana
the
da
anti-heal on the side of Decisive? No one? Because I did not see the broken heart icon.
Valentina de ti phajan gra
Obvious.
fix
Okay,
Valen ka kaliya
Gatot-
ga ti phajan
oh,
ge pot
Esma just got it. So after Gatot was down, there was nobody anti-heal. Yep, there was no anti-heal after Gatot left. So that's why Romcom just easy sustained. But right now, at least Esmeralda got that. And obviously the anti-heal dominant sides. But let's see, Lord fight. Do they want to contest it? They are not in a position to do so. This is going to be a free Lord going into the hands of course, Van Sathro, into the hands of ANARCHY. With it 16-5 score under 10 minutes. That's almost around 8,000 gold lead into the hands of them as well. EVT, they are down 4 turrets. What can they do right now? Just play the defense. Can they try a flank? They don't have enough damage. Everything that comes down boils down into the hands of Rodo. But Rodo has to face the big balls of the Bruno. Fade already has the Berserker's Fury as well, and we know how nasty the Bruno's damage can be. And oh, look at that bid.
Godspeed here could be in trouble, and yes, he is down already. Shenzu could fall as well. He's able to flicker out though. But yeah, that unleashed the beast. Man, look at Bid, the amount of damage that he's dealing right now. The thing is, enemy does not even have enough damage to punish him, right? So they are just being too cocky at the moment, and there is nothing that Lucifer can do about it.
This is just insane stuff right here, because what is EVT supposed to do in this game? They just have to wait for fate, because Godspeed is not... Yeah, sorry, my bad. Rodo, yeah. Rodo, because Godspeed right now seems like his sustain is just not there yet. He needs more items to really come online. And it might be too late because Lord's marching down on the bottom lane. Oh, Romcom goes in with the flicker.
And he wants to knock things down for the side of Illuminati. Yes, he does knock down Madara first. And with that, Godspeed will fall, Romcom will fall as well, it seems, because he's taking a lot of turret hits, and yes, he is fallen down. It's too late right now, the victory is already been secured for none other than ANARCHY, ladies and gentlemen.
Impressive game overall, because I was not expecting it to go down so snowball-ish and one-sided, because this match, if this was a best-of-1 series, EVT just lost their, 1 point in that round robin. But fortunately for them, it's a best-of-5 series where reverse sweeps are rare but not impossible. But at the same time, we just saw the domination that came in from the hands of, like, that's a Valentina. Valentina's not the most meta mage. Even in MPL places globally, she's not the most picked mage either. Yet Bid make it look like he was the most broken goddamn mage in the whole game. Because somehow, not only was he dominating, he was on 0 deaths. And the utilization of course, the ultimate is just so goddamn beautiful. I love to see it. Bid, man, he's competing to be one of the best in the India, and he's showing it why. But one thing is for sure, I know Angela mid lane can work. It has worked before. People have won it, even grand finals.
Yeah.
The difference is, I feel like Senju has to play a mid lane that can provide more than just one shield. I am expecting to see a little bit more aggression, a little bit more control into the hands, because yeah, Bid gets it. 5-0-14.
Best of 5 name, best of 5.
Insane stuff. He went full damage Valentina and did not care the fact that he's just copying Lucas ultimate. He still sustained the fact that he was just so ahead. This is just diabolical stuff.
Yep, and that is why he's, of course, one of the best mid laners in India at the moment, taking things under his own control with that Valentina pick, which was, of course, something that would have never went through the heads of EVT. Because otherwise they would have seen it coming, they would have banned it out probably, but they did not do that, and that is very obvious, and that's why now Bit is, of course, holding that crown of the MVP. 12.80 deaths. Talk about sustaining our team fights, not even dying ones in the first place. And Shenzu was probably left stunned with what can you do with an
hadak
Angela.
akhoi je kano
And
ya
the
da
moment
XP ga goal ka che wale ado goal
they
di
let
chani ba
Bit
kono
have
to
their
mid
hands on
mayai
this
to
Valentina,
ngam dre ne le
providing her
ngam
with
dre
3
ne
ultimates. Like, whoa, that's crazy stuff.
But I do think he mainly just copied the, what was it, Lucas and the Angela. The Angela ultimate was very clutched. I was not expecting. I thought he had copied the Lucas ultimate and he was just sitting there. But no, he had copied the Angela, anticipating that the Harriet is just definitely gonna get the Angela on top of him and they were gonna try to take down Fate. I think that's a really good example of a game sense. Predicting your opponent's next moves always will put you 2 steps ahead. But this is gonna be the second game. EVT right now 1 step behind. Can you match it, or do you give Anarchy another advantage? We will soon find out with the second game of this best of 5,
Jushin
ladies
Ben
and
to bro
gentlemen.
Jushin Ben to to male
Elucidity Sports
EVT
from
lo khatla ni mina
Dharamanjuri University and
lo
Anarchy
lo
from
khatla ni
GIFT,
mina
Guwahati Institute of
na
Fashion
han bai
Technology. Let's see. 1 point into their favor. What draft can they do? At least they got the first pick right now. So let's see if they can turn things around into their favor, ladies and gentlemen. And of course, thanks to, of course, Battle.Nets India for making this whole tournament possible. And of course, it is always powered by Vista. And of course, Indian Gaming Corps, our production partner, who have given this long tournament such a great work as well. And with it, let's just see how the draft goes around. This time, do you think any respect bans will come in? Because, wow, Romcom on that Phobius was being a massive menace.
He definitely is causing
Chenju
problems
to
here.
Jushin
And the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, if you think about these top teams, you cannot really draft. You cannot really ban their heroes and gap them because their hero pools are extremely huge, and that's the reason why they are, of course, at the top level. And that's why you need to learn more heroes of their respective role if you really want to be at that level. Right now, though, Elusivity Esports, they are definitely thinking about how they can, turn things around in the next match. Here it comes, though, the response that they had been looking for since the last 2 games that they have lost till now versus Anarchy was not banning out Arts Kalia, because Kalia has just been creating problems by using their ultimate, forcing the enemies on the Purify when they could have had some other spells like the Flicker or something else, which could have provided them more
score 1-0
value. But the thing is, when you are forced on a Purify, you do not really have
Moi
those
mes
dash
hyper
skills anymore.
XP
You
siam
cannot really
haven
escape,
haven
cannot really make outplays, cannot really make those plays like you are supposed to make. So I feel like Elusivity starting to respect Ars Kalia is definitely a wise step ahead in a good direction, probably.
This is a good choice for them because Kalia is 100% one of the top, the best roamers right now, especially due to not the fact that she's a pickoff hero. Her crowd control and heals are just so valuable because her second skill is literally a mini Gator ultimate. You knock up everyone in an area. That is so valuable because crowd control from a tank, it's a full-on initiation. So that is something that a lot of teams have to consider, and it's one of the main reasons actually Kimi from Carpe Diem, right? It's one of his favorites for a whole reason. He actually prefers the Kalia over the Gatot, and it's because of that, guys. So with it, Anarchy this time around, they don't have the Kalia, but that's the thing. You can't hero gap Anarchy. But only thing you can do is try to composition gap them. Like basically, think of a composition and then ban heroes that will basically destroy that composition. And then you'll basically have that advantage. For an example, like there's actually so many things. Like if you're gonna go with, let's say, a tank jungler, right? You can always ban out the carry. It just really makes sure. But Elucidity Esports, Senju trying to twist the tides of fate with, of course, one of the Fate Weavers, literally, because Zushin in lore is very crazy. But yeah, they come in with the Zushin and Anarchy. Let's see what they have in store to respond back with. They have a lot of options right now, honestly.
Exactly, a lot of options remain open here for Anarchy as well. It's not like they will ever run out of options to play with. But of course, the draft is a chess game, and of course, every time you show something to the opponents, they're going to try and use that information and turn it against you. Right now, Elusivity have the information. Sorry, Anarchy have the information that Elusivity have picked up this Zushin. So the only problems that they could face once again, actually, I feel like they have not respected Van Satoru's lance enough. And the thing is, he has not really been that visible, It has been always taken care of by Bade, Romcom, and Art himself. And sometimes it just seems like, the easiest job in this entire, you know, esports thing is just to become the
เลยชาบี
goal
มัน
laner
โทรแอ
and
บ
jungler of
เชส
anarchy at this point.
ฉันไม่มาแต่พูดอย่างนี้ต้อง
That is such a
Easiest
funny
job.
place. That is such a
I'm
but
not
yeah,
I'm not trying to disrespect
bro
Ben's
นั่น
hard
มี
work
เสีย
and
สโลว์แค่
faith,
อะไรเนี่ยอะไรเนี่ย
but the way Art, Bait, and Romcom have been playing, it's just basically so easy for them to do their stuff because they're opening up the map, they're taking control, they're taking your team fights. All you have to do is just come and finish up, right? And that is such an easy job. So honestly,
yeah.
easiest job right now is just to become the goal laner and jungler of Anarchy, guys.
Gonna be honest, even the jungler actually needs some work. As a goal laner, it's the easiest job if your team is
Easiest.
good. Yeah, because all you gotta do is just pick up a late game hero and farm, man. Late game, you just dish out 2,000 damage. Who's gonna do anything to you, right? And the
Yep.
only issue is gonna be facing is, of course, if they have like really a nasty assassin, like Lom Maya and stuff. So that is when you face the issue. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've played marksman for many seasons, and whenever I have, of course, good mid lane and roam, actually those two are enough. But if you just add the XP as well, boom, bro! I don't even care what the jungler is doing. It's
Yep.
such an easy game because if they are good, they will protect you. They will make sure
Juju
you
sao
don't
đó
get
pha
killed.
đâu ạ?
That's the whole point, right?
Mhm.
If they're just fighting alone and like leaving you alone, that is also kind of a bad thing. But Anarchy never does that. They always make sure
Exactly.
that Fate is on the proper space. I mean, you saw Bid came in with that backup. He didn't need to have to. They were so ahead. They could have just let Fate go ahead and die. It's not gonna affect them because Fate was on 0-0-0, no bounty. But still, they help him. That is how it should be. But unfortunately, our rank disagrees. So yeah, with it, at least this time around, Anarchy debut the Eve for themselves tonight. It's been a while I've seen the Eve, but let's see how it goes. At least this time, Elusivity Sports, they get the Phobias, which will
Juju sao
cause
pha man
issues
pha ra ba
to the Lancelot. But with it, let's
ดราฟ
just
สิที่พะจาระ
wait around and see
Yeah, I
how
think
this draft is going to move forward.
Yeah,
Anarchy
that's-
yet to pick up their goal laner. They have to face a Moskov. Is it going to be a Harith? It can be a Harith really easily because
Okay,
Fate
maybe
loves that Harith. But nobody just loves that Granger way
Acha.
too much. And with it, there's a Granger popping in.
Yeah, I-
Elusivity Sports right
โอ้นะ
now.
ฟัน
a
เชื่อมาจะ
jungler
ไม่ไหล
and
จริงจะ
a
ขยาดอะ
roamer.
ไป
What are your options?
I'm thinking as well what could be the options that they could pick up here. Jungle and roam actually. And
ดราฟพะใจดราฟ
I
พะ
am
ใจนัก
thinking
เรียน
of a Fredrin which is still open here
เรียน
in
จะ
this.
ท่าแต่เรียนก็กันหนูก็จะ
Fredrin could do
Kalia
a
ben
good job,
tawar.
but the thing is you have a Eve up against you. You have a Granger up against you. Phobias is not really the best choice. I think a Hayabusa is a good call here. What do you think? Hayabusa is a good call actually.
Hayabusa is okay. They actually go with the Fredrin, good enough,
Matilda.
and they also have the Matilda, so that will provide a lot of shield. But that just means okay, they ban out the Esmeralda, so good choice there. So Matilda is going to be a nuisance for Anarchy right now because she's going to be giving the dash to Phobius, to Zushin, who do not have dash initially, and that is going to be creating issues mainly for the Lancelot because right now he'll have to chase them, and it's also an issue for the RWM of the Eve. So Bid has to watch out when he uses the ultimate. This is gonna funny enough. This is gonna be actually Bid versus, of course, Madara because if Madara makes a mistake of using that second skill early, they get trapped inside the RWM. But
เร
if
นะ
he
มารู้นะมา
saves
เร
it
ก็ได้ไป
right on
ให้ใน
time,
ตาเขาจ้ะ
when Bid uses that RWM, he
Matilda.
literally makes the skill useless. Literally just comes out of the
โอเค
RWM
ฮันตัก
with
ตี
the
กาเลีย
whole
ยาว
team.
ตัววิต้องยิง
So
อ่ะ
this
ชิโก
is
เปล
gonna
ย์
be
กาเลียยาว
interesting.
ตัว
This
วิ
is
เปลย์
not a
ยิง
mid versus mid, but rather the mid versus support because this support can really change things. But to change those things is going to be Yu Zhong and Gatot as well.
Smalang
They
game
will try
คุด
to
หัน
force
บะพะจะ
the
งำ
Matilda
แต่
to
ใน
use
ลัง
the
งำ
second
วิดีโอ
skill
ในกว่า
as well as the
Game
ult.
though.
So she does not have any skill to get out of the RWM. That is so far. Looks like
Kalia
the
ben
strategy
talaga kung
of
yan kasi
Anarchy.
gameplay sa
That's why I
kamay
think they
tao
picked
kuno
up the dragon so they can chase.
That's right. That's definitely right there. They're trying to force out the skills, and then the Give and
Ayang
Gatot
lay
come in, and of course, look at the
mapantoy
hitbox that the side of Anarchy have. It's very, very huge AOEs actually. RWM and Gatot Kacha's AOG are probably one of the hugest ultimates in the entire game. Now, if you combine that with the fact that you have a Yuzong as well, which has so much potential
ดราฟ
to
เซ
disrupt
เชี
the
ยร์
enemy
มามังเกม
backline,
กูต่อดราฟเซ
then it just
ดราฟ
becomes
น่ะสุดใน
more
มา
and
มัง
more
เกมกูต่อ
easy for Gatot and Gatot as well as
game
Eve
the
to
hoi
set
tra
things
kalia
up.
ka
But
no
with
the
that
problem
being
oi
said,
do
ladies
na
and
game
gentlemen,
aje
welcome
ko
you
jo
all
hero
once again to the National College
utility
Cup. This is
hero
the
pa
final
na
day.
ko
We're in
yen
game
ko
number
aje
2 right now,
Lens
and things
ka
could turn around here
kano
for
gane
both
ko
sides. But if it was already a BO3,
bit na
then
kano
ladies and
pa
gentlemen,
bit
Anarchy
bit
have
ki
already
jip
won
se
the
one
match.
trick
Of
ni
course,
ha
it's not a BO3, it's BO5 right now at this point. So yeah, we are going to move ahead and see if LOCVD can make a comeback or Anarchy are just going to keep dominating
guys
them
caster city
like they have
Anarchy na
done for
phu
the
bai
past 2 games.
nakta hai bai
Yeah.
biasti ora
And with it, let's see what will happen. Because, ladies and gentlemen, just like Fredo mentioned, we're in the game number 2. Anarchy right now can get another step ahead. That 2-0 will basically put them in the most comfortable position. But we have to watch out. It can be a 1-1. But oh, what is happening? Roro, are you lagging, man? Why did you take so many shots?
Yeah, why are you not targeting the minion? I don't know. But yeah, okay, Roro, that is kind of aggressive. And Bid here is also probably getting aggressed as well. Are arrives to the scene. Madara with the side step right there.
Matilda.
But oh, I think this lane matchup here is probably a 50-50 because I feel like the
Hoi
Moscow
bit
does
ki
not
di
really
yip se
lose
kam
that
pick
hard
so
unless,
ore adoga jo shin
of
ga
course,
su
you do get
laning da
some
no ay
support
long
on this Granger to
na
turn things around. So yeah, with that, I feel like the lane matchup is probably even in this game so far. So everything that will come down is definitely going to be on the execution.
Absolutely. So far though, 0-0, no first blood yet. Unlike the first game where we saw the first blood literally come out. But, you know, funny enough, it not fell down, right? Yeah, and they won't. What if the one who gets the first blood loses again? I want to see if this is a pattern. Because it happened, I think, that day, the last day of the Friday, I think. Yeah, whoever was getting the first blood lost. But yeah, let's see if it's a pattern. But with it, the turtle popped in right now. Oh, is Shenju not picking up the skin? Nice, good job. I like the base model Zushin anyways a lot more. But anyways, with it, turtle fight coming in. Van has the better chance of stealing it, but oh, look at that, the Black Dragon.
Arrives to the scene as well. Who will get that retribution? Of course, it's going to be Van Satoru because everyone is targeting Mr. Godkid here. He already falls down first. And man, that is how you like to play when you're playing, of course, with your jungler. Van Satoru is probably, feeling like, it's the time of his life right now. Like, the EXP, the roam, the mage, everyone is on Godspeed. Like, man, I feel sorry for this guy,
man, because, damn, that is just... I mean, the fact that Fredrin is so squishy right now after so many nerfs that he received, and he just got the whole team bombarded on top of him, that must have sucked a lot. So yeah, Godspeed, you better watch out because funny enough, that is what you're supposed to do as an EXP laner, as a whole team. When there's an objective, just bombard the opponent jungler because without retribution, your jungler cannot get gapped.
Exactly, exactly.
You don't need Kairi, man. You just gotta destroy the opponent's Kairi. That's all. That's what actually opponents do. That's what opponents do against Kairi. You know.
Destroy Kairi. Yep, and that's why what happens. You just let Kairi stay behind. But in this case, you're having a Fredrin, so you cannot really stay behind in the team fight. You need you to be up front. You need Kairi to be up front, and that's when Kairi gets gapped because you're seeing 3 people on your face just trying to let you bait your skills out. And what can you really do? Right? So yeah, for that reason, I feel like it's going to be really tough. And so it will come down to YAMA to do some goat stuff here. He basically needs to do 3v1s like Romcom does,
I give a different pick.
And with it, we'll just have to wait for the second turtle, which is going to be coming so fast. Wow. Just in 15 seconds, we're going to be getting that one. And Bid this time around has that RWM, so expect immaculate zoning out coming. Oh, Fate gets that Hunter Strike as well. A little bit of power spike for him. But looks like they want to force out the retribution from Godspeed or say bye-bye to that purple. Yep, he had to say bye-bye. But look at that.
Oh my god. The placement of the RWM. YAMA though could be making things harder here, but Godspeed will fall down first already, and Bid will be taken down. Hey, with that SOD, they miss out on stuff. YAMA here could be in trouble, but that guiding will connect. And Romcom is on the Yuzong, which is not really a meta pick these days, but if he can make it work, and if there's one person in the entire India server who can make it work, it's of course this guy.
Absolutely. At least they get one kill in the form of Bid, but oh, was that a petrified? No, it was... Oh, okay. Your mom?
Your mom? The way we said it in unison. Your mom. We said it in unison. But yeah.
มานี่
Man,
ไม่
right
ฉีก
here,
อ่ะ
you know, a lot of stuff. What? I think something is wrong with Roto or something. I don't know, man. The way he has been playing, just seems like something is off about him. But yeah, with that, Roro, okay, your mom here could be in trouble. It's just actually Van Satoru who could be in trouble, but oh, he gets away. But now, Romcom, will he survive this? Of course he can. He is a Yuzong who can regenerate, and he can turn things around here.
EXP จะยัง
But
อ่ะ
yeah, with
เกิด
that,
ว่า
I
ต่อไป
feel
ใน
like,
เว
you
อ
know,
ร์ก่อน
if this Matilda can just keep rotating with the
Focus
phobias, I
EXP
think
to be
things
you.
can get harder here for Anarchy, but that is something that has not been happening yet.
Yeah, and with it, wow, 1 for 2. You know, it's really interesting to me that it should have been. Nah, there's the Yuzhong and you know the bid, right? So they kind of have the early game as well. So we'll just have to wait out and see what will happen. The third
เชียง
level
นาไฮ
fight
ดีเฟด
do I see any
เฟดเรน
hope?
ใช้เย็บ
It
นะ
does
ตุ้ม
look
กอง
a
เตอ
little
ร์
bit
เตา
dim.
เกิร์นี่จังเกิล
Arch
ปิกซุก
trying to
เข้า
taunt.
ว่าบอกว่าประมาณ
Madara,
คันเลย
ooh,
กี่วัน
so much
นี้
damage.
Might get
ว่า
blasted here with one more, and yes, with that, Fate takes him down.
Makawa,
Madara
yeah.
goes down. So good, Shenzu, Paul in the mid lane, and
Sino
yes, it is
Pet
Fate
Kanato,
once again.
Pasang
Who feels
Mawara
the
ba?
fate of two members once again. They take down
Pasang
Roro
Mawara
as
ba?
well into the bottom side, and that is trouble here. That is bad
Pasang
news
Mawara
here
ni, bro.
for Elusivity Esports. They are getting all their members down. It's not even 8 minutes yet. It's just 6.5 minutes, and they are down by 5-1. And look at the goal difference as well, just knocking on their faces.
Absolutely, because what was just that right now 1 to 5. Oh, your mom, can he make the difference? Look at him.
เข้าใจ
Oh, seems
Hello,
like
Radu,
he
hello,
could be the
Radu,
one
hello.
making difference here. Fate is
Hello,
getting
hello.
chased down by Yomom. Otherwise with the OT. And Yomom can turn things around here. He can
Okay.
get a double kill. And yes, he does turn things around here for EVT's side, because Yomom here has just done the impossible. Done things that Romcom has done before him. He does a 3v1 and he does
นี่เนี่ยดราฟยาม
make
ภาษา
things
เลย
turn around here.
เก็บ
But
ตามมา
okay,
มั่ง
look at
เกม
Van
สุดเนี่ย
Satoru
พอยดู
here.
กันไอ้จุ
He's
แค่เด็
taking
กเด็ก
that
เช็ค
red
ตั้ง
buff,
เงา
and
เว้ย
seems like EVT is probably unaware, or they don't care.
I think they are not aware. They were looking for him. But right now, Van, are you a little bit early or are you on
สุ
time?
กาเรียตีที่ยากเลยเนี่ย
Oh, look at that. Van Satoru, cheeky little boy, 17 years old guy from Meghalaya, making stuff happen here in the battlefield of course, the National College Cup. And now we can see more stuff happening as things go on. But man, that is one highlight moment finally in a Elusivity versus Anarchy game for Van Satoru.
Wow.
เบียร์เซเบอร์เซกันเลยพูดระบัง
That is
มา
just, he's
มา
just
ทางวัน
oozing
นี้
with confidence, isn't he? And of course he is going to be.
คน
But
นับวัด
Van
ประกัน
better
น้
watch
มีอะไร
out.
เสียคนนับวัดก็วัด
Because there's a phobias, especially Yomo, that just created the difference. So I think their focus will slowly shift away. I also feel Roro is
Whoa.
like, oh wow.
โซโล่ฮัดกัน
My God, did you see that? Did you see that prediction right there from Van Satoru? He actually, at the place where Roro was actually teleporting with that first kill. And
Okay.
he will still not face any
Whoa, whoa,
problems.
whoa.
He able to immune everything. Yomom will fall though. The hero has finally fallen
มารีบ
down.
แบบนั่งไว้
And now, it is time for them to turn into their villain arc, because if not, they are not really coming out of this alive.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh wow.
Enzu.
Crimson Beacon
Get
forced
him.
out.
Yep, immobilized force there. But yeah, with that, like I was saying, man, there is no way they can keep relying on Yomom every single time. Roro has to step up, Shenzu has to step up, and even Madara, like you said, who is the most important guy right now, has to step things up.
Man, it's getting really hard for them. And honestly, you're right. Oh, what was that? Bit gets pulled?
Bit probably trying to
Yuji?
bait some things out or something, but right now, if you take a look, Madara is in trouble. He was trying to go in for Bit, and now clapbacks might be happening. Romcom could be falling. Bit still goes down into the hands of Yomom, and Yomom finally falls as well to the hands of Fate. Now, though, things can turn around here.
One versus
Roro
one.
not able to
Great
make
call.
stuff happen still. Picking up and throwing is, of course, Shenzu, but when that is 1-for-1 down, of course, Yomom for Bit. But like I was saying, Ray, I think they're depending too much on Yomom at this point. He's getting taken down every single time he goes front. It has to be just one time that he survives the team fight. And the one time he survives, I think things can turn around here for Elusivity.
Absolutely, but at the same time, just like you mentioned, Roro's a little bit odd, man. He does have 2 builds about to. Okay, he hasn't finished. He will take some time to get that Trinity build. He's only in 5.6 gold, but on the other hand, 7.4 into the hands of Granger. That's 2,000 gold lead ahead. Other than that, okay, Roro finally showing some aggression. It is very needed for him. Oh, is that a
Yep.
mistake? Fate,
Oh my
Fate,
god, SOD
Fate.
misses out, but Fear could still fall down into the hands of YAMA, the GOAT. But oh, he's able to survive somehow. And look at that.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hati halam
Goes
me.
in with
Pwede,
that
pwede.
flicker
Hati halam
play
me.
and takes down Fate. And with that,
Pwede.
right now, things could turn around because your mom has arrived to the scene. He is the hero. He's the GOAT. And he's doing GOAT stuff here. 2v1.
Mayan
all by
comment ako
himself.
ama kagre
And
na
with that,
mina.
Madara arrived to the scene as well.
Shit
But that
tare
is just
ne.
to take him away and picking up and just take him
Ado lane
somewhere
nila,
where he's
lane
required
pressure
even
lane.
more, which is Van Sadhu right
Ayaw
now,
lane at
creating
low ang
problems on the far side, just trying to make things happen
Bro
by
lane
pushing down
sleepy
those
ru no
structures.
mathang de kya.
To be honest, that I think Phobius is just full on broken, like these two
Mo hero
games,
kan
man.
hoja.
And
Thugai ra kong yeng abo.
these two experiences as well. Of course, Yomom and Romcom.
Kong yeng abo. Best
Both
of
of
3,
them
best
have
of
been
5
creating
din ako.
such huge differences
Siu
for
ka
their
sang
teams.
gari mo ki match
I mean,
point no
Yomom
ni
can
do ni.
literally right now take this thing to
Si kan
the
basu aya de.
epic comeback, but one thing
Anyhow.
is for sure, Godspeed, you
Can't
gotta
react
step
anyhow,
up
bro.
because if you cannot secure this Lord, it's despite the fact
Bro,
that Yomom is
le-
giving you
hoy.
so much advantage,
Pirane
you're
pirane.
not making the good use of it, right?
Ling ini
But his
si
van is
penalty
still ahead. He's 2-0-3.
High
He
deep
just
palm shoot
secured
to
that
rotate,
turtle
hoy.
right under the nose of 3 people. So I'm not sure what they can do right now, but let's see. Yomom, too much aggression is it? No. With that
Complete yani
guiding
ro
wins,
na
he'll be
kala adi
guided
hoy
to
MM
safety.
kala agad yani
As long
baba.
as they can save Yomom,
Odo
I
MM
think
kan
they're
ban
gonna be
nang
on a
gadra
okay
sine
spot.
khale
But
je.
Van
Yep.
is at a bad position.
Thang jalo
I think he
de.
can get out.
Probably be. Yet, but of course he's a landslord, so he can get out.
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa,
he's
whoa.
already
Len si
used
len si
the
faze.
frozen here.
Len si
He could
faze.
turn around and yes, it is Van Zadar who will
Kan
fall
that lo
finally.
duri kan that lo
And
duri
with
kallo ne
Godspeed,
kallo
they're taking
kallo
out
kallo.
very low as well.
Kallo.
But he's getting
Fa
pressured.
faze
And
ne.
with the pressure, Watt comes in.
Faze,
Rock
faze,
comes
faze.
forward
Adu
with
faze, adu
1
faze.
HP, and yes,
Thangelo,
Roro
thangelo.
comes in as well here right
Faze.
to the scene, and finally our
Adu ni
control
load lo yare.
teams have
3 down
turned
3
around
down.
here.
Load lo
But the
yare.
damage dealers are
Load
still
bro load
alive.
bro need
But
load.
they can definitely try and go for this Lord. Yomom being the sacrifice here.
Asa
but they
adu sang
take
lo
down
no
three
ni
instead.
better. Load
Shenzu
no
taking a lot of hits here. Fade is hitting really hard. He's probably getting farmed as well. Probably on around
Nice
300
load lo
stacks
yare.
at the moment,
Mo
I
hero
feel
pick
like.
se back line lo
But
chang
yeah,
me.
with that,
Aduna no na
this
fight.
should be the first Lord here going into the hands of Elizabeth.
They finally did one good thing.
Hello, where?
Senju mainly seeing that the
Faze,
landslord
faze.
already had the execution,
Yo mom se dum
immediately
pa hekta.
picked him up and
aduna
the crowd
XP
control was
XP
the
oi
main
bro.
crucial point.
Mamang
And
mana
of
charge
course,
tau
Yomom
do
being the
ino ko.
bait of the existence, not
Mana
letting
MM
him
tap
get
sana
out
destroy
of there.
Maga
And with
madara
it,
kana
the
charge
fact
tau
that they
do
just
bro.
lost the jungler, this is one of the main crucial points actually. Like, because Van had to get taken down, and that was the main reason. Because
late kidi
gotta be
kana
honest,
tau
it's
ta
not about
Moscow
just
na tau
Godspeed,
ta.
it's about the fact that
Red
it's
three
the
se
Lancelot,
Julius.
one of the best securers and stealers in the game.
Yep.
So they need to make sure Van falls, and that's the only way they can get the Lord. But with this Lord getting taken, things going into their favor, let's see how many turrets they can take down. There's one down. Can they make
Maya
it
low yare,
number
maya
2?
low yare.
Can they take down the mid lane as well? That is going to be important because so far, EVT, they only got their inhibitors, man. They don't have
Yep.
any tier 2s left. So they have to control the macro as much as possible. Let's see, mid lane. Is
Yep,
it possible? I don't think so.
Bit ki
Not
WM
possible at
debate
all
tau
with the
diam
amount
line
of lane
ngam
clear that
comeback
Anarchy are
later.
having at the
Ado
moment.
comeback se
And that's why
goal
they'll be
se
able to defend that
du
mid
mana
lane
re
tier
ko.
1.
Goal
And of
mana
course,
re ado
they're
hoje
able to
team fight
defend
le re.
every single
Point se
thing
du mana re ko.
successfully. That
Fight
Lord does, provide them with just one more tower down bottom. But yeah,
Hoi
that's
chela
what
ga
is
su
able to
enemy ge
Moscow,
match
right?
ka
Always
MM ga
split
chidi
push
mana
potential
zone.
always there.
Tori
Macro
chidi mana.
threat is always there.
No throw, no
But the
throw.
thing is, Roro has not been able to connect those SODs. He needs to land those SODs.
Absolutely, but oh, look at the team
Side
fight
yo.
going in.
Thangelo.
Your mom, do you want to
Oh,
commit?
paisale.
Black
And he does
Dragon
not,
popping
but
in.
Black
Eh,
Dragon
fazare
Storm
MM damage fazare
popping in
MM damage
as well.
fazare.
It seems like Roro's damage is finally creating problems here. But that AOG landing on the face of all
Kallo,
of them
kallo.
might be turning things around here. And with that page,
Kallo.
Fazai
Fazai
but with that
Whoa,
appraiser's
whoa.
back
Whoa,
comes in,
Katisto,
Ben
guys.
Satru. And Art get taken down very, very low, but they're able to escape. Yomom
Abdo
getting
sinadabra.
pulled here by Madara, but
Nice,
yeah,
nice,
they
nice.
decide to
MM na
disengage
clear tau
both
doi
sides.
tare MM
They're
section na sana
seeing
tare
nothing
yes.
fruitful coming out of
Ado
that, of
ako
course.
MM damage tau
Not
re ko.
really fighting
Damage
for
tau
an
re MM.
objective there. That was just something that was impromptu, I guess. So yeah, they finally decide to back off. Like, yo, what are we doing here, guys? There is no point of fighting right now.
Yeah, that is a good call. Something that a lot of teams actually miss out. When you don't have a goal, do not go for it. But oh, right now, Fate is full build. Moskov about to get that Wind of Nature as well. Both of them have the Wind of Nature. I would honestly suggest a Moskov to sell the boots and get the Rose Gold. I think that will
MMC
literally
ade.
change how things are.
MM na
But at
clear
least
tau
let's
doi
see.
tar MMC ade ra.
Yes,
MM
right
kara
now,
no
3
ida.
items down, building towards the 4th one. What is Phobius on? Phobius is also 3 items, but he does have that Twilight Armor to negate the damage, the burst that's coming in from the Granger itself. So Roro will survive, not Roro, sorry, Your Mom will survive a little bit longer. but
Shiva ade,
Roro,
Shiva ade, Shiva ade.
until
No
he can get
Shiva
that
bro.
Wind of Nature, he is in a vulnerable position. But even then,
Section na
there's
sanga
the-
da
sorry,
le
yep,
game
bid.
over mina.
So I think he should get the rose goal ASAP as well, because if he gets trapped inside that RWM, he can get bursted in 2 seconds, and he is not gonna like that. But with it, Lord spawned in 15 minutes into the game, 10 to 11. This is way longer than the previous one. Let's say gold almost equal. Turret-wise, Anarchy. What is that?
Oh my god, that is trouble right there. With done 2 members, everything has been thrown. Godspeed will go down first for sure. And who will be the one taking him down? It'll be Fate. And with that, Van Satro coming in as well with the punctures.
Get out, get out.
Yeah, Fate actually goes in with the flicker play and that RWM, and with that Roro still pushing, but is that enough for them to keep going right now? And with that bit,
whoa, oh my god, that was so aggressive. Oh, what's happening? Hey, oh my god, Roro, he was pushing this whole time. Did not notice, but your base is getting pushed. The minions.
Oh my god, Art is not letting him recall. And he will be the one getting taken down instead. The fate of team
mid changmadubo mai mid
has been sealed here by Anarchy. But of course, one more game will be required to decide their fate actually. But man, it was the best of 5 series, and if you consider the previous one, Anarchy have already won.
You win best of 3, yeah. Yeah. What? 2-0 already? Anarchy don't just want to defeat EVT, looks like. They want to defeat in the most non-humble way possible. It's a 3-0, baby. Because what are they doing? 2 games back-to-back. It feels quite one-sided. But this game, EVT gave a little bit better competition. And I think it was mostly because of Senju and, of course, Yo Mom giving more pressure. But gonna be honest, Roro, this game, a little bit underwhelming. A little bit, I don't know, feels very passive. I feel like there was something wrong. Maybe it feels like I don't know, it feels like he's not comfortable or something. It's Roro has to step up. Other than that, Godspeed can't really help that. That's a Fredrin, man. That's a Fredrin. Can't really do much about it.
They are, of course, I won't say there was a draft issue at all in this match. I think it was 50-50. But of course, the guy who comes out on top is of course Art with that MVP, and his entire team as well doing a phenomenal job. And even when, and I think Roro just thought that okay, Art will be just clearing that lane and he won't be chasing him down. But man, you are wrong. This is Art. He's going to create problems for you. He's going to create trouble for you. If you take a look at the items that both sides went for, it was very obvious that Art has to prioritize the blade armor. He knew that Roro was coming online. He already had that Trinity complete. But even with the Trinity being completed, there was nothing much that Roro could do. I feel like they have to depend. They have to stop depending on Yomom for everything, man. They're just depending on Yomom a little bit too much at this point. I feel like.
This time Madara, of course, Madara and Yomom. These two were the main crucial cornerstone, but Senju, I think early game he was getting pressured, but when it was time for him, he did do his job. But the fact that they were behind and he did not have the Sky PC, I mean, if he had a Sky PC, he could have taken down Yuzhong in the bottom lane there. But either way, they were gonna lose anyways, because after he takes down, let's say he took down the Yuzhong, he was gonna get taken down by the Bid. That would be Lancelot and Lancelot and Bid cracking down the base, and Phoveus alone cannot defend. I mean, Phoveus cannot lane clear. That's the main difference, right?
Roro crisis
was also pushing. That's only 3 people. So either way, and the fact that it was Roro was pushing the base, but I think he got a little bit, just like I mentioned, I think he really thought Art is just gonna try to either come to the base of the opposing team or something, but no, that is Art. He knew that if Roro recalls, a possible defense might come up. He's not gonna take that chance. And he actually took down Roro as well. That is just the, I think the, क्या बोलते हैं, like what is that in English for, jalebi and stuff. Not only did he stop Roro, he took him down. Blade armor and dominance size. And he did not have any magic defense for Roro. He really needed that rose gold, man. But with it, ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be the game 3. Anarchy versus Elusive Esports right now. Anarchy from Guwahati Institute of Fashion Technology, just 1 step away from that 80,000 diamond prize pool. And Elusivity, it's good. They will be the second finalist and get the 55,000. Let's see. Or EVT, reverse sweep. I don't know, man.
I don't know what to say, man. Elusivity Esports, like, I became a big fan, but suddenly it is getting harder for me. Just kidding.
Goddamn.
Just kidding. But yeah, the thing is, like, the entire tournament, the way they perform, I probably thought they could go head on head with Anarchy and maybe challenge them, but does not even feel like a challenge right now. Seems like Anarchy is just snowballing them every single time.
Yeah. It just goes to show. It just goes to show that Anarchy is 100.
Kaigina Police
Anarchy
haitabain.
being the
Players
middle
sing
leaderboard
dom ta
team
pam
and
tau
being
san
one
biro
of
mo
the teams
director
that
comeback
has
ni that
officially
yes
won
Police
tournaments,
poning bai ne.
they have just shown why they are at the top. That why they have won the last one, because in that one we also had a lot of top teams, right? So it just goes to show that Elusivity Esports might be, damn, there are so many Hindi quotes in my mind, but I can't really find the English translation of it. It's like how, like,
Just
what is
say
it?
it in Hindi, man. Just say it in Hindi. I'll try. Let me try.
Bro, I actually for literally trying to translate, I forgot the Hindi version as well. But it's basically like,
Clean
like
sweep to
how
han gum che da le.
in one forest you might have the what is it, man? Like a big cat as its like ruler, but there's always a bigger cat, basically that kind of stuff. That kind of, you get it. Elusivity Sports, they have been dominating every other team. They are the sheer, they're the lion, but here comes the Bengal tiger.
Down oh yeah, they
bigger
come
one.
on
Yeah, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
of course. And of course, there is a Bengali on the side of Anarchy, and his name is Art, of course, right? The Royal Bengal
Damn.
Tiger that we have. Art, oh my God. The resemblance, right? I mean, everyone will start calling him Bengal Tiger after this or something. But yeah, Art here
Bro.
being the national animal. Being the national animal of Mobile Legends right now, yeah? Representing national animal right now. Royal Bengal Tiger, of course. And yeah, with that, we come back to the match. Too much fun banter right there. But Elusivity
Subang
Sports,
Saudi
if you have anything to say, then yeah, you can say it with your gameplay right now. Because after this, I
Come
don't
on,
think
man.
anyone will hear you again.
Tower je reverse to khai je.
Man, it was not intentional. I just
Team
thought
4 le
about
se
the
kamai
fact
na
that
tau do
the
no la
Bengal
phu ga
tigers
na
are really
ri to
massive.
giro draw
They're
la
actually
phu ga na
bigger
ri
than
na te la
lions.
phu ga kan
That's why,
Yama
Lion takes the title as a king, but
re se ma sak
in
se ga
front
nei
of the
ba sa
tiger,
le
it's not actually. But yeah, Elusivity right now, the bans are done. It would be pretty funny if Anarchy actually picks the Lucas because he's also a beast. But yeah, with it, let's just see. First pick coming in, Anarchy. Got a lot of options. They can go anything right now. They can try to prioritize the DXP lane because Phobius has been a massive issue, I'm gonna be honest. All like 2 games, but no, they go with the Baksha. Either goes into hands of Van or is it gonna be Art? I would actually like it into hands of Van because of one reason. Art is just way better on the aggressive crowd control EXP lane. Sorry, a roam lane. So, that's why he actually likes Chip.
I think the same as well. Okay. I mean, I just hope, bro. I just hope this is not a mid lane Angela again. Come on, Shenzu, please. You are a very, very good player. You don't want to be playing heroes like these. But okay. There's already a lot of respect being shown here by Lucivity's side to the hands of course, Bit. Because Bit has been banned out. And if you remember, Ray, in the last game, they dedicated 4 ban slots to Romcom actually. And this time around,
pressure
it
kar
is
chabu
not
mai da
Romcom,
khoi
it is,
manau
of
gai se
course,
pressure ra
Mr.
pressure
Bit who
di
is getting
khang
targeted.
de ne ma pressure chabu
Lunox coming up. Wow, from the side of Anarchy. Man, if Elusivity cannot win this one, then I mean,
lane
like,
speed ba
come on, man.
tora ba mo
God damn. It's
That's
I think
basically,
Bit is trying to say, yo,
YS is
look at this Lunox.
YSS
Look
Yeah,
at this
exactly.
Lunox homeboy. Damn.
Shenzu, you
panic
gotta learn how to play
panic tau
Lunox
re ko
from me,
khoi kamu
man.
se panic
That's basically what Bit is trying to say with this
game
pick
dik
right
na
now,
te
it
me
seems.
min hai
But
minen hai
like I said before, I think this is the last chance for Lucidity to do something.
Julius
Because if
na
they don't do
turtle
anything
phu ba
now,
hawni to min
then
hekta low gi
there is
adu
no
ni
doubt
tri ge ba
that
je
in my mind and in anyone else's mind, if they thought that there was a slight chance of Elusivity competing with
racing
Anarchy,
thoga
it
phuning
is
e masak
completely
se
wrong
masak
because
liya
Anarchy
practice
at that
phara
level
banen bit na
where Elusivity will take some time to reach, I guess.
liya sathi
Yeah, they're not far away. They're literally the second best team. I mean, it does not has the best ring to it, right? Second best, but hey, it's still something, right? You're still getting 55,000 diamonds, way more than the third or the fourth or the fifth, and so on. So yeah, you're definitely. I do hope that elusivity does not take. If they lose this one, they do not take it as a L
Draft
for them.
semina khara
Instead, they
hele
move
tare bra.
forward
Bro na
and
hai
take
so
it
me
as
pick
a goal.
semina
Like
advantage
we
adu
will
le.
defeat Anarchy sooner or later, But still, we're just stating the base that Anarchy right now their
Yeng
form
tam
looks
ni usitre second
unbreakable.
best sky
They
high
look
gra.
like a
Kana na
diamond,
ja.
but for a diamond, do they?
Ai ta hau
Like
de
if
kai
you want
high
to break it,
second
you
best
gotta.
adi kai na ja.
I don't know what you need to do. In technical, you can dip it in the acid or get lasers, but there's not a hero that can shoot lasers, man. Oh, the Superman collab. I think developers should try that.
But who will
I,
be there?
they,
Aldo as Superman.
yeah, Aldo Superman. Technically, yeah, he can be. He flies and he has strong punches. Yeah, he can be. I would actually like
Reverse
someone
sweep
with
tau se.
lasers, but
Reverse sweep.
unfortunately,
Yeng je
There
try
are
tau
no
je ai ngi
heroes
sana ba
with
nat tam ni
lasers.
bro.
I think
Matak te
God
ka
is the
se
only
ko.
one. He's
Ai
most
ngi sana ba nat
ultimate,
tam ni
like,
hai ngam
Yeah.
de.
kind of a laser. But other than that,
Adu
there's
bu
nothing
khona ba
which
dile
is
pa ya de.
Yeah.
laser
Hazard
type
was
of thing
mang
in
ba ya
this
de.
entire game. Man, that is something
Yeah.
that the
Game
developers
I
should
see.
think about. Laser beams.
New idea for hero, guys.
Yeah.
If you're watching it, we just gave it a 136th hero. Go ahead. But yeah,
Go
we
ahead
did
and
something
Good job.
similar to
Glue
wait,
yung yaw ra ba.
What hero
I
can
don't need my
is similar
glue
to glue?
Let's go EVT. Let's go
He breaks
EVT.
down into little things. I guess Venom. I guess I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
count.
yeah.
He can be a Venom skin.
Energy
Yeah,
percent. Energy
Venom
percent.
skin. We're not
Positive
talking
energy.
about the Venom squad, okay? We're talking about the superhero Venom, okay? Now, though, this draft, which is almost about to be complete here, Elusivity Esports are looking pretty solid, and for the first time, your mom has decided to pick a hero which is not Esmeralda, which is not Phobius, which is not Uranus, which is not CC. He's playing Glue this time. So,
Is this the first time? It is, I
yeah,
think.
I think it is one of the first times
Kadon.
I've seen him actually playing
Nakasala
Glue
siya,
because,
nakasala siya.
like I said, I've seen him play CC, Esmeralda, Uranus, and Phobius. Yeah, these are the only 4 picks that I've seen.
Oh my god.
Fanny.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Bruno.
Bane mid lane, is it? Bane mid
Fanny.
lane,
Gold.
Angela Rome. Oh, sorry.
Green gold.
Bane gold, Angela mid lane.
Penny.
Angela mid lane.
Penny.
This is this is not what I expected
Penny, yeah,
Elusivity
got it,
to
but
go
I-
down with. But I
Penny,
guess
yeah,
it
yeah,
is
okay.
what it is. It is what it is right now. Of course.
Brother Mark to
Okay,
yaw
now
ma
one
di
thing
mana
though is
phajana
Godspeed
advice
is having
piraga
them.
sanajaga tauba.
Lancelot, right?
Yada tai ni
This could be a game changer. This
This so-
could be a game changer right there. But other than that, I don't really have much to say. We already know that they're going to lack in
Yeah, bro,
damage.
anda
But with that being
kamai
said,
tau
ladies and
gedo.
gentlemen,
Penny ni ko mo
the amount of emotional damage that Elusivity Esports have to carry
Penny
after
ni
this
mo
match
na
is
no pare je
probably
mo na ni
huge,
pare je
and
ba.
Anarchy will help them with
Ay na
that, I
khali
guess.
na
But for that,
Khoi na ni
we have to
sini.
watch
Ay,
the entire match and come down
ngao
to
re
the
jo.
end. And right
Penny
now,
ja khoi
ladies
na
and
pai
gentlemen,
ri
this could be
sini
a last match
khali
between
ali
Van
game
Satoru and
ngam-
Godspeed.
ngam
This
se
could be a
Penny
last
lai.
match
Penny
between
ra.
Anarchy and Elusivity Esports.
Akhoi
And this will
oh
decide who is going to be
ai khali
the
jin
winner
pra opposite
of course,
khal le
of
me
the
khali Angela ka
national
pai
tournament.
jina akhoi na pai ni
Yeah,
mi na pai
absolutely.
ni tai
And
na.
just like Fredo
Acha acha.
mentioned, ladies and gentlemen,
Yenga
possible
si yenga si.
last game for Elusivity and Anarchy. Possible we get the first position, the one to walk away with 80,000 diamonds. So let's just see how this match
Ali
plays
game
out.
ngam
Yo
se.
mom for the first
Penny
time
ja khoi
going
o
for the
ram dre
blue,
bro
and
mi oiler me.
I'm not even kidding. I think this is the first time Roro went for the
Like
Bane as well.
khale.
So lot of first timers. This is just interesting. Hopefully they have used them in the scrims.
Nox.
and
Wow.
Not wow, but they took down
Sweet.
Arts a lot of HP.
Si.
Yeah. And even
Eh,
Madara as well.
bah,
Getting
damage tau,
okay,
eh.
okay, that's mommy Angela right there for you. Because early game, she is just like that. Lot of damage from the second stage.
Level 3,
Yeah.
level 4.
But
Level
let's
4
just
yaw
see.
bro.
Okay, Gospel just waiting, but he's
Okay.
level 4. He's level 4. Oh my god.
Phajai
Godspeed!
nha, phajai.
Whoa, first blood! Yes, one more down it seems. But
Zures
no, look
na-
at Van Satru. Van Satru does not have level 4. Godspeed could be in trouble
Oh,
here. He gets a level
sucker.
4 finally and he'll be able to take down Godspeed as well. And that
Well
is
done,
right
sir.
there, ladies and gentlemen. 1 for 1
Julius
trade.
amamam. Othong
Jungler
na ba ba?
down for the mid
Julius
lane.
na ama kano halamba aduga
Jungler down for the mid
Amok
laner.
Penny na Julius hatpa cha cha
I mean, jungler getting down is
Alright,
way more
alright.
worse, but still.
Spain je
It's
kan
the
mani
early
ko
phase,
je
at least
goal
he
le
got a
na to
little
yeng
full
UPSC
But
gi coaching chat pa yaw na bro
one thing for sure, that's a Van on the
Kan
Fanny,
mani
man.
ji kam
And I
kan
think Van has one of the highest win rates. Oh, bottom lane!
My
Madara.
God, Madara 1 HP there. And with that, Godspeed comes in. Godspeed wants to go in for Romcom it seems, but oh my God, the amount of damage that was done there by Romcom instead. And with that, the finish off coming as well. Yomam could be in trouble here.
Lane
He
sika
goes
jara
as well
ma
with the flicker, but for now, he'll be getting taken down once again by the hands of Ard, of course. One flicker is not enough to escape. A Phobius who is still running on his tires.
Tires. Which tires? Michelin brand? Hopefully it is. But yeah, 3 for 1. And right now, oh, can he steal it? Can he do
Phase-
what
phase handa
he
ki
did?
lane sa
And
low
yep,
ko.
Godspeed
Oh.
getting that revenge.
Oh
Yep, and with
si
that,
tari phaja ga da me
LG
ya
does
ya
not
ya
connect. Madara misses out on it.
ha
He will just try to take away a few
ada
creeps
team ta
here.
come on man
So, of
come on
course,
guys
deny.
tawro ji ka daro ga
Defense start through.
Julius come on nang lane tawro ka daro ga
And honestly, guys,
tawro se
sorry, Ray. I feel like 17 is
bro
a
tai
good
karam
age
na
to
te
be a
Julius na
jungler,
gap
man.
size je
Both these guys, right?
Julius
Both of
ne
them.
gap size de
Yeah, it is. It is. That's the golden age, man. But why am I saying that? Damn. Oh, I mean for jungler guys, of course.
Yep.
But oh, Fanny. Oh, Lunox as well.
Whoa, lot of damage being done here. Roro will take taken down. Madara could fall as well. Bit already down as well, man. And with that, Madara still trying to sustain. Well, Yomam comes in, arrives to the scene, could be taking down Art here. And yes, he will. Godspeed will be the one taking him down. And that is, of course, a 2
ayang
for 2
lai
trade.
ma pan tho
But,
bi
Man,
taw
that
da
is
ya
jungler down. And on the other side, Roro was down as well.
hada kan
And
ko
that is a Bane goal lane.
Julius ma phajana pham taw ji
Man,
na
he
do
does
game
not-
do yeng ade
He cannot go down.
yani ben ji am
Absolutely.
sati na
For
kan ni
him,
go je
farm is even more important.
bera kan
One good thing about Roro on that Bane is that Fanny cannot exactly kill him the easiest. If the Fanny tries to get too close, he'll just, give out the shark wave and just be okay with it. So let's just see what will happen. So far, Hass's Claw and Romcom will also get an enchanted talisman, but top lane. looks
cha lai
like
ne do
the
de
more
phajai ne baksa
contention
hala
art
du
has
phajai
Oh.
finished down.
adu hal adu hal
Oh, it could be in
Adu hal
trouble
yani
here.
yani.
Uses a light form, already baited out right
Of
there.
course,
Godspeed could go in, and Flicker comes in as well. Mr. Bit for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Apne goal hele ko goal
Of
hele
course, Zozo comes
Tony
first,
por so
but
player
then
silo no
second
bro
comes
oina
Bit.
grind taw player silo bro
And
player
Romcom,
silo
Romcom, very nice initiation on Senzu. Senzu will get taken down here by the
Player
Fanny.
silo.
AOG arrives, but that will be too late to save Senzu. Actually, he's probably escaping
player
himself as
prince
well.
sampai kan
Yeah, man. That would have been funny if he came in early. He would get taken down too. So it was
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of good
show
that
the
he
fun-
actually
show the
came
fun-
in
fun.
late. 64 score EVT right now, trying to contend. The goal lead not much just yet. It is almost the same. So this game is a little bit more
Yani, yani,
equal
tam na
by the
yan.
terms of it. Godspeed
Kan
finally
kan
getting a jungler that he's good with. Comfortable with. Hass's Claw and 7C secured on the other side.
And-
Holy Crystal, but oh, look at that mid lane. Brilliance
Uh-oh.
used.
Bit does not have the flicker though. And if that is
Roro,
not okay,
yes.
decision,
Lunox,
one
yeah.
comes in from Art, and that will be Roro going down. And once again, Madara could fall as well. Hard guard being used here, but is it enough to survive? Oh yes, it is.
Let's slide phajai
Yomom
let's
gets Art. But
Godspeed.
yeah, that is not the right target. Godspeed
But
arrives
it
to the scene
Lunox
as well.
here,
Bit could fall here, but oh my god, that Thornrose is completely missed out there. And that will not
Share to
take
share.
anyone down. Madara will be the one falling
Oh,
instead.
phajai
Art
adu
goes
se
down.
you know
But
so
okay,
lag
that is a clap
like
back coming right in.
Oh,
Bit
okay.
could miss as well. Oh my
Yeah,
god, a
yeah.
lot of healing. Did you just see that?
Yomam
to
just
to ni
helped
chaw
Bit.
yam lak to re
If it was
high
up
the
like
grind
Yomam,
phajai taw
he
taw do
was
full
solo
support
HP right
final
there.
phau
This
lai
is one of
se
the downsides
hai ta
of
budi na
course,
te
the
mina
glue,
kharai hen bai ni
for
hona se ya
heroes with
hona je
spell
hona je
back.
hona
He
gi ni da yang wali
literally just helps them.
keyboard to
Glue
guys
is
you know
pretty
da
funny,
yam
man.
thi
I think Glue
Khazina
can,
sana ba
I mean, to
kawra
be fair,
hadi
I guess you
Khazina
traded
kawra
with
ide.
his weaknesses and
team na
strengths,
khone
but
thamu
honestly,
mi team
it's a
mem de wona
disgusting weakness,
top
man.
1
What do you mean
top
he
1
helps
top 2
his
top 3
opponents? That is
hai bo hai
such
man
a
gre
broken thing, I'm gonna be honest. But with it,
Siri mi ha de
then
ling
gonna be the
la
last one
kano
of
ne.
this game. So far, Anarchy
Hello.
has one turret down on the
Talk
top
si-
lane.
pusi
Roro
yani,
could not
pusi
defend
yani,
it.
pura
but-
kani
oh,
do. Yang
what is
gitu.
that? Oh my
Yang
god!
Torok kani do
Godspeed
lens to
comes in with the steal right there.
lens
and
to
runs through with
lens
ball
na
as
pa
well.
lens
Shuts
di
down
ba na khar
secure
ka
there
put
by
oi ne
Senzu.
no ai jo ma
Brilliance has
sana
been
ka
popped off as well. Bit could definitely fall here.
Tara-
Started
tara-
chasing down the
tara-
right members.
tara-
Yes, he is.
tara.
Godspeed is on to Bit. And
Sajjai
Bit
ne
will
do.
fall as well, it seems. And yes, he will. Romcom still trying to dish out more damage. He does have a lot of sustain right now.
Ai-
He's
mana
trying to
re
chase
do
down
goal
Godspeed,
tara-
who has
tara-
used
illa di
all his
phalaga lam
dashes.
tara-
Will
ma go
Godspeed
mathak
get
ki-
chased down?
ya ya ado budi
Of course, he
team
will not.
kana
He
taw
does
ni ko
still have
kana taw je
that puncture on him.
Mane
yeah,
du
that
mindset
is,
to
of
lay ga
course,
dam ne brother
LCBD Esports in the
Right,
lead
right, right.
for the first time in
Purakani
4
si
games.
ado moi ga khoi ga phajana tournament
Score
da
8
sana
for
dri ba ko
8
ado
and
moi
it's
tournament ka maina
kind of
tournament
looking
play
good
ga
this
mai
time
sana
around,
ge
right, fellas? Just like you
de
mentioned,
moi adum
let's just see how
Dito
long they
wala
can
ni da
maintain
moi
it so
game
far,
start
though.
gameplay
Okay,
ka kala
Godspeed gets that
China minute
breastplate, a
asukra
little bit
si
more
si lai
cooldown
roam lai
reduction,
adagi
and
XP
of
jana
course
hen lai
defense and damage as well.
adagi
But
kana golden
let's
hen
just
lai
see,
adu
they
mo
so
do
far have a
analyze
little bit
to
gold advantage. Oh, Senju taking so much damage alone from Art. But let's see, is that an
siguro
ultimate?
makata
I
dadi
see.
pro game hero ne
Yes, it is an ultimate on
rider
Roro.
sum full ai
Not the best
game
member to be giving the
hero
ultimate to, because of course he is not the
siguro
best target to be dishing out the most damage. And with that, oh my god,
Hazare
no
damage.
escapes. He gets taunted though,
Hato
and he will
kra.
get taken down here because of the Bane's ultimate. Deadly Catch will catch him. And with that, look at the way Romcom is dancing around
Yeah,
with
yeah,
his sprint. Your mom could fall here, but okay, look at that bit.
Fajai.
He will go down and
Fajai
see the
na,
hands of Romcom.
Julius.
Sorry, Godspeed, and Godspeed will take him down. And with that, now Godspeed, does he want to go in once again?
Kalau ya ne makai
Okay,
kalau ya ne
let's just see what happens. Whoa, 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 does he?
itu pala mana
Oh.
tu jaga dam
I'm gonna be honest, Godspeed is missing
Sujudnya.
quite a bit of Thornros.
Moi
check
wai
it
di
out.
channel hang ro hang bane moi
Because he
battle
could
la
have taken out Art if that Thornro is actually connected. But oh, look at that. Senju.
And Satoru.
Okay.
Oh my god, getting taunted mid-air like that. And oh, Ben Satoru still surviving though.
No
One
energy.
HP.
No energy.
Yeah, one more cable.
ban
Okay,
sa toro
okay,
yo
he's
mom
buying-
super body phase
buying
do
a lot
hero
of
pool
time
di khara
actually
piku
right
male
now.
yo mom
Yeah, he's
yo mom
buying a lot
jama
of
ka
time.
ne kam fort pick pain
Can
de
they catch him? He's getting energy. He's
Khotna
getting
ba.
energy.
Oh,
da
come out,
game
please.
the draft se
Oh my god.
phase
Oh my
adi kam
god,
fort pick
Ben Satoru.
pain de khotna ba
He will finally fall, and Tenzu will fall as well. Romcom was instead chasing down Tenzu. And with that, Godspeed
my
arrives to
hero
the scene.
ho yam
But
kana
how
di
can you
ma
take
kana
down
to do
these
ma
tanky
pa hero de
boys?
dum ngam na bol
With the landslide, of course, you can't do that. So
When
he's
HP
backing
has
off
me
as well.
kare meta da
But,
zuka
okay,
na
look at the goal lead right now, sitting at around 1.5.
meta na ta ba
2.5.
pung wai pai bu di kana de
2.5
meta si draft to
Okay,
kan ai je do
Romcom.
ne ba di hero je pain
With your mom right on Romcom.
to sana adu bu de ne adu da ne
Oh my god, that's a very nasty thing to say.
Man, to be fair, they don't.
Lo-
the
lo
other
we
side
are
does
ni
not
ko-
have
lo-
it.
lo we are ni
Even
game,
in Mythical
goal
Leaderboard teams,
difference,
only
CK
he
yung
has
head
that
ko.
kind of name, right? Yo, mom.
Shipper,
Yep.
shipper.
Only he's
Yo,
the
lo
one
asma
with the
Ismail
most
Dare,
creative
sido
way
sangu
of
ko
naming
tang le ga
himself.
ma ka na
So
to
being
ben ha to
iconic,
ra.
right? And the score is 9-11
Head to
under
Bruno,
10
na
minutes.
kani tang le de.
Exclusivity for the first time in this
Bro,
best of
matang
5
da
series.
lens
In this
pick all
third game, they are the one
Then
with
sa kone pa yun na
slightly
di pa,
3,000 goal lead. But let's see how long it can persist. Lord does
Over
come
my head over.
around. That's
Push to
2 versus 3.
Whoa.
Oh, macro. Oh, bit. Brilliance. Brilliance.
Does
Use.
he still have the puncture? Yes, he does. Brilliance has
Fazar-
been popped
Fazar,
off,
Ben,
though,
Ben,
and
Ben,
the
Ben.
amount of damage that Art is
Fazar.
taking right now is kind of
Yeah.
questionable. He will get taken down.
Yeah, low we are,
Romcom
low we are,
does
low
still
we are.
not commit with the falling
Oh,
star moon. Oh, bit
Pa-
here.
oh,
Trouble.
if
Got
you-
speed.
One
But
SP
that is
same
bait
way.
for you with that flicker play right there. But on the
Yo
top
mom
side, as
XP
you can
gap
see,
sa adam
Vance
ni ko
Arthur
play
is
phazan
making
ya ba
stuff
ne.
happen,
Nice.
taking down
Adu mathak
structures.
pe jaate hai.
But man, how
Lord
can you
put lower
compensate
ne,
for
wo-
that with the
wo
Lord being
khengi
taken
pa
down
ra,
right here by
yeah.
Decisive?
Mullara.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And right now,
So the game
Wow.
she already learning
Mm.
khalaga sanaba yare.
this is actually the first Lord that they took. I think like after the second game. Second game, I think they they had one Lord, but then they
Hindi
lost.
plays.
But it's okay,
Hindi.
9 for 12.
Wow.
Elusive Esports. I
I can't speak
think
Hindi.
Anarchy definitely kind of underestimated
Hum
Godspeed's
volta,
landslide.
hum volta.
They're kind of paying for it, but it's Anarchy. Maybe in the late game, especially considering that's Fate,
Yo mom is
who's
saying
on
hum
0
volta hai,
deaths
hum
so
volta
far.
hai.
I think a chance of a comeback is definitely possible, but they have to wait. Oh, what's the damage? Oh my god,
Whoa.
second skill?
Bait.
Fazai.
Oh,
Whoa.
no,
Nice
with that
one.
cannon of his, will he be able to take him down
Come on,
though?
got
But
spit.
now Romcom is riding,
can
being
do it, man.
rided on actually.
GG.
And man,
Oh,
that was
two
just
down.
way too much riders right there on
Adu
Romcom.
par adu
Because-
par anu da.
Did you see what happened right there? Okay,
Absolutely.
Romcom.
Okay, Bruno na
Oh,
push sa
Romcom
chatta
is
ho
in
ra
trouble.
di phada ba. Bruno tau de.
And bot side though, Pace getting cracked
Yeah,
open, it
ma-
seems that
yeah,
okay,
tau
Fate
मैं
is trying his best to make things
अपना
happen
नाम
here.
क्या है
Surviving
मेरा
for
नाम
now. Van
मेरा
Sato
नाम
as well, creating that mid lane, not
Dexter.
allowing the enemies to take
Dexter
any
है.
structures across the map.
Interesting.
It's
I honestly
आपका.
thought they would be getting even more, but wow.
अपना
That is
अपना
insane, that's-
अपना
They
काम
only
करो
have 3 turrets. Damn. They only have 3
And,
turrets?
आपका.
Okay, they finally get one. They finally get one.
तुमिन यंग बने लो
Yep,
हम दाइदर
just one. And,
Thagal again.
like I was saying, like Shenzu was on your mom and your mom was
नहीं अपना
on
यो मोम
Romcom. Like,
नहीं
wow, that was so crazy to look at, man. 3 HP bars on top of each other.
The funniest thing it would have been if you have a Johnson and you like someone is inside Johnson, and then you get on Johnson.
Bruno yawin na push to ali da di
Yeah,
tawala
yeah,
ko
yeah.
kaya.
Man, that
And
was
then
so
you
funny.
add Valentina Angela as well on the other side. That's
Sila ka da di game.
5 people on top.
Deko.
My goodness.
Kahan ba?
But
So
okay,
it was
Godspeed
Nakahanda.
right now, trying to make things
Okay.
happen. Bit does not have. Oh, this time around, Bit could go.
Shizre,
Look
kanina
at the
Shizre.
way this Bit keeps on surviving every single time, man.
Ben ki damage ang tong sa di maya di
not
pa
just
ang
bait
tama
for
di.
you. But so far, whoa, that
Come
damage
come
from
on,
Ro-
yes.
Oh my God!
You can
My
do it, man.
God,
Yes,
the
alright,
pain is
very
the
nice.
melting
GG,
enemies.
bro.
My God, entire team could get wiped
was
out.
that?
It's only Bit that survives.
Cool man.
My goodness.
Sheesh.
Okay.
But he
Ching ching
My
ching
God,
ado game
this
lore.
guy, how many
I
times
think
will Bit
game
keep
is over, bro.
surviving? He does
No,
not have
Janira,
a quick
kumba,
but it's
so
coming
right.
back.
Oh, he doesn't have it anymore?
Nice one.
Yes, and with that, ladies and gentlemen,
Yes.
without
my
a
boys.
Lord, Elusivity Esports have taken down the base of Anarchy.
finally a match point
Now,
for the side of
can
Thanamanjuri
go for fourth
representatives.
match.
Elusivity Esports.
finally.
Finally 1 point. The score
clean
is 2
swift.
for 1. Elusivity.
Ha,
Yes, they
se
had a
khai re
rough
ben ki
start,
damage
but
de se khai
just goes to show
Brother
they're
they
not
will
gonna
pick to
go
lay ko
down
pot se pick ta su lay.
with a sweep.
Pick ta
They're
lay
not
ko.
going to let that happen.
Yes,
Maybe
let's try
Anarchy wins the
reverse
next
sweep.
game, but they're not going down
Let's try.
with a
Pick ta
sweep.
lay, pick
So
ta na 60 70%
congrats to
they
the
pick
side
ta na
of
bro lay.
course, EVT, and I definitely think
60
to be
to
fair,
70% is depends.
Anarchy was on first
one
pick. They cannot exactly ban every hero,
It depends
and
on the
I
pick.
would definitely say they kind of underestimated Godspeed's Lancelot. Because finally Godspeed got an assassin
60
that
to
he can play.
70%
Because
is one
first two
draft.
games, first game, what did he play? I forgot. Was it a
Oof,
what jungle
control.
was it?
First
Control, guys,
game,
control.
I think
Control
it
ngam da
was,
bulan
okay,
di
the
sa
second
ni
was
sa.
Fredrin, right?
Yeah, that one is memorable. The first game was, damn, I can't remember either. Oh, Lucas. Yeah, Lucas.
Yeah,
Postare
because it's
postare
not
adu
that
ta di best of
big
3 da
common
loy
man,
ko.
no?
Best of 3
Yeah.
Lucas
3-0
went
da
up
score
on
shoot
rare.
tau de ko.
Lucas, I
nice,
think
nice.
in this tournament, like, I mean, the last time I saw him getting picked was like
Very
phase 1,
nice.
phase 2, round
I
1
like
and
it.
round
I
2.
like it.
Damn, round 3, round 4, round 5, I think we've seen maximum like 1 or 2 Lucas picks.
अपना
those
नाम क्या है
freaking
हाई तारा
50-60 games.
अपना नाम क्या
Yeah,
है
this is actually the first time. Damn, why is there water bottle?
अपना
Yeah, why is it black like this?
What the hell?
आपका नाम
Bro, you
आपका
don't
नाम
know.
क्या है
You're not using any blue screen, is it?
अपना
Why is
अपना
No, I'm not.
नाम क्या
Why
है
is this black?
आपका
As
नाम
against
क्या
it's
है
Mountain Dew, right?
right
what
right
is-
So I don't know why.
आपका नाम क्या है
I don't know, man.
Bro.
What is it?
Bro, like it's green? Do you have green skin turned on or something?
No, I did not do anything. I'm
स्वाइद
just inside
मी
that room
खरा
right now.
पुल्ले कितनी हम तो बनाना है
This is crazy.
सोफी थंगजम जैसे
Wow.
देवल शी इज आपका हाई बने मी सुन
Why is
दी
my shirt-
okay
My shirt
right
is
right
black.
malenga
Okay,
biyo
that
right
makes sense. That, he black is black, but why did green turn black? Damn, looks like Fredo truly the Dark Knight, guys. Truly the Dark Knight with dark Mountain Dew. For a second, I was like, why is Fredo like drinking Coca-Cola or something? Like, why? Like
Yeah.
in the midst of a match, but yeah. Anyways, Godspeed, Lancelot MVP. That's 2 Lancelot MVPs actually. One obviously into the hands of Anarchy Van Satoru, and this
ben
time
gi
around,
pot phai he
Godspeed.
andro gi malia ben gi
Lancelot getting the wins.
ben gi pot phaun
Yep. And Godspeed right here showing that his lance is of course something that you cannot
game phaje ko
deny.
adum haidi
And
moi kangbu
you know
ji
the thing is,
sanara ga ri moi
when-
play je khanga kan
When
ni
Van
ko
Satoru is playing the lance,
khana
he
khaya
doesn't
nahi
really
nahi
need to do
nahi
too
khaya
much because his team is always doing it for him,
Mm.
right? But in the
moi
case
play
of
style je
EVT,
khanga
they actually rely
khanga
on
kan ni
Godspeed
ko
when he
game mari
picks up
ma
that
sa
lance
moi ga
slot.
khoi
And
screen
that's
ju
the
pak
reason
san
why
de adu gi ne
he is the one
screen sana
being the MVP right there. Of course, he's the one making those initiations. He's the one diving in and out, and of course dishing out the most amount of damage as well. But yeah,
nasai
we
ahan
have
bai
the
duna
game
Valentina
live in front
pai
of
gi
us.
bai
We have
pharak ta
2 more games
Valentina
left.
direct counter taw gre
And,
haidi Lucas to
of course,
Lucas to direct counter taw
do
gre
we go for a break?
Valentina
3 games back to back. I mean, it depends on you, hero.
Okay, most likely. Yep. Then we'll go for
yo
the
mom na
4th
khara
game as well.
sanak pada game lai
Players
re
ain't gonna get rest. Neither
XP
is the
ngamadi-
audience, and
XP
neither
ngamadi
are
game
we. And
yai
with
ko.
it, we should be
XP
getting into
ngamadi
that
game
4th
TI.
game ASAP. I think there's a chance of a 5th game still lingering around, but I do think Anarchy is the kind of team that they 100% they're like, Joe Hua Hua, let's finish it. That last game was a mistake. Now it's the time to lock in. We gotta get that 3-1 right now. We can't
Yep.
let it go into the 5th game, because if it goes to the 5th game, it's a whole chance of fate, literally. So can't let it go into the 5th game, because at 5th game it's again a best of 1. So while you're having that advantage, take that point. But at the same time, EVT,
beer di ba
they're
second
also
lo le
like,
hora
we
ma
have to
thang wani
push game
score
5.
khoi na 2
We
moina 1
have to, or
2-1
else, you know,
2-1
it's just not about
in favor of
ice
anarchy
pool anymore. It's not just about the
Score
PP,
dan
it's
lere.
about the ego as
Score
well.
2-1
It's
lere
about the
ko.
bragging rights.
anarchy
Let's
2
see.
EVT
Right now, EVT
1.
again on the first pick. Let's
Butter
see
back
what
ki
they
view
can
se
do,
ya
because
he
so
phone
far,
de ma di
first
ha
pick
le
has
view
not
am le
been that favorable for them. Let's see if times will change this game for themselves. And with it,
moi romer do yam phajai na
Kalia
moi
ban.
romer phajam
what else can they ban out? Phobius? I think Phobius should get banned out if they do not pick
art
it.
phajam pip pip game ka ni ngasi ki game ka de se pip pip am ta hayak train kana kana nom tana kana am tana pip pip hayak train do ni ngasi game poi de do come on pip pip
there was another
kai thor sa khib de do ka pani to an dei phula adi mai ta ni he sa do di direct loy re
a little bit I feel like
kumai oi ni fredo gi lai
with
bak
the
si
Lunox
yamo
pick
pip
actually,
pip
because Lunox is
pip
not
pip
at all
hai da
something
ni
that you
koi
can use
gi
at the top level
signature
and get
kan wo
away
hai
with.
dre ne
Even
ko
though
hai dre ne ngasi
even
gi
though like
EVT
we
ke
know
len se
that
mai
he was-
ne hai ho re kana no
yes, Rasnai, of course, you know, even Bait,
Kana no
like,
mai
he's
ne hai
surviving,
ja.
but man, you need to dish out damage as a mid laner, but that is not something that
Come on,
that
come
was
on,
coming out.
guys.
Anarchy was
kai
lacking
ne
a
noi
lot of
game he
damage.
ka ba da sa
Meanwhile,
Chau
you
pizza
give
gani phut laga.
away a Lancelot to Godspeed. So both of those both of those facts just playing in favor of elusivity, and that's how they
Reverse
came out on
sweep.
top in the third one.
tau se
But
tau se
if
come on
Anarchy
kai
are
ben tau
very
gre ben
tired
si
right
lu
now,
si bidin to se
which they
kalia tau
probably
re
are
yu
playing
chen
3
tau re
intense games back to back,
1-1
then
ma
they
tau
can
re
of course send every
Lien
one of
speak
us
tau ning e first pick sa
to a break
Adu
right
song
after
ya
this.
roi ne bro
if they want,
lien sek pai go da ko
if they want,
If
they
they
can take
want.
this to game 5.
adu ya wadi
If they want, for sure, yeah. I like the
Yung
fact that
masuot
both
kaya
of
ba
these teams have
Sikari
been respecting
ay
the
chai
Grog,
thar
because Madara
running
and
project ising
Art,
daing bada
both of them are really nasty Grog players in the sense that they can make insane sets. I mean, I remember that day against LCF, Madara Grog was actually one of the main reasons they won that 5th game. So 100% you have to respect Madara's Grog. And EVT, they have been also respecting the Grog from the hands of Art. Love to see that both of these rumors have a little bit of similarity.
yam bagi chirai do am wai
of
jaga ne
course,
share
main
thawa ge
key
ai
difference,
chirai ro
Anarchy
ai
can
chirai
right now
di
pull up a
chirai
chip
tang ba ne te
any
ne
second.
gari do ne
Last pick chip, and
mid
if
to makha sa thara
EVT,
pan gi bai
you guys
ne
have not done your homework properly, you're gonna
Mid to
get
na side
whiplash,
pala mai
because
sab
that
sa do
always
ni
happens,
khanawa.
guys.
ai mid to makha sa thara pan
It just always happens.
kar sikari
you
chai
do
thar
need
ne
to
kari gumo reverse
consider
shape
a
ta
few
de
things
fredo
right
gi lai
now.
bak tha bala sile ne
And
duga
let's see,
mai ai jana re gi de go
let's see what
ok
happens
thong
with
bana
this draft.
phaba
Esports
ya
decided
da
to
go
go for the
mali he
Baxia ban here.
ya
Seems
da
like
go
it was
mali
creating
mi
problems
le
for them in the last one, so they
Beep,
decided to
beep.
go for this one. But now Anarchy, last ban. Elusivity though, let's talk about the first pick right now while they're banning out their last hero. I feel like
final lo final
a
ni ne
CC
final
first
ni
pick is a,
si lo
of
ra ga
course, a
dum
textbook thing
la
to do,
fuka
but
bi le
I
re ko
feel
mai
like
la
right now,
fuka bi la fuka bi yeng
100%. It should
Yep.
be either of them. EVT has the golden goose in their bag right now. Lancelot, for of course, Godspeed. He can make it happen. But I think Anarchy will ban
la
Lancelot
fuka
right
bi
now. Unless Anarchy is like, you take one, we take one. No, they go with, okay, Godspeed, lock in. Lock in. You have to get that Lancelot, man. Because if you
Lock
give
in,
out
bro.
Lancelot right now, if you give out
yeah
Lancelot
from
right now,
Bihar
it's a loss. I'm
ko
telling
sep
you.
in set
It's a loss. Good
High
job.
end.
Ooh,
Like
that
cut
was
lane
something, man.
Lancelot by how
we,
da bane
we
si
said it right, CC or Lancelot, right? CC, I said CC,
Delhi
you
da
said
gunda
Lancelot.
ga taw do
And CC was
mayam
banned,
mai
so
kan
they
ta
go
hai
to
ge
the
noi
Lancelot. Okay, this time.
Delhi dai
Let's
tholok ka
do
do
some
mi lai bro
draft
heng jit ma
prediction
sem
right
sida
now. I think
Ma'am,
they want to
Pilikan
go
sida.
for mid lane and the goal lane.
noi hai hang jit ma
So they
sem
want to
tholok
go
ka
for
do mi
Harry.
lai
I
yaw
think
bro
Anarchy are going to
Delhi
lock
da
in
ge
Harry.
ai na
Harry
do
coming
gugu
right
da
up
thage
along
tarawa
with
ai
that
dum
mid lane. I
live
think they
thaba
want
ga
to
ga
go
taw
for
ga
a
dum
Zushin is banned.
sa do ni mi to gam men ta ga dum adu
Phobius.
kaw
Phobius.
adu ga
I think
ko
Phobius
gyan
is
tara
gonna
ko
get
pung
locked.
ama
Phobius
ta
had it.
la me dai
Phobius had it.
oi roi nai
No.
Okay,
Oh.
Harriet comes up. Harriet comes up, but no, they are going to go for
Ma'am, noi
Angela.
ma'am puli ka ne Delhi dai tholok ka do mi lai
Okay,
bro
this
ai
Angela.
ko amani khata pai
Mid
bi
lane or
ro
roam, what do you think?
I think it's gonna go into the hands of Beard, because Beard is like really good with the utility so far. Art really needs that setup tank. If they give Art Angela, bro, it's over. I mean, Angela is so passive, he cannot do anything. The game would be over for them. So this is Bid. 100% this is Bid's pick. And I hope EVT knows that, and they do not ban any more roamers. Sorry, do not ban any more mid laners.
October last week tadi
Because
le
don't
October
do that,
last week
guys.
ti
You
am
have to know this
sang
is
bro
Bid.
aina
100%
hai
I can
sina
guarantee,
handaki
because
last week se
if
ngasi de 28 jaw
Anarchy
le dana
can
ado
if
dum
they let Art play,
29
what is Art supposed to do? Like,
29
papi
1 2
papi
dum
boom?
Yeah. I mean, it's
last
so
week
like the
tiang
thing is
la pe ai
we
na
have
pa mi sina
casted these many
dead
games for
5
these guys,
dead
and we
5 home
already
ni
know
manung da
what
pa
kind
mi
of
ba
pattern that these guys follow, right?
lo wa la
We
Yeah.
know that
to ai
Art
pizza
will
la
never play in Angela. Doesn't matter if it's the end of the world because
okti
he
man
will never be able to perform on an Angela. So it's
Yeah,
definitely
man.
bid. On the other side, we're seeing the Esmeralda come up though, which is of course a counter pick for his Angela and had it, but Yomom right now,
mayam kai kai pai kar ke
of
na
course,
ki na
man,
kai pai
I
here
do trust him, but
Angela
he does need to deal with all of
Esmeralda
that alone,
Gatot
right?
amana kai
And
no
can he sustain
amana kai no
that
yeng
much? That is something that I have
oh
definitely
lens
going
pai
to be
hore lens
asking
pai
right
hore
now. But
lens
along
pai
with that, we're seeing the Gatot pick here,
kai
which is
dino la
probably
to se
Madara
guys
for sure.
tawre
And
na
other than that, nothing else for now. Anarchy pick up the Yisan Shindo, and I think the Yisan
lens
Shin is
pai
a
le
good
ra me
pick,
handak su
and Ben Sato has probably
ok
performed a lot
masadi
better
chaba
than
hen
Yisan
male
Shin
ma
as
ko
well.
oina tawbadi
But
kai kai ok masadi chaba hen male handak su lens
Elusivity
pai
also
le
have that Lance Sword in the hands of Godspeed, and we all know in an assassin versus marksman matchup, who wins out?
Should be the assassin most of the time, but
okay high low
it's gonna be interesting. Both of these, of course, both of these are really efficient junglers.
kare
Know
kare
their
pip
way
pip
in and
lens
out of the
phange
map.
sis
To be fair,
the lens phange game ka
the
da
first two
ko
games,
mayam
Godspeed
adu
100%
team dai
struggled.
thajaba thami
100%. He was not able to keep up with Van in any way or shape or form.
I
But
believe in
finally,
my team
last game with the Lancelot, he was able to do
let's go pip pip
what he's always doing. And this time, hopefully that Lancelot can bring the thing back as well. Okay, interesting. I honestly expected a Phobius ban any second, but they do not commit to it. So Anarchy right now, Phobius ban looks like the most textbook pick right now. There's a Lancelot, and you can just go for it. Yes, there's an Esmeralda, but why care about the Esmeralda? Just care about how you can disrupt the marksman, the jungler, and the gold laner. That is your job as an
ka
EXP
da
laner.
bani kai na
Because
hekta hai ri du bu kai
as
no
an
kare
EXP
le
laner, you
manifest
can
tau
think
dong
about
ne man
winning the
kare
lane, or
kare
you can
kare
think
si
about
game
winning
kare
that team
koi na
fight.
kare tu tu
And
lai
a
le
lot of
hojik
players,
koi
they
thonga
care
lai
about
ai
that
lo
team
wala
fight.
hai ba
And that's why you can see sometimes EXP laners, they play passive.
right
Because
right
all they care about, we got to win that team fight. And that's what an EXP lane is all supposed to be. But yeah, do not lose your
Kare,
EXP lane
kare,
too
guys.
much as well.
Tu
You're going to
lai
be
re
level
point
3 by the time your opponent EXP is level 5. But oh, art. That's 100% art, bro. That's 100% art on Khalid. I just getting that vibe. What do you think?
uh, Let me think a little bit, okay? Because the thing is, they have an Esmeralda, right? And Esmeralda is going EXP.
moi pick si
Khalid
dum
can
phaja bi ne
definitely
pick la
clear
pick
the
dum
lanes
phaja bi
fast
ni
and
moi jo
Yeah,
put
yeah.
more
Yeah, yeah.
rotational pressure as well.
bus to
But
la ke best
we
of
know
can
that he
over
cannot
best of
dive
5
in and do stuff.
moirang
In
lek
this
te
match,
sagol ban
I think
sagol
I'll
ban
confirm that after
how
these
bus
two picks from
sen bro
Elusivity, that if this
Yeah.
guy is going EXP
ai
or
ju
not,
ok
I think
sari
I'll confirm
hojik
that after these two picks. Because
lai
the thing
wa
is,
ga
it
thong ba
can still be flexed, right? Okay, the two
Oh,
picks are done.
nasty. Oh,
tau re kai no
Oh my god.
Ruby gold lane and Faramis mid lane in the last match. Man, oh man, what do we have in front of us? We usually
grog ben
think
tau bro
of
grog ben tau
sending,
mani moi di grog ben tau kan ya second pick to ben tai si grog
Ruby gold lane when we have a YSS,
okay
but the
ruby
thing
ga
is they
kano
already
ga
have that
Faramis ka
carrot.
okay nice
And
one
now I'll tell you, this
Boy
Khalid
BT
is
se
going
kaya ka
to
khraga EVT ama ka ra moi na tu
the
in favor
EXP,
of
I think.
anarchy
I think.
to
Okay.
wanda
Okay, I was right. It is art.
Yeah,
ado
it's
handak di
art.
kasal le handak su
Because
kasal je aduga
they
reverse
only
tower
art has
aduga
played
hay
Khalid
sa
from
so
Anarchy.
thonga lagi mayam
I have not
No,
seen Romcom.
actually Romcom has played as well. I've seen
Oh,
Romcom.
Okay. Okay, got it.
If you remember, sometimes he just dives in with that
Moirang-
ultimate and picks up kills, you know?
moirang le rek kai
He
wai
does
no
that.
la
I've seen him do that.
game 5
And
yok
the thing
chale
is,
se let's
sometimes
go
they
EVT
pick
yes
this
game 5 yok chale
Khalid
janda
just
kasal
to
je
keep up with the rotation.
reverse tok chale
Otherwise,
je aduga
I don't really think it provides enough value in terms of damage, right?
mubang lai
Just
re
for those rotational speeds, and
hayeng moi
even the
si
crowd
game
control
card
is kind
aina
of easy to dodge, actually.
mathun
Yeah,
so
yeah,
selan
yeah.
gani
We have our draft. What are your thoughts about his draft before we go in?
EVT decided we are not gonna die today. That's all.
Yeah, that's a nice one to say.
There is the only
Man,
squishy
no,
target is Lancelot.
daily day tholo ka
Yeah.
dabo kana ngai
Aramis who
trabo
can just revive any second. With
si
like if he
hayeng
gets
hasi
in a
wanda week
15
sida tholo
passive
ka dabo
stacks,
ngai trabo
he
okay
will
man
just
me
come
so
back
right
any
game yang
second.
gaji
So EVT is like, yeah, we had enough
Ay,
of
so
dying,
sobrang
bro.
kay no lopi.
We are gonna
Sisi phase ko
fully
may
commit to
party.
it. But
Sisi
let's
phase
see,
ko
ladies
ala.
and gentlemen, this is gonna be the game for
Let game
again
khara
a
wa to malita
possible
hayeng hasi
contender.
bro
Anarchy can get this win, but here stands tall EVT from Dhanamanjari University. Let's see if this wall is going to be enough to stop them. This is going to be an interesting game. This could lead to the fifth game, the final one of the series. As we dive in, of course, this is NCC. Let's go in. Oh my god, that's a
decent amount of damage being done on Bart. But of course, his one punch is enough. Oh,
USDT day bro.
My bad. I'm so used to seeing him on the top that I just said punch.
91.5 phone 3 pura
it's the blade, tornado blades. Hey, Senju.
Whoa.
School day logo lao.
He does hold on to the flicker.
Morang lek tay ren ta lei ba
Good job,
pi
though.
ra
Did
ya
not
ri
use
sing
it,
ja.
because exhausting resources in the early game is really bad.
Like,
One thing is for sure though,
chang do bu di ngai ngasi hai nga he
has immense amount of sustain, but their damage has to be a collaborative effort. Everyone has to dish out the damage. There's not exactly one ADC. So that is something that Anarchy can try to, capitalize on. Harith definitely has to be the main crucial point. Fate is literally the one that is going to be changing the fate of if Anarchy gets this 3-1 or whoa, Godspeed just styling over here.
Oh, pass blood. GG bro. Nice one.
Madara will connect and
oh, figure out. Nang khoi ren ta lei ba do ma le Albert.
Okay, and with it,
guys, let's go EVT.
But let's see,
let's do reverse man.
With the passive as well. Oh, mounted chopper.
My god, Yomom, he makes rotation even though he is not level 4 and Yomom will be going down here. It's actually Romcom who falls first. And with that, Art coming in as well, and deny God turtle, and
nice!
And he could fall here, and Yomom takes down Van Satru as well. And now, oh my god, Godspeed so aggressive. Oh, that base will go down. Art could be falling down here, being escaped. And with that, Netherlands popped in as well. And Romcom is probably dishing out a lot of damage. Sustaining. Man, look at that. Look at those despair storm. Look at that infernal pursuit. And with that, Madara could be falling right here. Art though, we're able to get initiation. Madara will fall. There's one sacrifice that they have to bear. And oh, Romcom got that blue buff. It was not Godspeed who actually.
Absolutely, and 4-1 score already into their favor. But oh, that's an orange buff. Oh, look at the shields, man. But your mom, better watch out.
Oh, he could fall there though. Oh, he still survives. But then Van Satru takes him down. Godspeed comes in with a clapback as well. And oh, the taunt comes in from Madara as well. And that will be Romcom falling right there.
I did end like the hey kaino imanaba
good stuff happening from both teams.
Ado game je phajai ko je khoina kaino de sibau da khoina phine si Ruby yaudri ba ko. Ruby yara kana amoina no ai ani fight
has been pretty good for them so far, but Anarchy
khoi ko phine si Ruby yaudri ba. Ruby hek yauk pa da.
Godspeed though, so far 203, one more kill. He's gonna be on that killing spree. Even Senju actually 201s. Both of them have secured it for themselves. Roro so far,
Ruby
no
level
kills,
6
of course. He's just gonna be the utility. I'm looking forward to some really good. I am offended, but Roro.
Khatam. GG bro.
Oh my god.
I like it bro.
The way Senju just brought build like that. That was
Mina Hojin lak Penelope. Brother Debrel Salai ro. Rain Makada I got Impal and
Angela is not a good pick actually, I think sometimes.
I got Impal.
Funny enough, it's
hello.
Yeah, first game it did not work. Maybe it's Anarchy's time, but let's see. Look at that team fight.
Romcom.
Oh, Siengre.
But Romcom finally decides to back off, and now it who arrives to the scene.
Yeah. Fight China Drago, China David Hanako, Asamashira. But now Romcom is down. Romcom is still healing up.
He's back. Changes back.
Grandma left.
Ram is main.
Oh, with that steal. Both these junglers styling on each other at the moment, and Romcom is trying his best. Good immune right there from
nice.
Just, escape from Romcom. But okay, Roro arrives to the scene, and oh my god, that shatter from Van Satru has just taken things into another place right now. Amount of damage being done is just way too much. Godspeed could fall. He's able to dash away though. One more hit. Again, oh my god, he takes him down, it seems, but no, he will not fall. 1 HP escape right there. But man, if you take a
Maybe
look,
fight for the
7-4 is
Hey.
the score. But Elusivity Esports are not really leading by a lot. It's just 400
Spicy
goal lead.
against Oil
And that
guys
is
but
not
the
enough
guy
when you're facing a Harith and when the Harith is in the hands of Fate.
Absolutely, because right now you can clearly notice that Anarchy is making the pace back. The scoreboard might say EVT is ahead, but by macro side, Anarchy just got one more advantage, and with it, even the goal lead, it feels like it's going to shift to the hands of Anarchy any second of the game. So EVT is actually not winning in this game. Look at that. Look at that, 100 goal more, and I think it will change pretty soon. Art gets that Thunder Bell, so right now he's going to be stacking up from this point on, and he gets secured for Rom-Com. So everyone's going to get affected because EVT has chosen a sustain com, and can Madara sustain that? He does and gets out of there.
Like he does. But man, even the side of Anarchy, right? Because the fact that they have a mid lane Angela, that means they also kind of lack damage. But okay, Godspeed, do you want to go in? Okay, he does not. He won't go in at the moment. But like I was saying, man, there's not enough damage on the side of both teams actually, if you think about it. So clearing those skills is really important, but one thing is the fact that you have a Phobias on the other side just allows you to deal more damage. But okay, he gets taunted though, and he's dishing a lot of damage on Yomom right now, and that knockup comes in as well, but of course there's from the Madara, so he won't go in. But yeah, look at that. Gold is equal. Wow.
It has been equal actually, right from that, the last team fight that we had, and they're just not letting it go. Van, of course, he will heal back, but oh, what is that? Senju gets taken down, but he's gonna come back in 5 seconds. But the team fight going in.
Seen as well. Okay, that's Roro who is in trouble at the moment. Rom-Com is just doing what he does best. Disrupt the enemy backline, take them down. Art here coming in as well, just making things harder for Yomom to initiate. But man, I feel like if this game goes very, very late, I feel like EVT has a chance, and that is because Yomom is on an Esmeralda, and Esmeralda in the late game is of course a very, very annoying thing to deal with. This basically just like Uranus is annoying, that's the same way this guy can get annoying as well.
The other thing, they also have a lot of AUG in the bot, but they take the turret. Time for Godspeed to retreat because Rom-Com coming from behind, and yep, Madara.
Man, I can't believe Madara just got taken down like that. And that is not something that should be going down that easily, but man, that is Anarchy making things happen, making things work. Let's take a look at the goal lead right now. I mean, sorry, the items right now. Understand what are the things that we can look forward to right now.
Whenever I hear the word break it down, it reminds me of those memes where they dance, But yeah, so far, okay, let's just take a second to look at the builds. They look like they don't want to stop. That was an I am offended. Art retreats.
Art. That was 2 resources burned right there. Fate, notorious, cheeky little Fate. Nagaland goal laner right now. Making stuff. Oh! That AOG gets immune. He does have. And my goodness, that is a huge commitment. It's a 4v. My god, that was a 1v2 which just turned into a 4v1 in an instant.
And this is just the rotation that's coming in from the hands of Anarchy right now. Is this the broken walls map? Because the buff was already broken. I think so, but yeah. Let's just see. 7-8 score. No, it's not. Why was that buff broken? Was that a glitch from... I don't know, man. Anyways, the Lord is there. Lord popped in, and this Lord is going to be really important. Oh, bit. That's 5 people right there.
Yep.
Senju needs to go in with that ultimate. They got a coordinate.
Lord's lane.
I'm offended as well, and that is a lot of damage being done, but Rom-Com with their backlines taking 3 members all alone. Yomom chasing on display here with their prowess to escape, and with that Senju gets a double kill actually in the bottom side. And with that, Yomom still Rom-Com will successfully take down Roro instead. ahead. And with that, Art takes down
What
Godspeed
is
as well.
happening?
โหลดที่พะเจโหลดที่
They
โหลด
took
โหลดที่
down
พะเจก่อนโหลด
the
ที่
Lord.
พะเจโหลดโหด
But
จากที่
now
พะเจ
they have 3 members down on
Yeah,
their
hello,
side as
hello,
well.
hello,
Art will be
hello,
going down here
my
for sure.
heal.
And yes,
What
oh,
heal?
still healing up.
shit bro
Still
What
healing
that
up, but
heal?
can he escape though?
พะเจพะเจ
Oh,
Oh,
ที่พะเจที่พะเจ
Finally.
ใหญ่กว่า
Oh
ใหญ่
my
กว่า
What?
โหลดแล้วโหดจิมดิ
Shut
ที่พะเจ bro
on Art. Wow, shut down. Yeah, that's a sign of toxic Roma right there.
man, that's
Oh.
whoa! What is that
Your
burst?
mom!
Bro,
My
it's
God!
disintegrated.
That is an Esmeralda getting melted. My God, man, that is, oh my God, what the hell was that burst?
Esmeralda did not even get a chance to get the shields, man. But to be fair, Esmeralda has 0 magic defense. Only 2 items so far. Okay, so look at let's compare the goal lane. 6.4 versus, oh my God, Fate is like 8.4, man. That's the difference between a fighter goal lane and a goal lane.
Yeah.
3,000 goal lead advantage. That's just massive. He even has a holy crystal.
3000
That is going to be the main
3,000
crucial point, I think. But
Julius
so far,
ka
their
nom
goal
tadi
has
piso,
actually
Julius
remained
lo.
the same. The kills have
Bijani,
remained the
bijani,
same.
bro.
So
Em khalo no.
good news
Sao thak
for
pwede
I guess
kang
both
khalo
of the
ka dro.
teams.
Any
They're kind
tao
of equal,
kay
but
sao
bad
pwede.
news for EVT
Hit
overall.
isme ge hit
Oh.
counter tao so let
NRCH
hit na burst tao bane.
means
Has
they
just
lose.
shown
Tao bane, tao
himself,
bane, tao bane.
and Art has come in with the
Yeah, tadi
conceal,
bro, what
bringing the entire army to take down Godspeed. But that is
Oh, first day niya.
Godspeed!
As
And
Kan
he
lo sina
will
resource lo
survive
sina gaya.
that
Fight lo ya
right
resource
there.
lo de. Resource lo de bro. Oh, fight lo
That
dia
was
dia
a
de.
close one.
Mm.
Very close to
Oh,
himself.
Oh.
Eugene to the
Phazai,
last
phazai.
line.
Atu pa. Ow.
Oh my!
Siang
Going all in for Ben Satru, but he is managing to escape.
Atu
And
halo.
with that, the Netherrealm
Fight di
walks
phazai
up
mi
as
ko
well,
resource
because
lo
Ronco
ka
is
lo
getting
ra bani
hard
resource
guarded,
to.
and he might be able to take down Godspeed. Godspeed gets taken down here by Bit. Things have turned around completely. Fate will get taken down as well, but they are
As
trying their best to
mid
escape.
ka ay ying
Yomom,
lo khang dire to.
Madara, everyone trying their best. But
Sare
look
to di,
at-
sare to di.
Rolo is actually out damaging Romcom at the moment, but Romcom is still sustaining out a lot more.
Oh,
Romcom
yeah,
goes
one,
in with the flicker. He might be able to take down
Phazai,
Rolo
phazai,
right here, but
phazai.
he will be the one
3 down,
going
3
down
down,
the
3
stairs
down.
with Romcom.
3
Shenzo
down.
also making
Zone
things work
tao re
here.
ko Yomom
Yomom
na
to
so
the
kan
back
bi ja.
line still keeping
Phazai,
them
phazai, phazai.
engaged. And now they'll try
Al
and
ti
take
hum ni
down
ko
the
ji
tier
mo
two
resource to
team.
yong ne pa. Adudi sil tong sila di ma sire ne. Adudi sil tong sila di ma
Can he
sire ne.
sustain that? He has to
Sire,
sustain
sire.
that. Oh, Vic!
Shit, bro.
He gets
Adu
pushed
lo ya,
back.
adu lo ya, may lo ya, may lo ya.
That was a close one, man.
Come
That
on,
was
yes.
100%
Adu
close one,
matay
but the
kanya,
turret
matay
wave
kanya. Adu
gets
thado ka
taken
naman.
down.
Adu
Right
haltang
now,
mo na man
4
matu.
for
What can do
macro.
that?
Both of them have equal amount of turrets.
Karan tare,
But I do think, I do think the fact that they got the mid lane is so much
Adu
better
lahaw ko dam,
for
sa lahaw
EVT
objective
compared
tong,
to the
objective.
side lanes that the
Bro.
side of Anarchy has gotten.
Hojik throw to ya
But
matam ne
let's
akhoi
hope
hojik
Lord
ama
is there.
po da po do
No
ni.
retribution yet. Cannot stall them? I don't think so.
Phazai, nice,
Good.
nice. Adu
They'll
hatu,
be
adu
asked about
adu
to
sire.
take this one
Nice.
away. And
GG,
yes,
bro.
Of course, he will be the one going down. And was there a miscommunication or something? Because I don't really know why Art went
May
in
matay
all
ka
in.
lagya, matay ka. Hojik
I
wave se
think he was
lord
just
se may
trying to
la ni
delete
ko.
him or something, hoping that maybe Van can come in at the last second, but unfortunately that's not how things went for them. Good effort though, but Van's gonna get that endless battle. Pretty funny
Load
that
level
Van
2,
Sol
load level 2
and
rong kanina.
Musician, they both have identical builds, and they are both top jungle.
Adu YSS
Look at the
Beep,
damage
bro.
popping in, but hopefully right now Yomom has enough magic defense to, of course, take down Fate.
2 เลยนะ
Sorry,
ที่
take
น้อง
the
ไอ้นี่ก็
damage
ยิง
from
มัน
Fate.
นะไม่แบบ
But 16 to 13 score,
คัดเนี่ย
2,000 gold lead
คา
into
ริ
the
ส
hands
มา
of
ตำรวจคาริส
EVT.
ที่กันอะไร
Tanamanjur
เนี่ย
University students
I
right
really
now.
want
Can they get the base? Let's see.
I really
Oh, on the top. Godspeed. Is that a
Oh,
mistake for you?
shit shit
Oh.
Phazara Phazara
They
But
probably
over
realized
lane.
it's too much overextension
Ah,
happening,
Sani
and with
Shire.
that, Bid will get taken down. Fade dashing
Yomom,
in and out.
Yomom.
โอ้ย
Man,
เฮ้ย
Fade
ดำ
is
ที่กันเลย bro
breathing at this point, and even Roro will fall because he cannot escape.
โอ้มินิกาดิเฮริตกิฟาจาร์
Maniac comes up right there for the Nagaland goal laner, and that is Anarchy.
Kani,
That is
Kani.
Fate.
เห็นเตียนโซ่
Sealing
เล
the
ย bro
fate of their enemies.
Okay, Yomom with the ice queen one. I'm not sure
คา
how
ริ
to
ส
feel
เพีย
about
รที่ของ
that.
คุกันจะ
I
ที่
feel
เนี่ย
like
กันเลยฮะ bro มินิ
I
เล่า
feel
แล้
like
ว
you should go full tank, man. Because
I
กันเลย
think-
กันเลยที่กันเลยที่กันเลย
to be fair, your team
กา
does
นี่
let
กานี่
damage,
กานี่
but
กานี่กา
I
นี่
think
กา
you're
นี่
not
กา
the
นี่
person
bro
to
don't
get
worry
that damage,
Uh-oh.
man.
กานี่มาตกกา
They
นี่
need to
lane.
defend this one.
ไม่ที่กา
Will
ไม่ที่
Godspeed
กา
try and do something? I don't think that's a good idea. Oh,
Oh,
Book
oh.
Tenzu.
What was
This is
that?
dashing. He takes down Tenzu in the mid lane, and he wants to go in for more. He takes
Game
down one
phone
more
go, game
tower,
go.
but now he's probably running out of mana a little bit. But okay, that is
แก
exactly
สเตอร์เสียง
why.
ไว้นะการเล่นโกเล่นนะ
That is
ใครเต่า
exactly
อี
why
ก
they keep
เฮริ
on.
สหัดไป
What?
เกมโรยเลยก็
What? Madara? Oh, he's able to AOG out though.
เฮริสเจ
But
ปีริ
man.
ไฟนี่เนี่ย bro เขาว่านี่เนี่ยหัดปะอะดูบูเลีย
I
น
don't
นะหัดตา
know.
ปะ
I think unless Yomom decides to go for Fade and take
Delay
him down.
game
I
je
think
one
team
akhoi
fight
na
will
mutang
not be working in favor of
choi ba de yo le kan wo je
Oh, got speed.
My
Whoa, too
God.
much damage.
Ooh.
Too much
Harit-
damage.
Harit burum
Fade
bi
is just almost like, just
Harit
Madara
hat
can
padari
get
moi
melted in
damage
like
out
3 hits, I guess.
Senju got like
Harit-
melted in
Harit
like
hat
2
padari moi
hits. So
damage
yeah,
out de
ko.
he's 3-4 hits away as well. Because Goto
ado Harit
not
si
known
delay
for
ta
his
chat
magic
pad yung
defense.
line ni ba khang ba ma
That's one of the
purify
main
ni na
weaknesses,
ado
and
mana
that's
dash
why
ta wa ga
Mage,
di purify gi skill
Magic
dash ta wa
Bull
ga de
Laners,
wa de
Nathan,
ado dash pa ga di
Heritor,
purify
sometimes even Lunox is just so good against him. So because of that, they clearly have that advantage.
tan jai
The only
sana
one
bai
who can sustain
burum
right
bi
now the
Harit
damage from the
pa ma le
Harriet
be
is
na
going to be Yo
bull
Mom. But Yo Mom, for some
ken jai
reason,
sana bai
goes in with the Ice King one.
khut ta
Didn't
in nu
just
ta
know.
ga
Okay, that's a good item for Art
yeah
because
yeah
the new curse helmet does give
Still
you
laying
magic
thala
defense reduction. That is going to be helping as long as Art is on those team fights. Conceal Plague popping in. Do they want to go in? Let's see. They decide to not to. Lord,
ado khoi
16
damage
minutes
su yaw
in.
da ba
Wishing Lantern. That is going to be so much damage.
Being done right here. RWM popping in is also. And there's the Zaman force of the
Mas
Harriet
fit
popping in as
paise
well.
ho,
And
bro,
with
I
that,
damn
look
it,
at
Dada.
Godspeed is all they're trying to do is escape.
ah
from the
spin set kare
Well, Romcom with the walk up, and with that, they're able to take down a double kill. They're getting stuff happen,
Madara
making stuff
kano
happen.
low
5
poke
members
rene
still
si
alive
Dave.
from the side of Anarchy,
Ruby ga
and
Ruby
they
je
can take down the base
Ruby
with this one
je
single
ya di
minion
ai
wave.
ko
But
ado
will Godspeed allow that to happen?
And they do it. Yo Mom.
game lo sila ka
Turret
ma
just getting melted too fast. That's a full wave. Can they make this defense? I don't think they
Oh.
can. Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah, you
god,
can
maybe they
return.
can.
Oh
Minion
my
wave down though.
god!
Minion wave
minion
down.
So
budi
much
clear
damage.
taro me
Look
ko
at Fate, man. Look at Fate. My goodness.
minion budi clear taro me
I mean,
Ruby
at this
chet
point,
phajaba
Fate is
ngai
just
bata
full
ni
build,
mane
so
Ruby
much
chet ngai
damage.
ta phajaba
Who can take it into the face? It's just no one. And the fact that Yumom is just not able to do anything much right
oi
now.
Angela ga no ko
because
yaw wa ni
It's
ne
just
bro
not Fate he
Angela
has
ga
to worry
no
about.
yaw
It's
heal
Yushin
je
Shin with the passive damage
ado fight to su fight
swinging
phajaba
on his
lo
face.
baro city
Then there's of course Romcom non-stop crowd controls. There's tornado blades from Art. It's just a
phadi phajai
full-on
ka su ga de
like
phajata din na te phadi
menacing
phajai ko
team fight. Like it
fight chet
honestly, this
Tengen
team
ga
is
guitar
so
over male. How do
broken
na-
in this phase right now. If you try to fight,
taro
you need someone who's actually literally crowd immune. You know, Lancelot can immune once. It's not
fight si
gonna
moi
be
di
enough,
direct
man.
mi do hat bong nam chale
It's looking.
khoi che le ba
Senju does
Angela
get
yaw
that
wa da
divine
phajara
blade,
hit ka tong ado
but
ni
Senju, I mean,
why
Promise is not the most best wave clearer.
ado Ruby na
I
che
think it
chem
boils
value
down
pai
to
le
Roro.
bro
If Roro can make a
But-
play, I don't know.
ko
what-
ge damage output am
That
yaw
is
de ne
a
do ge ne bro
Ruby, and there's a Ruby who is probably. Yo,
I'm
mom,
offended.
if you can go in for Fate, then
See
that's
there?
all
Fazai?
that your
Offended?
team
Fazai?
needs right now. But I'm offended comes in and
Fazai
there's
ne
no
ulti da.
problem, though, from Romcom. A cake on the icing on the cake, whatever you want to call it. But that is
What,
Fate
like,
as well.
Fazai,
Dashing in and out,
yeah,
dishing an
no,
odd amount of damage. Takes down 3 members, and with
Base,
that, they
base.
can take down the base as well.
Fazai clear it over
Man,
And Satru was targeting by
Wind of
okay, Wind
Nature?
of Nature bought it. My God,
the
look at
the
that
base
play.
bro
Ben Satru bought that Wind of Nature. Oh, Godspeed though could be in trouble here. Fate is dashing in and out. He's dishing a lot of damage. Yo Mom comes in as well, but even he is getting melted
Beran,
right
eh.
now. What
Chainsaw
can
Man
you
movie
do
to
against
di
this
bro
Harriet,
de
man?
bel yang gra
nothing, man. They don't have any crowd control to stop him. Okay, let's just look at the items. Okay, Esmeralda finally
Yang
sold that
Tokre
ice
online
wing. That was honestly pointless. So good job.
let's
Other than
defend
that, okay, Winter Crown from
international law
Madara.
yeah bro
Okay, Rose
It's
Gold
international.
secured. Ruby,
International
sell that
levels,
boots right
not
now. You
international.
100% need Athena. Other than
Yep.
that, Lightning Truncheon and everything. Okay, but Harriet full build, no boots. And on the other side, Malefic Roar secured
Angela yaw
for
wa je ko
Van as well. And okay, everyone else, it's
Oh.
good items. But bit.
Bit.
Survived it.
Oh, and that is the reversing is coming in from Art, and with that, everything is broken off in the Land of Dawn right now. But can they Romcom once again with that throw up, and Godspeed trying his best to escape. And can they do that? Seems like they're getting chased down at the moment. Even Van Satru is getting chased down.
Así
and
se
Sensu
matando
is
ekta
not
lehaw
falling
je
this
kaino.
time around, but they still survive with 4 members. Art could be
Whoa.
falling though.
Survived it. He's gonna heal back as well. Romcom is just relentless, does not stop, and so does Fate. They're gonna go in. They're gonna go in. No Zaman Force, don't care. But is that a mistake?
Oh, Roro, everyone has fallen
Space,
down.
space,
This is
that
the
is
end of
big.
it all. Elusivity have been taken
international
down by
my foot
Anarchy.
elusivity yeah bro
This
just come
is
to tournament let's just
action after action. Like after
just don't back
after
here
the 12
just
minute
come to
mark, the
tournament
side of Anarchy
face it.
relentlessly, rampagingly, just
Kaya din
kept
ang
on
ngawag mo
going
ng
into the
thought ko,
face of
malam.
Oh my god, elusivity non-stop.
Okay,
Side
bro.
of-
GG, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
Nice,
first position in National College Cup, the first
Dog of,
team
I think Dog of
getting that
Anarchy, bro.
80,000 diamonds is going to be Anarchy, representing Guwahati Institute of Fashion Technology,
yeah,
Seaworth University, and they're going to be getting that 80,000 diamond prize pool. Wow, they get it with a 3-2-1. And of course, congrats. There's no losers tonight. The top 8, they all get a share of the 250,000
tournament
diamond
and
prize pool.
useless,
So
yes, bro.
EVT, do
But
not be
not like you.
disheartened. You also walk away with that
We are not
55,000 diamonds, and of course all the benefits of NCC.
Dog,
But
just like this, bro.
Anarchy is gonna be the one getting those bragging rights. Anarchy is
Rest
gonna
of
be the one
bro.
saying that
3-1
yup,
kaagre.
we are the top one of
Later
team in NCC.
later
NCC officially, it's winners. And congrats
GG,
to
game
Anarchy,
di yam phajai
still remaining
one
right now India's top team. Wow.
game di one sided oide kano
What can I say, man?
phajai yam thina.
Anarchy just proving why they are the best team in India at the moment. And nobody comes close than Anarchy when it comes to, of course, what they do best, play the game and play it right. And at that level as well. Let's see who the MVP is. Oh
Yeah,
my god, this guy. Bro, they have
Herit-
to ban,
Herit na ni, Herit na game
Harit or
break daw
something
yun,
every
okay,
time
Herit
they
na
face
kano
Anarchy.
talaga.
Every team that faces Anarchy has to ban Harit. Fate just keeps on carrying them every single time he picks the Harit.
Time out tok solo ha Ruby kana bum khang
Parma-
re na
Parma
Herit
Ben Harit.
Angela combo to
Parma Ben Harit against Fate, guys, in the future
bro
tournaments.
kay gino phobias
You
ben
just
taw ise chance
leave this guy alone at this point. But yeah, with it, this was a good match though.
Ada phobia
This
siya
was
Ismail
way
Dala mo.
more equal until that last
Ano
moment.
mo gi kano
This
yaw
went
ni Angela
very-
kano wo yaw ni haba Angela kana
Yeah, this
Angela
went
ka.
very
Ado
on
yam-
paper
yam
kind
kano
of,
to
you
na,
know, in the
uh,
sense
Gab
that we
din na
knew
check
that the Fate is going to be really heavy in the late game, and it was. It absolutely was. They really wanted to sustain as much as possible, and they did. But 19 minutes is all they were able to do so. So with it, congrats to Anarchy.
Bro, Jiku,
representing
you are so
Guwahati
lame,
Institute
bro.
of
Why you are
Fashion
so
and
lame?
Technology.
Just
And with it, congrats for getting that first spot at NCC.
Just good time out
Congratulations
then.
to you. And EVT, do
You are
not be
so lame,
disheartened.
bro.
Second spot, 55 diamond prize pool, all for you guys. And all the benefits of the tournament lobby and the diamond support. But with it, ladies and gentlemen, right now we have to take a break. Why? Because it's been
drop
4
na ra position
consecutive
na ra
games
kitang
for
suba
us.
to we
for you.
drop
So
na
take a
drop
break,
na haisi
get a
kano
water
ne
bottle, because we're going to be going
Adi-
into the LAFU KABI
kano ne ba
versus YAMA esports match, which is
Moi
going to be
gi
deciding the
Herito.
third and the fourth spot in
Let ta halaga
NCC.
kano
So
to
with it,
we
ladies and
Herit
gentlemen,
na direct
we're going to
game
be
sa
right back with a short little break
Ako'y
with the
Ruby,
next
no,
best of 5 series.
kano oram
The
tadi
grand
ko,
tiebreaker
haidi,
is going to continue. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Herit moi ne Herit yaw pa ne ako'y gi damage output to yaw dre ba late ki adu gi ne ba khawa ado osikito ben na mo ira madi mo yai ba ko ben ira madi ong yai ba ado draft na ni osikito ko Herit yaw pa ne ado moi di damage le do moi di yung kay no na Herit ne ado gi mission chinju damage ni le pa di ado gi atay gi na ba mang tang ng pok to we le ado yung Angela ong tong nila the best ben to ko chance phang na to yeng to yeng ni bro drop yam thi bro course yam thi si damage pi na ba yaw balance thank you chala ni so thank you Ruby thank you Travis na kamay din ado ni ay na khale je ben ora mati yung yai Ruby ta ado Ruby pick ko kitang khaja de last ko Otherwise, let's watch LAFU and YAMA export again. It's time for LAFU and YAMA. Hojikedo Ruby na tiko level kano do. Moigi Herit to ado hat ba kill secret to bangam daw.
I am more than a weapon.
Yeah, other team diam di phajai ko jiku open only fan I will subscribe for your channel. Play phajai ki adum nahi de haibati yara ko play phajai play adum phajai. Use me to magic yaw de or ekal na taba. 4-2 for GT mathang number de. tawde matang tournament dagi
My mercy.
ado amadi kabadi ngamai jana moi dagi apna ko ado moi gi play style lo tawde ado gi dum 4 game so moi no mo hit kan gi bagi moi ngam dagi wa ne ko ado moi wan thadi ti o je adi kuna bde dum ngam mi da ado let or pagi moi hit yaw gi moi na power spike ko moi na kana taw gi bagi hen gi bagi moi na kana taw gi wa ne na ya cái số cái thì mà thằng next tông hot na siga daroga baksha ben tàu da bida forest tàu mà đi ma phajana tàu cái này con ado baksha ông bài cái này bro moi baksha bài bên này phajana ado ini sum puna ra moi play khang cái này chill relax this is not the end yes bro this is not the end wa khanu ngai te he bro EVT ka hani cái số cái bro guys chill bro they can't even beat us in the clean sweep bro just chill first game dudi chai ko aduga second game second game dai phada something that's even though some guys still they can't even get us in control ya kana bang dia mana ko bang ka ya third game đồng cai nè bạn third game đồng cai này đúng không một con
I am more than a weapon.
nó hết cho nó cắn cắn bao nhiêu lết rồi bay mana diễn lại mana cái tao game này
What for? You asked for it. Chain up! It is my mercy.
winner do how they appreciate to view na mi show ko na jari ni so matong tarak ko to ni atay loction na ko na wala tap amalay re project ka ri batim the upper stage ta hagatoro na traga grand final loi koi moi first tare koi second tare adu hojik third match ke LAFU KABI ga YAMA sport ka sanani adu loi adu third place ke sanani adu loi all we see is what a nice intense match so far for the Stormy koi fourth game do yeah intense so far that a background sound do tang lai thabiyo ma tang lai tharam game an thi phasai pip ya game do ya di ya LAFU KABI game yeng si ko LAFU KABI game yeng si game su phajai ado bro na di helida mathang kana lage mathang LAFU KABI lei yai bai BPO helage mana angang si yai grand final si da best of 5 ai thu gi wa nei da moi si de hoi moi je khang di best of 7 toroga best of ma third place na best of 5 toroga di chap cha ga da bo ko best of 5 chap mana ado bodi moi ꯃꯣꯏ ꯍꯣꯁꯇꯣ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯋꯦꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯦ ꯉꯁꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯗꯨꯔꯒꯥ ꯄꯨꯖꯥꯒꯤ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯋꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯗꯨꯅ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯀꯨꯏꯅ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯕꯗꯣ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯔꯔꯣꯏꯁꯤ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗꯁꯨ ꯍꯪꯉꯝꯕꯩꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯕꯦꯁ ꯑꯣꯐ 5 ꯌꯥꯔꯦꯗꯥꯅ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯅꯁꯨ ꯍꯥꯏꯈꯤꯕꯩꯅꯤ ꯇꯣꯞ 3ꯗ ꯃꯅꯤꯄꯨꯔꯒꯤ ꯇꯤꯝ 2 ꯂꯩꯔ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ ꯑꯇꯣꯞꯄꯅ ꯉꯝꯄꯣꯟꯇꯦ ꯃꯥꯅꯦ ꯉꯝꯃꯣ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯥꯐꯇꯔ ꯑꯃ ꯐꯖꯅ ꯊꯝꯁꯦꯕ ꯗ꯭ꯔꯥꯐꯇꯔꯗꯤ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯌꯥꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯏꯑꯕꯀꯣ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯌꯣꯝꯃꯣꯝꯒ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯇꯥꯟꯅꯔ ꯇꯧꯕꯅꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯏꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤꯗꯤ ꯊꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯏꯑꯕꯀꯣ ꯍꯧꯖꯤꯛꯀꯤ ꯂꯥꯁꯀꯤ ꯄꯤꯛꯁꯦ ꯐꯗꯤ ꯐꯖꯩꯅꯦꯕꯀꯣ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯐꯖꯗꯕꯗꯤ ꯅꯠꯇꯦꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯔꯨꯕꯤꯅ ꯀꯣꯠꯂꯤꯅꯦ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯀꯣꯠꯄꯗꯣ ꯀꯤꯜꯗꯣ ꯁꯦꯀ꯭ꯌꯣꯔ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯕ ꯁꯦꯀ꯭ꯌꯣꯔ ꯇꯧꯕ ꯉꯝꯗ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯍꯥꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯗꯦꯃꯦꯖ ꯑꯥꯎꯠꯄꯨꯠ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤ ꯗꯦꯃꯦꯖ ꯑꯥꯎꯠꯄꯨꯠꯇꯣ ꯌꯥꯎꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯕ ꯕꯛ ꯂꯥꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯅꯣ ꯇꯧꯔꯒ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯄꯞ ꯍꯥꯠꯇꯣꯛꯈꯤꯒꯗꯕ ꯀꯩꯅꯣꯗꯣ ꯌꯥꯎꯗ꯭ꯔꯦꯕ ꯑꯗꯨꯏꯅꯦꯕ ꯍꯥꯎꯁꯤꯁꯨ ꯁꯤꯟꯖꯦ ꯂꯣꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯁꯨ ꯂꯥꯎꯖꯦ ꯀꯣꯁ ꯃꯌꯥꯝꯁꯤꯅ ꯃꯤꯠꯇ ꯆꯪꯉꯦꯍꯦ ꯔꯦꯟꯇ ꯂꯩꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯅꯪ ꯃꯥꯂꯦꯝꯉꯥꯟꯕꯤ ꯌꯥꯎꯕꯩꯗꯤ ꯑꯦꯅꯥꯔꯀꯤꯗꯁꯨ ꯕ꯭ꯔꯗꯔ ꯕꯤꯠ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯤꯁꯤꯗꯤ ꯃꯥꯅꯦ ꯆꯨꯝꯃꯤ ꯔꯥꯏꯠ ꯑꯗꯣ ꯂꯐꯨ ꯀꯥꯕꯤꯒꯤꯁꯤ ꯀꯌꯥꯝ ꯋꯥꯠꯂꯤꯖꯥꯠꯅꯣ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯉꯥꯏꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏꯁꯦ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ ꯀꯤꯂꯤꯡ ꯐꯤꯜꯗ ꯈꯥꯎꯗꯣꯏꯅꯦ ꯍꯥꯎꯁꯤ ꯑꯝꯇ ꯁꯤꯟꯁꯤ ꯃꯤ ꯗꯨꯔꯒꯥ ꯄꯨꯖꯥ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯕ ꯁ꯭ꯇ꯭ꯔꯤꯝꯁꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯑꯔꯥꯝꯕꯥꯏ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯠꯇꯨꯒ ꯈꯥꯎꯖꯤꯜꯂꯣ DUꯗꯤ ꯀꯩ ꯗꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯚꯔꯁꯤꯇꯤ DUꯗꯤ ꯙꯅꯃꯟꯖꯨꯔꯤ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯚꯔꯁꯤꯇꯤ ꯃꯣꯏ DUꯅ ꯑꯣꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ DMUꯅ ꯑꯣꯏꯒꯗꯕꯅꯦ ꯙꯅꯃꯟꯖꯨꯔꯤ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯚꯔꯁꯤꯇꯤ ꯑꯣꯏꯈ꯭ꯔꯦ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯒꯤꯗꯅꯤ ꯍꯣꯏ ꯑꯜꯕꯔꯠ ꯑꯩꯅ ꯍꯥꯏꯅꯤꯡꯉꯤꯁꯦ ꯑꯔꯥꯝꯕ ꯌꯨꯅꯤꯠꯇꯨꯒ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ ꯈꯥꯎꯕ ꯌꯥꯗꯕ꯭ꯔꯣ ꯌꯥꯝ ꯍꯩꯕ ꯃꯥꯜꯂꯤꯀꯣ ꯇꯜꯂꯤꯉꯣ ꯍꯥꯏꯔ ꯗꯦꯜꯂꯤ ꯂꯩꯔꯒ ꯃꯌꯥꯡꯗ ꯒꯨꯟꯗꯥ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯣ ꯁ꯭ꯋꯥꯏꯗꯗꯤ ꯌꯥꯔꯣꯏ ꯀꯤꯂꯤꯡ ꯐꯤꯜꯗ ꯂꯥꯛꯀꯦ ꯁꯥꯟꯅꯁꯦ ꯃꯥꯂꯦꯝꯉꯥꯟꯕꯤ ꯖꯤ ꯅꯥꯟꯗꯕꯤꯗꯣ ꯑꯣ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯀꯤꯂꯤꯡ ꯐꯤꯜꯒꯤ ꯂꯩꯕꯗꯣ ꯃꯣꯏ ꯂꯝꯄꯥꯛꯇ stream siam chill oidro adhamora gi sai do ta ja ni bung sai ta ro copyright lak tara na hang gi sai do ta de bel mu moi je pung kya dai no ai jo jo da hang gi se moi draft lai ba kamai taro ge hang okay okay lobby le re hau do re lobby le re guys lobby le re hai tang ba tau set oi ba phai bane hojik moi lobby le re to hau do re ado moi lobby le kan si da isu maning amta changu ge nai rasi play nuai na ba ke kai no khara lei ru khi ge nupi na hai ba in ba nupi lu na taw ba sa da mora ne hai de ro lopi hai tang ba taw jo joi lobby le re to okay hore is cute ka songe sdg se lagao play nuai na ba laga lex to taw lopi is cute ka songe lagao khomin na ba ya ba partner ma pam jai nang adu kum ba ngak ta ni partner khara ki bu gi ne background sound like cut low bro okay
to watch out the esports to be at
level ga
place
ta ga
right
ju
the
f4
Anarchy
hek ta
is
taw ra
rising.
yai
One of
ai
the
hanging
team
se nang
who
khang
were
ra
I mean, in the
ไอ้
down
ที่ police
phase,
โอ้ยในยิ
then
งไป
comes
ไล่
into
ไล่
the
เกี่ยวก่อน
mid phase, and right now they are the top team of India. They managed to secure the spot in the Wardrum Esports right now at the Battleline Esports, and maybe they'll be securing some other sports. I mean, spots in some other esports as well. I mean, in the upcoming tournament in which you or me or Ray or Fredo will be casting there, will be watching their emerging victory, emerging domination, which they are just giving up, because you know what? It was 3-1 for the score in the BO5 series against Elusivity to secure the spot of top one. Team
ที่นั่น
Anarchy
third
did.
place กันนี่กู guys third
And
place
right
กัน
now it's LAFU
กู
KABI.
list กันที่เกี่ยวว่าหน่อยค่อยมุมเลย
Before we
Yeah.
อินลิส
talk
ก็จะ
about
สั
the
กให้
draft,
STG จ้ะ
your guess for the game, what will be the score, and who will be the winner?
I'm very biased. I'm gonna take the YAMA esports side, man. I think you know the reasons why, but I'll be biased here. Sorry, I gotta stick with the boys. I support them. I've been seeing them grind behind the scene. I've been, um, not really communicating so much with all the members, but with a few of them, I do know them personally. So I feel like, even if nobody supports them, I'm gonna be supporting them. LAFU KABI, they have an immense
police
fan
book
following,
kinari
they have an
music
immense
sibo
support
gel
system.
jang da
So
sala kai
I feel
khawdat
they'll
lu
do
se
really
lagaw
well
da
in this matchup. I have 100% faith that,
kana ma
the
yeng ga
fans won't fail them. The direct mid
I need
gap,
to
or the
see
direct mid gap,
something
will be there. So
something
yes, Yash. And talking about both these teams, they have immense potential. They are the uprising teams, right? They're the teams that are actually making their name once again. YAMA Esports might be a new name to a lot of other people, but we have heard about this name for almost a year. And
oi boy
before
khaw
that,
shiro lopi
so for that we
ncv
talk about
kai
it. And LAFU KABI, they have been, rebranded into what they are now, with the new players joining in. Really some popular names, really some, players that, need to put your eyes on. But the same could be said for YAMA Esports currently, because the
third place
lineup
ko
is
guys
full of
nung
stars. At
thora
the same
malak
time,
padai
they
ta
are,
tumura
a team with a lot of other, from a lot of different squads together, coming together, right? Just like LAFU KABI here. And the draft here, we did not talk too much. The bans solely onto the tanky front line. They banned 3 tanky heroes: the Baxia, the Grok, as well as the Garud Kacha, and they pick up the CC. So the CC actually count as the tanky heroes, but at the same time, they're keeping their options open. So this will again force them to actually go for something which might not be so tanky, or which might not actually lose the lane. But the Harith as well as the Lancelot, really comfortable picks for the side of LAFU KABI. I would say, um, their jungler, that is, I think it was Berserk. It was changed to Berserk. I think it was somebody else that was playing. I think Lomon or somebody else was playing. Who was playing the jungle for LAFU KABI?
nang su yaw do ni
No,
Debrel
it's Yotaru.
yaw ai ro ai di sangale di paisa pairaga noi khaw
My
Berserk
bad.
is from Seoul.
ai na kan paisa
Okay,
pairaga
my
ni
bad,
oi
my
ge
bad.
ba
My bad, my bad. No,
Together.
no, no.
kabida
No, no,
ibani
no, no.
paisa
I
tam
mean,
se
by Berserk, by
kana
Berserk,
khaw
I
de
mean
ba
Berserker.
lapu
So I thought
lopi
the
na khaw de
Berserker
ro
was playing in
mahabharata
this line. So
tu
that
mo
is
dam
like
ne
Nixon
bhimna
that was
durvasa
playing,
mu
but
ni seva
Yatoro is
tau tara
Yatoro or Yotoro is a
kabita
new name.
guguna
I just
khana
got
hore
confused there. But for the goal lane, it's gonna be really amazing matchup, eh? Is it the Lunox goal lane? Because Misery really like to flex that hero a lot
9-13.
often, right, onto the goal lane. So it might be a
nesala
gold
uro gugu ai
matchup between both the mages here. So I'm looking forward to that.
tau
Farsa, though,
tau
can
respect
really disrupt the
discipline ka
rotation as well as the positioning
ko
for this YSS.
tau
Love the
ko
picks from both the sides. Actually, really smart drafting coming in. I think this is what made them the top 4 teams in NCC, right? The drafting skills as well as the execution um, prowess, for sure.
Yeah, of course, they are right now in the top 4 and top 3 teams. They're fighting for the position, and one team will be emerging as the top 3 and top 4. So let's see who it will be. I mean, this is the fun of this game is. I mean,
play hore
apart from all those round robin matches we had in these 7 days,
Mogi-
right now we're having the
khoi
tiebreaker for
mom gi
these 4
hills nan
teams. And
net lo noi
talking
khongbi
about the
da
position, I'll let you know
kai no ai
that
to lege engon da
Team
hekta chi bo
Armageddon
kai no
finishes off
asigi
at
STG gi
number 7,
kai no
KABI
je
team at number 8. And if I'm not wrong,
mai gi
the
mo pap
Neon
ki dak si
Genesis
mu khalle
finishes
ne
it
tau
up
ri je
at
mai green screen am
number
ta lai da
6,
pi da dra khang de
and
tau ri
number 5 was SBI, one of the
Yes.
underdog team in this whole, top 8 team. So congratulations SBI, congratulations Neon Genesis, congratulations Armageddon, congratulations KABI team, and each and every team who participated in our NCC summer. We love to have you all, but what can I say? These top 8 teams are the prize pool holder. But
I
let's
mean,
talk about the draft, guys. Right now,
you know
as
what?
we're speaking out of the
I feel making it this far, like you mentioned, would be a prize in itself, right?
of
So
course,
they should be proud of themselves instead of just looking at the pessimistic side of the story, right? So
yeah.
yeah, go on, please.
I
Whatever
would
you was.
actually congratulate Team Illegal Esports and Outlaws as
Gugura
well,
na
even though they
saktuga
are not getting
haire
anything from the
Devel
share of the prize pool,
Gavitada.
but still they managed to.
Gugura.
I mean,
Haja
goes into
sanada.
the top 10 spot with so many.
Sai chadoi
I
ne.
mean,
Respect
mythic
tawdabagi
leaderboard
matai
team
mada.
as well as
Mopak
elite
pidak
leaderboard
ka
team
padar
doesn't
galni
have the
asi
chance to
sinal
be in the top
rok
10 as well.
tawija.
So I mean, these are the
Padar amana
rising
padar
thing
amana bapida.
which is happening for this underdogs, and I believe in coming months,
No
in coming
destination.
community tournaments, we'll be seeing them rising as well. I mean, far more than these big teams, or maybe they will be
Absolutely.
one day we'll be seeing them to defeat them as well, just like SBI did. I mean, they are right now in the fifth position, not by chance. They're by their hard work. I mean, they managed to defeat Neon Genesis. They managed to
Gugu
defeat
nang su
LAFU
ibo nupi
KABI.
ani
They
siga
managed to
onsen na
defeat
kana sin kanman ge
SDS.
bai talle.
So many teams, so many upsets they managed to give us all these times. And I mean, when this thing's going on again and again, you cannot actually say it's upset. You can actually say it's the thing they are doing. It's their, I mean, practice. It's their grinding which they have done
You
so
know
far.
what, Ash? There's a saying. Okay, if it happens once, it could be an accident or a coincidence. If it happens more than once, it is an act. It is something that has been planned for sure. But talking about planned things, look at the draft here, Ash. The band's already done with the Ruby, a good read because Ruby could be really a good flex onto the goal lane. Double fighter combination with the with the Lunox always being on the mid lane. The Angela, good. I would not say the Angela would be the best with the YSS. Really squishy, but again, it can be flexed into the mid lane, so could be a
Yeah.
possibility. The Lapu as well as the Uranus being banned. Interesting
Oh.
choice, but okay. I was correct about the gold lane Lunox though here.
Of course, against Harith, obviously, I mean, goal lane Lunox actually works, and that too. But it's the thing. I mean, both of the goal laners from both the sides, YAMA as well as LAFU KABI, Misery, and Kel, both are good with the Harith. Both are good with the Granger. Both are good with the Moscow as well. So this is why I
Yep.
mean this match is so legendary. But I mean, are we gonna see YAMA Esports taking the revenge for the round robin
Of course,
stage, the
of
round
course.
robin defeat against
Any
LAFU
day,
KABI,
any time
or
of the day,
okay.
any time of
Or
the day.
LAFU KABI will be taking on the series tonight. Let's see. Kimi coming in. Last pick. It will be an hour lot because the Uranus, the trademark pick of Ashbourne, is banned. So he's going with the hour lot. And obviously, I mean, no, it's not Madara. It is, if I'm not wrong, it is. Okay, I
Who
just
is it,
call it.
Ash? It's Brusco.
Okay,
Brusco.
Brusco.
Yes, sir, Mr. Brusco. But again, I think Ashbourne is really good with the R lot at the same time. Like he has a very good
Nang
hero
paisa
pool.
paira sien
But
gradi aina
once again, we'll talk more
khawni
about the draft
pung
once we enter
9:30
the game.
tadre
Ladies
set
and
oiba
gentlemen,
mina
though, this is
han
going to
gani
be the
chalaga ina
first
first
match
time
in this
what's a message
game number.
amtang
Sorry,
drop
this is going
tor
to be the
mo
first
muthi
game in the match number 2
anarchy bharat
between
number 1
YAMA Esports
tare ne
from the
tare
English
tare tare
and
mon
from the
tare
foreign
phone
and English and the foreign language
ai social
university, of
media
course, and
nai
technology
nai
going
thaire
on
na thaire
against
ig pai
Manipur University. That is going to be Team
Thar
LAFU KABI
okay okay
representing
match
them
over
in this
match ta
tiebreaker
focus towards it
at the NCC for the third
LAFU
and the
KABI
fourth
versus
position.
YAMA Esports
So brace yourself because the match is going to be really hard. But look at something which is
YAMA.
really hard in the mid lane. The poke damage, right?
YAMA Esports
Ash, you see very different approaches, right, from both the teams. Lancelot with the early, dive, with the early aggression, along with the Hilda, but YAMA Esports with the more
Ay,
of
Sol
a
kita,
steady
yola
draft
keswaida.
coming in here,
Yon
more
jala.
of like kiting away, more like re-engage kind of tool. So, which one do you think actually gets the upper hand, at least in the early to mid game?
I believe like it's tilted towards Yama. The whole
No
draft,
piece good oh yeah.
it's Yama having the upper
Oh,
hand
yeah,
here
yeah.
because the Lunox will actually play a winning lane onto that Harith, as well as if you will talk about the Kimi, she got the range there, which is not having by Forza. I mean, Forza does have the range, but with the feather airstrike, but the continuous burst will be there from the Kimi, and that too with the range. So obviously, I mean, this winning lane draft is being done by the side of Yama Esports. So they will be
Masi
having
itay-
the upper hand, but
itay
it's
oy
all
ba
about the
yan?
execution part. I
Nupira.
mean, if the
Yani yani.
micro or macro
cheater
little
pisan
bit
bro,
tilted
monda.
towards Team LAFU KABI, they can actually acquire the whole game from them.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
now,
karan tana
potential
game ying
gank
jabe na
onto
mai ma
Nag
than match ki
there
play
on the
su yam na mai
EVT
hong
lane
na kan
before
jida
the
sana kan
turtle
da ko
arrives.
game yeng ko adu da khang de
But no level 4 yet so far for the mid lane duo. The jungler though already level 4, trying to get a bit of advantage before this first turtle will be up. 50-50 so far, going for a setup here. Abyss TZ with the start though.
Yep, the penetration circle coming in. Kimi with the
Oh.
burst. Oh, Yatoru goes in there with the puncture's help. Final flash comes in. They're finding the way for CC. First blood secured by Zozo. Direct mid gap. Yatoru finds
Direct
the
mid
turtle.
gap
Puncture
kaya.
comes in as well once again. Brusco goes behind there. A lot of damage coming in. Ashborn with the lead. Pam finds the kill onto the Yishachi. Falls down there. As well as Absteezy in the hand of Brusco, and they might get the blue buff
runner
as well.
price
Throne Rose coming in.
yam bani
Kimi
sigi bro
following up
akhoi
here.
hoji
I don't
55
feel like
ge
the
diamond ni
Lance will
phang
be
de se aduga
going for the blue buff. Oh,
case
star.
oina
Yeah, actually saving the
15K
purple
ra.
buff for his jungler,
15K ra
making
kya
sure that
nama
he does
phang bane.
not
12K
get
ra,
behind
15K
in
ra,
terms of
dana-
EXP.
dana
Although that
mo iba.
fight, the first turtle fight, was not really in the favor of YAMA Esports. They were able to just, maneuver their way back, having just a steady ground to play on. Because if they had not only lost the turtle, but alongside that, they had lost their jungle, that would have really made this YSS go behind in terms of farm, in terms of gold. So really low scaling, that's the thing. LAFU KABI with that early aggression, with that early engage with Ashbon, with Brusco as well as Yatoro going in with the damage, is going to be really difficult for the side of YAMA Esports to actually sustain or answer back, because you can see Abyss TC, even though he's high lows, he does require some items, and while he's not going to be dishing out so much
Direct mid
damage
game na PB
right
cast
off the
dun
bat,
si
he
Dimane.
needs some items before he can actually be viable. But talking about being viable, you can see Brusco trying to be a bit aggressive.
Tara.
Here's the
Tara,
Mountain
Tara.
Shocker, Feather Edge
Phasai
Strike though.
na.
Okay, Feather Airstrike comes in. Lomlomai falls down in the hand
Phasai,
of
phasai.
Abyss TC. Brusco goes down as well. When Romer taking
Ini
out the
po ki
Romer,
ama
but
lai
at
raga
what
pusalam bati
cost?
yador sol to.
At the cost of Lomlomai. So obviously, I
Adina
mean, not a
isu
good trade
mana
coming
thirak
out from the
pangai
side of
bane kabita
Team YAMA Esports at this moment.
how
But you
to
know, I mean,
pa
there is a
yani.
catch going on here.
Ama
I
nate
mean,
ama
might be thinking by
pusala
our viewers.
Yare yare
And I
man
wanna
gaming
ask
gaming
Export,
gaming
obviously, but before that, Puncture comes in. Throne Rose as well. In the meantime,
Okay.
off-cam kill there for
hard krage
Dark
o
onto
Dark
Ashborn. 1v1. He managed to clear it down with the yo-yo blazed
lom
on with the
lom
curtain
mai
rod as well. And there you go, guys. Another yo-yo blaze. Brusco goes in there, giving a
Yare
little
yare
bit of
gaming
zone onto the
gaming
turtle
gaming
side.
game
Oh,
focus to
Misery?
Oh. Feather Strike comes in. Zozo there. But doesn't matter. I mean, this time the C curve is already met. Dark is there. And Ashborn about to come into the turtle side. I believe like YAMA Esports is having this turtle for themselves. Let's see if the contestant comes in. A lot of damage with the
Oh,
mountain
right.
sucker. Flicker comes in. Ashburn falls down in the hand of Lomlamai. Brusco taking a
Yeah,
beautiful
yeah.
position,
She's
getting
a time,
zoned
she
out
like
by
go,
Dark.
may
In
tai
the
go.
meantime, Puncture
Okay.
comes in. Throne Rose as well. Retreat
Okay.
from them. It's Lomlamai
May
with the
tai,
turtle
time,
sail.
time, she's
What
may
a
tai
way
go.
to secure the turtle against a Lancelot. Penetration circle. Romer, Brusco going back with the help of the mobility. But before that, Puncture comes in. He got a stun there with the
Yeah.
help of the coming
Oh.
out with the high loss.
Hai
In the
si adum
meantime,
lep trade mo ju bro.
That's kill there. Cling spree for Zozo.
Continue to talk
Kill
challe na.
onto Viole and recalling Memphis paper. What is happening in the bot side? Misery getting a tier, getting a macro lead onto his hand. The first tier falling down from the side of LAFU KABI and going into
know
the
what?
hand of YAMA Esports. Before I throw it to you, Shindu, I just want to ask you, I mean, why the high loss is without the skin, and why is Kimmy is in the, second basic skin? Can you tell me?
I don't know. Might be a strategy here. But you know what? You just told that Ash TZ got a kill out there. That was really funny because I don't see Ash TZ playing. I see him casting out here. Might be Ash Vaughn that you're looking at.
Absties.
Oh, okay, Abyss TZ. Oh my god, my bad. My ears are ringing out, it seems. But again, the TZs, right? The TZs, brother, really making sure that your games are entertained. So once again, the answer to your question, not really too sure. Maybe some kind of lucky charm, there going on.
No.
But
If you'll
okay.
actually see the glorious pathway,
Blair
the
Arlot
traction
in
burst
his
this
chest.
skin,
Blair
and
Arlot.
without the skin of Hylos, I mean with the basic skin, not even the basic, the normal one is actually not visible properly. So it will actually be a thing, I mean helpful thing. I mean if you have known about the skin strategy, just like Xbog Transformer skin, and you can actually zone out the last insanity in that thing. I mean you can actually see the proper position of the last insanity. Its range, just like that. I mean, in this skin of high loss, I mean, which is nothing.
Uh-oh.
You can actually not see the glorious pathway properly. For the enemy, it will be a little bit difficult to like dodge it out. But now traction pulse comes
Okay.
in.
Okay. There is the stun on towards Brusco, but
EVT
able to get out.
runner up
And
oydoru
forward,
dadeba.
final slash
Runner up
from Ashbone. Still
Second-
survives. It's the feather
second
airstrike, but Ashbone gets
runner-up.
taken down in the hands of Dark. But it's
Rest of the
all
crowd
out
on the
brawl
third.
that you're looking at. And Yama Esports, they're trying to zone out LAFU KABI, but the turtle is going to be the main target. But Brusco takes down Lom Mai, and with that, the turtle is in the hands of Yatoro. Brusco gets taken down by Dark here, but Kel will find a dead, but Yatoro still finds a kill before he finally gets taken down. But even despite that, Yama Esports actually emerging victorious in that team fight.
He finds the. I mean, they managed to get a wipe out there. Ashbone coming in. He needs to go back because there would be a final slash for him. Of course, I mean, right on to the point. Now, I mean, Team LAFU KABI.
ไอ้ที่น่าหันเกตเตอร์ไงเนี่ยซาพิทักปะตัวโพสต์ที่มณิปุรกิมานาวสิง
With a
เลยมัก
wipeout,
ยาวเลย
and
ไม่
this is
ต่อ
the
อีกเดียว
insane
ยาว
thing.
ยาว
I mean,
นี่
the
ตัวยาว
micro
กัน
lead into the hand of LAFU, in the hand of YAMA Esports. They're having a 1.5k goal lead, which is not at all a much. It can be, I mean, recuperated easily. But the thing is, I mean, you know, Hindi mein wo kahavat hai, boon boon se sagar banta hai, like that. I mean, this
Yes,
little
yes,
bit
yes.
of things will actually hold up to a bigger lead as well onto the goal.
ไอ้ที่น่าหั
Yeah,
น
I mean, talking about in terms of goal, yes, it is not very astronomical number that
Kaya
we're
na
looking
lo,
at, but
pinang
still, like
nat-
you mentioned,
tigra
every
ra-
goal
no yung
counts,
ko,
and
no
as long as they
comment
can
yung
control the
game yung
economy,
ko,
they can actually
ginawa
control
yan
the
ako.
game, the momentum. But so far, you can see, despite
game
having
repra-
almost equal,
paise
like
may
2
tane.
kills behind, LAFU
Mountain
KABI, they
Shocker?
have not really pushed. Okay, Mountain Shocker was used, but not really any more follow-ups out there. But okay, Dark, 1v1.
Flash coming on to the dark.
Oh!
And as well, mid gap. Oh, shut down from Ashbone
การ
there.
สัก
On
ขะเกต
the
ดัก
dark.
สักครับ
Nice one. Function
Nice
comes
one though, but okay. They want to engage furthermore
Good
because they
gaming
do not
ko,
have
kung
their
comment ako,
ultimates
good
up. I
gaming.
think it might be just best interest for themselves to just hold on to their lead because they can actually just push some turrets up top because that is completely open with Dark not being available. The rest of the team is of course rotating, but another problem is the Lord here, so they need to choose what do they want to do. You can see Lom Mai is already there, but the Mountain Shocker really being used up early on, so he will not have the vision here, but they might engage on towards him.
No, not a good engage from Zozo and Brusco, I
Okay.
believe. But there you go. Penetration circle, glorious pathway popped up as well. A lot of resources been burned down from both these sides. And there you go, the Lord dance. So just a bluff coming out from the side of Yama Esports. They're just zoning out the perfect situation so that they can actually go for this Lord. There you go.
Oh,
The immune
oh,
system,
oh,
Mountain Shocker
oh.
finds a flash from Asbon, but Asbon will be deleted down instantly by CC onto the mark. And there you go, the puncture comes in. Harith with his Zaman Force popped up there. Now it's a thing, I mean, they doesn't have the opener, they doesn't have the Ashbone there. It's just the Brusco out there, Zozo as well. Might be a thing for Team Yama Esports, or we might gonna see a clutch steal coming out from this Yatoru. But there you go,
Okay.
Zozo with a flicker.
Oi.
He finds the kill on the Lom Mai. Brusco falls down in the hand of the misery. Kel's going with the Zaman Force, finds the Throne Lizard. Not any kill, not any casualty, but right now I don't feel like Yama Esports should go with the Lord because we don't have Lom Mai in their side.
Just 15 seconds away, they can just stall it out for a little bit. With both the teams actually losing out a member, this is not a very winning fight for either of the side. However, LAFU KABI, despite that, actually starting it off. Feather airstrike once again, but Misery.
Okay, another one. Zaman Force popped up. Mountain Shocker
Oh.
coming. A lot of burst
Dark.
damage
Jose,
from the
my
CC.
backline.
Yo, please, just connected
Tama
on to
ba sa
Zozo.
ibig?
Zozo
Jose,
falls
Jose.
down. Double wall to the
Jose ka,
Ashbone.
logo no.
Might go
Lens
for a
na.
triple at this
Jose.
point. Look at the
Gato.
kill.
Oy, kaya logo rin eh.
Mai with the retreat, secure the Lord, and a mega will be
Jose
secured by
logo rin eh.
Misery. He might go
Jose.
for a double, but no, it's a triple for Dark.
Oh,
Dark bringing the
no.
darkness here for the side of LAFU KABI. I mean, it's just like that. You merely adopted the darkness. I am born
Yes,
with
sir.
this.
Brusco, though, trying to recall.
Yeah, he's getting down. He's being trapped down there. He deleted down. Oh my goodness.
No, that's
why,
man.
Why Vista? Why not a maniac to dark? Why unstoppable?
Crazy, man. Too much time for sure. But again, that's almost a complete wipeout towards the side of LAFU KABI, this time from the side of YAMA Esports, really dominating that team fight, emerging not only with a lot, but also with a lot of push, a lot of turrets taken down, the second tiers all down. The inhibitors now in jeopardy, might just get pushed in towards like that.
Loris pathway, free man there, Feather Strike coming in, Zozo with the pass, but look at that! In the meantime, it is Lomlomai onto Misery, not Misery, it is actually Kill, getting down in the hand of Lomlomai, but right now the chunky minions are waiting at the top inhibitor, and all the blazing goes off as well. This is not so good for LAFU KABI on the game number 1. YAMA is actually, getting the mark onto their hand for now. They might take on this game because they're having a lead of 6k gold with, you can say, 8 micro, and there is a lead of 6 macro. But this is the thing, everything is in their hand at this point. And Shin, you're talking about the macro and micro. I want to ask you that at this point, the Lord fight which happened, obviously, what a immensely incredible retreat coming out from Lomlomai at the point. But what if, the Lord would have gone to LAFU KABI? Would have been, seeing a little bit of change because they got out. 4 members were out from the map.
I feel if they had got the Lord, they would have had gotten the advantage. Maybe they could have just equalized the gold, just capitalized on a little bit there. But with the goal lead being into the hands of YAMA Esports, this definitely makes it a lot more easier for their damage dealer to actually go in and burst the members down. You can see Kel, he's the damage dealer, right? He's the goal laner. He's supposed to just sustain the team fight with his shield, with his armor force, as well as, the synchrovision and the damage, of course. But the thing is, with the Lunox being active, Misery doing an absolutely phenomenal job in bursting him down. His target is not anybody else except for Kel, and after taking down Kel, he's actually going for the other member like Brusco for Ashborn. Ashborn is not even being able to sustain the damage because Dark is more like a damage dealer than an EXP laner, right? He's sustaining, but he's more like he's dishing out equal amount of damage, which is very difficult to actually sustain in the overall time, because with the War Axe, you're dealing out true damage, makes it very difficult, and they do not have any lock-on skill except for the stun from the Ashborn's first skill and Farsa's, maybe the second skill or the first skill combined. So with that, only they can actually stop the members. But that's totally enough, because you cannot stop a Lunox when she's in her brilliance form. You cannot stop YSS because he has a trace list, but with the Lord again being 50% down, this calls for a 50-50.
Popped up. There is an engage coming out from the FCZ as well as Dark. There you go. Second call. 2 men being caught up there. 4 men. Final slash coming out from Ashborn. 7 pros popped up. There you go. Brusco falls down in the hand of Lomlomai. Look at Dark. He's right up pushing out, but he'll be taking out Zozo in the mid lane. And there you go. Double for Viole onto the Lancey. And double for Dark onto Kill as well. 5-man down. It's an official wipeout for LAFU KABI team. YAMA Esports going with carpet on for the victory on the faucets. Is YAMA ye khoobsurat sama. And there you go. They will be locking down the base with the recall jumping coming in. It's the game number 1 goes to Team YAMA Esports from English and Foreign University.
Absolutely. Yama with the blessing of Yami-sama. Ami-sama, in this game. So, Ash, we need you back on the screen, man. I cannot just be doing this all by myself. We need to see your beautiful face, man. I mean, the handsome one. I'm sorry, I'm just kidding. But again, what a game, though. Like, the early game, even though it was slightly favoring LAFU KABI, mid to late game, the control, the way the macro was, into the hands of YAMA Esports was so on point, right? Not only they did not lose too many turrets in that overall game, they were also able to capitalize, like the retributions on point, the team fight even much more on point, right? Despite Ashborn giving the sets 4-man, 3-man final slash, there's nobody to capitalize on that, because one, like I mentioned, they did not have any hard CC, or they did not have any chain CC to combine with, right? Brusco is more of invade kind of hero. Like, you can invade, you can actually put the pressure onto the backline, but that's about it. He cannot really crowd control the opponents, and in overall, in a grand scheme, that is not really enough to stop a late game YSS, a Lunox, and CC. Like, somehow he was dealing more damage. He had 11 kills, man. Like, what? Which universe are we in? Dark, what are you made of? What do they feed you, man? What is Kami-sama feeding you, man?
He merely adopted the darkness. I'm born with it.
Hmm.
That's the dialogue from him. Let's see the MVP screen. It is. Oh,
Oh,
it is Avis
underrated,
easy.
man.
Okay.
Underrated, man.
Ah,
And,
Hmm.
2-1, 18. He got 2 kills with a 1 death and 18 assists. Obviously, I mean, a deserving MVP for him. But I mean, I believe like Dark. Okay, 11 to 5. Okay, that's huge difference. 18 assists with a 5 assists. So huge difference. I mean, if you will actually count the whole KD is 20, and for Dark it is 16. I'm taking my words back. It is obviously, I mean, Avis Teasy with the MVP, guys. Nobody has the chance to even pick it up for them. But now,
And
coming back here to the sense, guys, I mean, the second game is about to kick off. And before that, I want to ask you all that whom you're supporting. And if you're supporting Yama Esports, let me know in the comment section. As well as if you're supporting LAFU KABI, let me know that too. Because, I mean, you can also predict the score there. 3-1, 3-2, 2-3, 1-3, whatever your score is, or 3-0 maybe. I mean, might be the thing. But I believe like it's Lafukabi Shinryu, so it's not so easy to go for a 3-0 when you need to go
Yama
for a
Sports for
3-0.
the win. Yama Sports for the win, man. I've told you from the very beginning. I
I
don't
mean,
care
win,
who they're.
win is a thing, but dominating win might not be a thing. 3-0 might not be a thing. 3-2 might
and
be a thing.
and
3-1 might be.
and easy win is not a deserving win, man. It needs to be fought for. I
Course.
believe
But
that.
I
And
believe
if they,
that if the game continues like this, 3-0 is like coming up. So people
I
will be
think, I mean,
sticking that.
even though I'm supporting Yama Esports, it might be too quick. We might be too early to judge that, to think of that possibility, because something about Lafu Kabi, even though I'm being biased here, I'm just sorry, but I cannot be so biased at the same time. Yama Esports, I'm sorry, okay. But I feel there's something about Lafu Kabi that actually drives them when they are onto the losing end. Like, when they are pushed against the wall, when they're not really having that very great condition into just winning the game, I feel they pull up something which nobody expects, honestly. And wow, Ash just disappeared. Okay, Ash is back now, ladies and gentlemen.
ah,
But again, back to
game
the game,
jo
man. It's really difficult.
khoi game
Old
jo
age,
mina
Ash is
kagiba
getting old, ladies and
jo
gentlemen.
jo mina
You
kagadi
should just
fajaroi he.
meet him before he gets old, so you might just get the chance. But again, we're really quick with the draft here. Lafukabe this time onto the blue side, getting the first pick, of course, and Yama Esports, they will have the second pick, but not too much of a difference in the ban, except the respect ban coming off only for one person there, Ash. You know who is it?
Yeah, of course it's dark. It's dark.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. They are having a Gatotkacha ban as well as Jushin. I mean, Gatotkacha is too OP nowadays. Yeah, there is a Baksha, a respect towards not Yotaro, it is a respect towards Brusco. Grok as well. Might go for an
Mm-hmm.
Angela ban here because I mean Lafukabi loves to pick the Angela in the mid.
Best of 5
Zozo
ni moisu sandoise amadi
as well as
pogre
it
amadi
might be a
Yamana
thing. I mean, if
kagre.
they're picking out the
Game si
Angela,
third place game si.
Kishin Chin might go into the hand of Lom Lomai.
Oh,
Oh, are they
Esmeralda.
going for the Lapu Lapu against the
Could be like
Lafu Kapu? Lafu Kabi?
Lafukavu. Okay, nice way, man. But I feel for Dark, he has a pretty interesting hero pool. Like he can also use the R lot. He has a bunch of options. He can go for the Lapu Lapu, but with all those spans, the 1-1 is open. But I don't feel the 1-1 is the best choice currently, because one, the Erythralista is very strong, a good natural counter towards the 1-1. Second, there is another counter, that is the range. Like most of the heroes, like Brody, like Clint, can really
Comment section
outrange
ji no
her
hum
a
na
lot of the
ngare no hum
times.
na
And
ngai wai tawraga
for
amo chana
Misery, I
UP
feel he has a very
thara
unique
yadre
hero
sidi
pool at the same time, so he might
yadre
just
yadre
pull up something
kaimdi
really
tawidamni
interesting out
hedo.
here. But see, I told you, for Mr. Dark, he's not just one trick player, man. He has a very good hero pool, and this is one of the heroes. Like, if not Arlot, if not Harith, I mean, if not Esmeralda, if not the CC, he has more heroes under his arsenal. So the Kalea, as well as the Phobius was a very good counter for the 1-1. We know that from the past, but with the recent changes, he can still get the passive proc really easily. A good way to counter her. But the Kalea
You
cannot
know,
really catch her. Yeah.
where the fun is right now, if Misery picked out the Harith, it will be immensely, I mean, uncounterable pick for him, as because the Phobius goes into the hand of dark. I mean, this is an OG combo, Phobius and Harith in the same team.
Yep.
So obviously, I mean, they might go for that strategy here because it's open all the time.
Lunox.
Oh, okay,
Lunox, man.
Snowball has won this time with the Uranus.
ꯑꯃꯣꯆꯥꯅ ꯈ꯭ꯋꯥꯏ ꯍꯩꯇꯕꯗꯣ
I mean,
ꯊꯣꯛꯂꯛꯑꯣ ꯅꯪ ꯌꯥꯎ
this is
ꯑꯗꯨꯒ
like,
ꯒꯨꯒꯨꯁꯦ
you know, this
ꯑꯩꯉꯣꯟꯗ
is like a
ꯑꯦꯕꯤꯗ
trademark
ꯐ꯭ꯔꯦꯟ
for
ꯔꯤꯀ꯭ꯋꯦꯁ
your mom at the
ꯊꯥꯖꯤꯜꯂꯛꯄꯤꯅꯦ
same time, right? Anytime we talk about Uranus, we remember your mom. Even
ꯑꯩꯁꯨ
Ashmore
ꯎꯅꯅꯤꯡꯉꯗꯤ
is really good at it, right? He might have not
ꯑꯥꯔꯠ
got the, you know, the
ꯑꯦꯛꯖꯤꯕꯤꯁꯟꯒꯨꯝꯕ ꯕꯨꯛ
fastest maniac
ꯁ꯭ꯇꯣꯔꯒꯨꯝꯕ
on
ꯁ꯭ꯇꯦꯠ ꯂꯥꯏꯕ꯭ꯔꯦꯔꯤꯒꯨꯝꯕꯗ
Uranus,
ꯂꯥꯛꯑꯣ
but
ꯑꯩꯅ
still,
ꯂꯣꯏ
I feel
ꯐꯨꯗꯣꯔꯕꯅꯦ ꯃꯣꯏ
this is still a
ꯂꯥꯏꯅꯞꯁꯦ
very good
ꯃꯤꯁꯦ
pick. Nevertheless, the
ꯔꯥꯏꯠ
Hylos
ꯔꯥꯏꯠ
gets
ꯔꯥꯏꯠ
banned, especially from the side of Team Yama Esports this time,
ꯌꯨꯉꯧꯕꯁꯤꯡꯒꯤ
reducing the
ꯄ꯭ꯂꯦꯁꯤꯡꯁꯤ
sustain.
ꯗꯤꯁꯒꯁꯇꯤꯡ
But
ꯑꯣꯏ
I
ꯀꯥꯏ
feel the Uranus can be countered, man. They have a Lunox, right? The Lunox can really melt down the Uranus if like she has enough items.
And there you go. It's a Ishin Shin ban onto for Lom Lom Mai, obviously, but he can go for the
Fanny.
Fanny. Yep, he's good with the Fanny as well. So let's see. And the last man coming in, I might think might be a mid lane, a Selena or a Farsa. What do you think? What should
They
be
are banning
responsible for?
something. They're banning something into the gold lane. I mean, maybe the roaming section, man. I feel they can just ban out the Garut Kacha. Okay, Garut Kacha is banned actually. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah. Gatot is
Um,
down. Kalea being picked up, so I believe like Brusco can go with what?
what else is the option?
Will go with what? I mean, his Hylos is banned. His Kalea being picked up. His Gatot Kacha is banned right now. Bakshia as well. Grok as
What is,
well. My
what is that?
goodness.
Eve. Eve is banned. Okay, Eve is a good ban actually. Mhm.
Okay, he is banned. But let's talk about Brusco.
ꯗꯥꯏꯅꯥꯒ
Brusco's
ꯍꯩꯖꯜꯂꯦ
franchise.
ꯀꯥꯏꯗꯩ
Angela?
ꯗꯥꯏꯅꯥꯅꯣ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯌꯥꯏ ꯅꯣꯏ
No,
ꯋꯥꯏꯜ
I feel
ꯒꯦꯁꯇꯣ
he can go for the
Angela.
Khalid. He can go for the Khalid one. Apart from the Khalid, he can actually go for maybe the Minotaur could be a good option, but depends because the Minotaur can actually immune that, you know, fine, like anytime the Minotaur gets ult, he can actually go in and use the minion fury with the 4 or 5 man knockup. That could be a very good set for the rest of the team to actually follow up on. Apart from that, they can actually go for something of a more like could be the Franco. I'm not a too big fan of the Franco though, so
What
not
about
really, you
like
know,
a
considering
Hilda? What about a Hilda?
Hilda. Hilda could be very good option, but I feel not really enough to stop them though. Like they need something a bit of hard CC perhaps. The Fanny gets banned. They are reading it quite right, the draft. So I still feel Lom Lom has a very good hero pool though. Like you cannot actually ban him out. More like, you know, you can just reduce the options for him, but you cannot actually ban it out. There's Joy as an option. I feel even some other heroes like the Hayabusa could be a very good option in this game. Actually, the Hayabusa is open. Lom Lom I can actually pick it up and actually just dominate. You can just keep the goal lane as an option for them to just actually counter it out really well. But I feel for Lafkabi, a Farsa would be really good option paired up with maybe a
No. When Kadita is
the
open, I don't feel like Farsa will be a good option. Oh, veteran.
Okay. The
Nice.
Predator is good. I mean, they can actually flex the Kadita still. That's a very big possibility.
Yeah.
But the Farsa, the thing about Farsa is that, you know, if you have somebody to open up the map, you can actually really dominate a lot more because you just need to position yourself. So wait, my just camera got locked in, so I just unlock it.
ꯑꯣꯀꯦ ꯑꯣꯀꯦ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ ꯌꯦꯡꯉꯁꯤ
In a very
ꯕꯦꯁ
bad
ꯑꯣꯐ 5
position to get locked on, but again, I'll be back. So yeah, I feel with the, you know, Farsa is like more about positioning than actually getting countered out because yes, there are a lot of natural counters in this game, but there is nobody to dive into the backline except for the Kalea and the Phobius, but they do not have enough range to actually cover it up. They need to force their flicker out, and that's a very big resource that you can actually burn out from your team. But apart from that, I knowing Zozo, he can actually go for even the Kimi man onto the middle lane, I believe. See, Kimi man, I told you.
Kimi here will be a good pick, not because I mean Kimi is suited for the Akai, but it's because Kimi would have been a great pick for the lineup of Yama Esports if you will actually look after the lineup. It's
Okay.
Luna mid misery with the Granger. Nice. The last
I feel I am not very in favor with the grandeur pick here. One, because you know he cannot really
one
hit
one.
his skills properly. One, yeah. You know he cannot hit his first skill really easily. That is going to be a very difficult thing to do. But at the same time, there is a Lancelot, right? Both are going to be very problematic for him. So kind of skeptical, but at the same time, it's misery, right? He can actually make it work. Let's see. Let's hope. Let's pray.
Let's hope for the best.
Score
guys.
si 1-0
Let's
lay.
hope
Ado
for,
sina second match
Team
ni.
YAMA to take on the second game so that we will be seeing 2 games or maybe the third game as obviously contesting one. Let's see what will happening because this time I believe the draft of LAFU KABI is actually better
Match
than
so
winning.
guys.
Last time I told you it's YAMA who are having the
Okay,
upper hand.
second
But
match.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Land of Dawn for the game number 2 at the BO5 series tiebreaker for the position 3rd and position 4th. It's Team LAFU KABI Manipur University going against Team YAMA Esports English and Foreign
Ngai bada
University.
sire da.
One team will be emerges as the number 3 and the loser will be getting the number 4. So here winners not taking it all, loser also getting something.
There's nobody losing it out, Ash. It's just like in a different position that we are talking about. So everybody is a winner out here, even for participating. There's a taunt though from Long Mai. It's a bunch of damage, but it might be Brusco is in trouble. First forces the flick around. Wiley wants to go in, able to outperform, like out-sustain that, but Bistisi finds the kill, but the rest of the troop is here. It's a 4v3 though. A lot of damage onto the side of Team LAFU KABI loses the second member and might just lose another as Soso is really low and there's a flicker from Tark. Take it down. 3 members down just under 1 minute, like in about under 2 minutes into the game here, Ash.
Bro, where was this LAFU KABI? I mean, from the day
Masak
one.
phajaba nupa koiba se wa bro.
They were not like this. I mean, they could have finished it up.
Are you telling like LAFU KABI needed to be this bad? That's what you're talking about, Ash? Or are you talking about YAMA Esports being too good, huh? Which one?
YAMA is being too good because this is the aggressive. I mean, they do have the pattern here, but going like this, I mean, kind of a thing. I mean, I was not expecting from the first minute.
Yeah.
It could have been a 4 kill because I mean, if your Taru doesn't find the puncture, goes back there. Could have also get down by nice zone coming in and I believe like a lot of chunky damage being there from the Kimi, but not a thing. Total dance already started. Kalaya might not join the total dance. They need to reset it.
Yeah, but Lomlom seems like to just hold it on. No flicker for Dark, mind you that. The flickers are still down for a lot of the members, especially the mid lane duo, XP2, Ashpon, still trying to go for a zoning, but Lomlom are able to secure it without any problem. Yatoro was too far away from taking it. But again, mid lane, there might be a skirmish. There's a knock-up. Tsunami Slam still not unlocked for a Bistiz. He does not have the flicker either. They wanted to go for a poke damage onto his Brusco, but able to just get out of the harm's way. So far, the game is peaceful though, except for that first minute brawl-out fight.
Yeah. And there you go, a little bit of Inferno Pursuit onto that Uranus 1v1 going at the top side. Obviously, EXP lane. What can we expect there? And now it's time for, if you actually look at the score, it's just 3-0 with the total in the hand of Team YAMA Esports. So everything, they're just accumulating everything from the very first minute of the game. So it's like they're dominating their whole side. But do you feel like at this moment we're gonna see a comeback from LAFU KABI because they're yet to open the notebook even.
It's never too early to rule out any teams, right? Because they have a very good draft, good sustain, but Dark wants to engage with a Infernal Pursuit and the Demonic Charge, but middle lane, a lot of damage though. Brusco, bit of low, so is Zozo, but YAMA Esports, they decided otherwise. They do not want to continue this skirmish any longer. They're just trying to play for the objectives, and that's all they want. They do not want any unnecessary deaths around the map. So again, just almost 4 minutes into the game, almost nearly a 2k goal lead though here, Ash.
Yeah, of course, but it's like a good start for the YAMA Esports, of course. Total, as I mentioned, they got the 3 kills, but now the game has been in the whole phase for the LAFU KABI. This is actually LAFU KABI's experience talking right now, because when they saw that they are actually not winning the fight against the smash duo, the notebook is open, guys. The total that's already started. I feel like it might be a total for LAFU KABI, but there is an engage coming out.
Tsunami Slam onto his Brusco, takes a lot of damage, forces the flicker out, but he will still fall Dark out there onto the backline, being a menace. Kel though really low, gets Infernal Pursuit on, but Mystery will pick up that kill. A knock up onto his Ashpawn, still trying to hold on, but it seems like Yatoro is not really interested in taking this turtle, so this might be a free
Lay-
turtle to
lay
the side of Team
Pajama
YAMA
Mayam.
Esports. 3-man
Go-
traction
go
pulse,
push
really
a
low
lot, but-
HP, and Ashbon going in with the consecration deals a bit of damage, but not really
Smart
enough to
hidden,
take
they can't
anybody down. The side of YAMA Esports, they're pushing their advances, but they are need to be
Lom
careful
lom
because the
mai,
top lane is
lom
wide
mai
open, and
mali ko pai
Yatoro
ja.
might
Aduga
just
moi
push it
Nigeria
in
correct
very
ko
easily
pai ja.
because, okay,
Nigeria
it seems like Brusco
Sure.
wanted to go in once again. Might be a very bad
Right, I'm
decision.
low,
Forces of heavy spin out of there, but resources being burned, but still, it's a equal trade. LAFU KABI, they actually pick up
Hazara su
a third up
100
top.
talle wa buduni pamija. Koi baby
Yeah, but
office tay hala.
losing out your
Office tay
members
hala
and
ni sa to
turtle
pressure
and
cooker
picking
fish
up
laung
a
nam
tier
to
on
set
the
kam
top.
to.
I don't like it. I mean,
Jeez,
you're
kawida nang
actually
koi sai hai do.
not making the trade which I was expecting from them in the game number 2.
Sana budul.
As I mentioned, they're
Sana
having the
budul
upper hand
Oh.
because of the drop, but no,
Right,
the
right.
engage is so good. The execution is so good. The synergy is so good from the side of YAMA.
Oh,
They're actually
what?
taking on the kill off. Oh my goodness, this is a revenge. This is a revenge for
Yep.
the kill happened on to, I mean, Viole earlier by Zoto.
Okay,
One of the
Ashbon gets engaged on, but I don't think so. They might just want to follow it up. But again, Brusco gets
Yam
engaged
paksaro
on.
draw si
Yatoro wants to
smoga
go in just to clear the
gazena
waves
to
in
moi
low.
thiaga luna ga
But
to
again, two members are
thiaga.
down.
Why the
Dark is
ayo rena?
available there, going in with the Infernal Pursuit. Really low HP. Brusco still has the heavy spin. Might was just to save it, but Violet was going in with the damage kills. Soul taking down Brusco. Kill finds Dark though here. He will take him down. Ashbon is there. Zozo is there. But the waves are not really there for YAMA Esports. So they just want to just cut the waves and just take down this first tier down ward. Again, two members are still there to defend. Ashbon trying to just cut the wave before it goes in, but there is Dark trying to zone out Zozo, but Ashbon not in a good spot, gets knocked up, lot of damage, and another kill.
Hanai
The
da
side
koi
of Team
jari
YAMA
nupi bu
Esports.
sin
Abdus
ko
TZ
ya
picks it up.
nang mu karamba nupi ko
This game is gone. I don't feel like any retaliation will be seen from the side of team LAFU KABI here because
Ay,
9-1 is the
never
score,
team na.
guys. There is a huge goal lead of 3k already, and the third turtle will be also going in the hand of Yataro. Not Yataro, it's Lom Lom Mai with the Petre. He's becoming the turtle player. Tsunami Slam comes in. Throne Rose as well. He's going for the immune, but getting down by Misery. Being chunked down with the help of the Rhapsody there. What a way, I mean, that's a one for
Okay.
naught with the trade, and nice Infernal Pursuit coming in by Dark.
Spoon
I
ji
mean,
jo
even
phajadre
if
ne
you
bro
know
goal
this thing
difference
or
jo
not,
around
Dark is actually a one trick.
4k 4k
Phobias.
5k maya lai
So obviously, I mean, you should be aware of it, guys.
Wow.
Viole
Dude just called Dark one trick after he just showed his amazing performance into the
Muzi
last
kan
game
di ko
with
na
the
ba
CC.
se
Didn't expect
Leminera
that.
bo.
He might be upset with you, bro. Just be
I mean,
careful.
one
Mahana
trick,
If you get-
my
Dre
one
happy.
trick has a different
Gudi
definition. I mean,
otherwise
even
no ai la
some players
la
thought that
push di
I'm
phajana
just
sa
calling
rahe
out or lashing out on them, but my one trick is like you're having the comfort on it. I mean, I
You're-
call Aaron as the one trick Granger. Do you think he's a one trick
mean,
Granger?
Chigi
Play
Yama
all
Esports
those,
ni
but
akoina
he's so good with the Granger.
puramba
That's
I
what
mean,
ko
I know what you mean. I know you're just trying to tell that they are there's a signature
bro.
pick. But
Oh.
talking about signature, okay, there's a two-man stun on towards
Oh,
Abistisi. Ashmon is low at the same time.
Challe ne,
Bit of
eh,
damage,
phajai ne.
but not really enough. But okay, amazing heavy
Eh,
spin from
chapau
Brusco,
drill
beautiful
na.
to watch. But will
Oh,
it be
kalak ka dore,
enough for
kalak ka
LAFU
dore.
KABI to actually
Sige.
punish Lom Mai? He's
Phajai,
actually
phajai,
locked on,
halawa, halawa.
completely isolated,
Kimi
gets taken down in the
damage
hands of
around
Zozo. But
ano,
again, the side of LAFU
Wari
KABI is
Akiba siya
also
ore
just
ko,
sandwiched
otherwise
out there
no
with
ay.
Tark being active on the back line. But again, the waves are getting cleared up. Second kill for LAFU KABI
Kimi
after
ka
a
la
very
ga di
long
Kimi
struggle
ji
here
pe
though.
okay Kimi pe
Nice
ya
ambush
ba ya
from the Brusco there. I mean, coming out from the back
Hey,
line,
hangai
taking
pro
out
ko
two
bui
people
khul
with a
that.
heavy spin. I mean, they were not aware of it. They
akoy nga
need
sai
to
chatpag gi mi mo do adu
actually,
sai ama le ho
I
ne
mean,
rock la
see
pe no
the
khang ne
things
gi mi mo
not
do le
so
ho sai
deep because when the panda is not
Lang
being
na ho
zoned out, he might come
Hey,
from
very
the
gan tao
bushes
yung
and
hali.
he might go for that heavy spin,
Oh.
blading all the time. Okay, violate.
Wow. Good read though, right? Like
koy ni iro yo chalo
actually trying to just play it really
Kel,
safe. But
yes,
the
yes,
bot lane
yes.
will be open.
Hey,
Kel
hangai
takes
pro
it
da ko
down,
bui
and
khul
LAFU KABI is
Tap
actually the
na.
one starting of this
Tap-
lord here.
tap tan
Actually.
naik.
So this might be a
Naik
50-50, right?
lao.
Look at the
Kaya
setup
din
though. Dark wanted to go in. There's
Tap tan
Brusco
naik kaya
though.
no
In a very
No,
good position, but
yeah.
okay.
The tsunami
Okay.
slam.
There's a tsunami slam as well as the Praises Wrath is still available though. But Kel is really low, and there is the crossbow of tank activated onto the service tees. He takes down one, but that might be just it. Brusco is really low. They get locked in. Misery is still trying to gun them down with while
Moi
picking up
daily
a
si su
double. Misery
sai di
finds
na
the
sil
killing
he pareng
spree.
le
Three
event
members
lai
down. Ashbon really far away, and Yatoro is still there with the retribution. They have pushed in a bit of turrets, but that's about it. The slot might be just into the hands of Yama Esports. They are getting this slot 53.
I told you that no 50-50. It's Yama Esports taking out the lot there. They are having the. I mean, if you're gonna see the execution part, it's so good from the Yama Esports. So obviously, I mean, if you're taking on any fights, you'll be losing it out. I mean, you just took down Abasteezy in the whole time, and Roma for all these things. I'm not happy with the trade. And the lot coming in, you might gonna see
13-3 goal gap
rush
kaya
onto
no?
the second
6k,
tier from
7k.
each side. That might be getting defended, obviously, because this is just a normal lot. Okay, Shinryu is doing something, guys. Can hear him.
Wow. I'm just trying to fix my mic, bro, at
But
this point.
le
I'm not
puga
trying
loy
to
mag
eat or do
irol.
anything else. But again, with Lord marching on from the top lane, there's not a very good lane syncing coming out from the side of team. Yama Esports, though, surprisingly, I thought they would just try to capitalize a lot
Aine
more with the
kamala
turret
gi
push,
lo
but so far,
Lafu che thau
nothing
te chela
of that sort.
thamjalamme.
Again, the Lord is actually stopped near the first tier by Ashbon, but he takes a lot of damage here. Holy Shield is still there, might just get proc. The Lord get cleared though. But again, mid lane, Yatoro wanted to find Wile, but not having that enough angle or damage to take him down. There comes the Traction Pulse, not really connect, completely misses out. And after 11 minutes of the game, LAFU KABI are still in it, and just about 6k goal difference here, and almost 10 kills difference. So is it enough for Yama is supposed to actually close this game out, Ash? Because LAFU KABI seems like they still have a chance here.
Yeah, I mean, if they might go for the hole, they might recuperate the 5k goal lead. But the thing is, I mean, Yama Esports will not be sitting quietly. They'll be going for the attack as well. But
Okay.
now, oh, the ultimate comes in as well. Finds a way to dodge it out. The Phantom execution there. Yotaru
What?
was about to execute Viole. Oh, what just happened? Little bit of smoke.
Brusco
I thought like, yep.
Brusco just used his flicker for that heavy spin, but did not get any value out of it. So that's a failed resource, and the flicker will be not be back before, almost 13th, maybe 14th minute of the game. Nearly 14th minute of the game, and the Lord will be up before that. So that really makes him vulnerable at this point. But Lom Lom with an amazing positioning might just make something happen. But the rest of the team is too far away. Yatoro too whack. Nashbon actually finds him up, opens it up, and he is getting a bit of poke. But I think he's okay, right?
Might be, but now another engage comes in onto Ashbon there. Infernal Pursuit by
Oh.
Dark. A little bit of poke from Kimi as well as Zozo with the Kimi. On to the top side, 1v1 going against Yotaru and Viole. Oh, Puncture comes in, Throne Rose as well. Phantom execution, down happened onto the Viole. She was not expecting it. She was just having the ultimate as well. I mean, she was a little bit of slow at that point. Now heavy spin comes from, they find a way to go back. Now the whole side of LAFU KABI. Infernal Pursuit coming in by the so Tsunami Slam happened. Mega secured by Misery. Double shutdown happening on the dark. Kimi onto the backside, giving a continuous buff. There you go, Lancelot with the puncture. Finds the kill on Abasteezy. It's a 3-4-2 coming out from the side of LAFU KABI at this moment, and might go for the Lord Securance as well.
Yep. Yama Esports did not really play that too well. They left Wile all by himself, but you can see right now Zozo is trying to dish out damage to his Lom Lom, but it's just tickling him at this point. The damage is not nearly enough to do anything to him. And even though they have lost a lot in terms of items, as you can see, the gold lane is doing pretty okay. Even though Misery was on to the winning side, it's actually Kel with a lot more gold, and even with the Wind of Nature, which Misery does not have, is going for full damage here. Jungler though, ahead, is actually out farming almost the entire team, except like entire map, except for Misery here. But still, I feel the rest of the team, they need to just respect this Lancelot a bit more, because you cannot leave a mage to just defend against him, and that will be really problematic. Once again, there is the crossbow of time activated, but I mean the weakness are activated, but they did not really go for it. There is the Embracer's Wrath though. Ash, can they end the game though? I don't think so, right? They're going back.
It will be an easy defend from the side of Team Yama Esports, but I mean there will be a little bit of gold, lead being getting down for the side of YAMA Esports. Look at that. There was an initial 4K goal lead, but now it is coming into the 3K. Another lot, another fight. If Team LAFU wins, they might get that goal lead settled as well. So this is the thing. They hold the proper game. I mean, when the score was so far in the hand, there was a 7K goal lead. They just started to hold the game, and now they're just, I mean, slowly and surely coming back into the game. So this is the strategy for LAFU. Whenever the game is going out of hand, they literally wait for the perfect moment so that the whole 5 members will have a little bit of damage spike. Now they can actually, I mean, goes into them. This is the thing. I mean, the Kaleya with the zone and the dark as well. Everybody is doing great, but still, it's the Yatoro with the Lancelot going in, taking out the main damage dealer, because with the utility jungler, your damage dealer is so much important in the team fight. If you're taking out the Misery and Violet, you're actually useless in the team fight. So that is the thing. The Lancelot is targeting out Violet always, or Misery, and he's finding the kill as well.
I mean, Misery so far has been unscathed. He has not really fallen so far, but that might just change within the next team fight
Lupi, I
that's
think
actually coming
Haijandara.
up for the next lot, of course.
Haijandara.
But like you mentioned, LAFU is really slowing down the game, which is actually working in their favor. Not only they have actually got their items that is required for themselves, they're also able to get a lot of the map
Games
open. They're also
games
leading in terms of objective, at least the structures around the map. They are, 6 turrets. They've pushed in 6 turrets, whereas Yama Esports, they have just pushed in 4, which is actually a good sign for LAFU. They are not really so bound with the turrets down there, so they can just take fight anywhere on the map except for inside the base near the inhibitors. That might be a problematic situation, but the Lord fortunately does not really spawn there. It's gonna spawn near the mid lane, near the river here. Lom Lom Mai is the first to start it off, and LAFU might just want to just contest for this. Still a 50-50. Both the teams are there. Slow push is taking place, but not really enough to just get anything done here. It might be a very long Lord dance here, Ash.
Of course, and we might gonna see that it might be a clutch. I mean, might be a clutch from the side of team LAFU, or another free lord coming in the hand of team YAMA Esports. But let's see what will be happening, because before the lord dance, I believe like they might go for an engage, and there you go, a poke coming in by Lamlamai.
Oh, there is a lot of damage. Zozo actually gets taken on a 1v1 with Dark, but onto the backline, Brusco is really low. Dark wanted to find a knockup, but not really enough. There's a tsunami slam on towards Yatoro, but what an amazing puncture to way out of there. Kel still survives. However, LAFU, they lost a lot of advantage that they once held, and with this, Yatoro, he needs to make a play, but he does not have enough. Out mid lane. One is still going for a 2v1 with Kel supporting him onto his Violet, but Dark is there. Brusco is finally back up. The Lord is already taken down by the side of Team YAMA Esports. There's a knockup onto his Kel. He's really low in front of the pursuit there, but the Wind of Nature will not really save you against the magic damage. He gets taken down. Misery finds Brusco. Monster kill for the side of YAMA Esports. Now it seems like the victory is much more closer for the side of YAMA Esports.
Of course, Infinite Pursuit coming in by Dark at this moment. In the meantime, we're gonna see that the lane channeling is so good, and the Lord is coming off as well. Puncture comes in as well as the
what?
Misery, it's a shutdown happened there, but there you go, the engage from Abyss TZ. Throne Rose puncture, he goes back.
No way!
Okay, another puncture. He's gonna show us a Kairi moment. Throne Rose puncture. He's going back.
No way! Don't tell me! Don't tell me!
Cyclone Eye comes up. Let's see what will be happening.
Oh,
no, Tyrus will be a shutdown. It will be Brusco taking out Yotaru there. But now the Lord coming in. It doesn't have a Holy Blessings. Might gonna see an end onto the MLBB venture for the side of Team LAFU at this moment. Infinite Pursuit coming in, the demonic charge as well. There you go. The gold is joining. Heavy spin comes up, but there might be a non-effect onto the whole side of Team YAMA Esports at this moment, but they managed to secure the Lord there, defending it out. Without
not only
to the inhibitor.
Not only did Ashborn held the Lord, it was Yatoro who bought a lot of time for the rest of the team to be back on map to actually just hold on to that push, but they lost all their second tiers. And with this, actually, Yama Esports, they can force their way in if they want to because they have the minions one. But if they just force in too much, Yatoro might just be back onto the map. He's actually back and he's looking for Wile. Every time you see, right, his only target is Wile.
ado
He does not care about anybody else. Misery,
phagi
that was his
ado
first
phagi
death,
nate lafu
the
gi
shutdown
goal
that he
su
looked at.
chekhai
But
da
that's about it.
Well,
So far,
Chekhai
he's just locking onto the mage.
game
And
je
that's why
loroga
LAFU
lawyer
KABI, they're actually getting the advantage in a lot of cases because
already
without
late game
Wile,
tare
they do not have that insane burst damage that they need. Lomlomai does not deal the most astronomical
Late game
amount of
tare,
damage that you
fight
just
for
can
the
see.
later.
Misery does deal damage, but he's more of a physical damage. But again, yeah, Toro might find himself at a very stitch here, loses his immortality,
Oh,
still able to maneuver his
Stingray.
back out,
No.
but not enough with the puncture. Wile finds him
Kimi
this
ju
time,
naramani
you know, just returning that trade off that has
Daddy,
was
very good
happening,
night,
that
Muthi, good night,
punishment
sister,
was
Annie,
there,
good night.
and this is a very bad
bro.
timing for
Stop it,
Yatoro
stop
to be
it, stop it.
taken down. Brusco with the heavy spin, locking onto two members. Dark and Lomlom taken down. Knock up onto two. The weakness is already unlocked. Ashborn trying to go in, but still sustain.
Oh,
Dark onto the
shit,
back line,
man.
takes down Zozo. Brusco
Dark,
in a jeopardy. Brusco in a trouble. Still walks out, but here is Violet trying to take down two members. But Kel with the wind of nature able to maneuver his way out. Survives, but Ashborn not so lucky, but Abastizi goes in, locks down Kel, loses his mortality, and Twilight will take him down. Misery finds one, but Dark gets traded off. It's just a Brusco without a heavy spin trying to defend this base, not enough. Double kill for Misery, and a victory number second for the side of Team Yama Esports here, Ash.
First 2-0 it is the score. They're just going closer to the 3-0 mark and to get the third position for the NCC tournament. Obviously, I mean, this is so close right now. I mean, the early game domination, the aggression was so much OP from the side of Team Yama Esports that they managed to clinch the game number 2 for themselves in the end as well. And I'll say that even though Yataru was doing so great, but the CC, the crowd control by the Dark and Abastizi was so much that he is falling down again and again. I mean, this is the thing. I mean, your dashes is giving unlimited infernal pursuit to that Phobius. The passive of the Phobius is getting unlocked. There is a 1-1 as well. I mean, 1-1 also have some dashes. So obviously, I mean, the Phobius was the perfect hero at this point for the side of team. I mean, Yama Esports. So obviously, they just managed to secure the win. And I believe the MVP might goes to Dark or Abastizi. Maybe
Yeah,
Dark or Violet.
I think
Violet was doing
I think
great,
this
but Violet
Lom
got down
Mai.
to the land.
I think it's
Yeah,
Lom Lom Mai because he had like a lot of assist on towards him, just fell for once. So might be him who's getting the MVP, but I totally agree, right? The way the entire lineup of Yama Esports actually enabled that team fight was so amazing to watch, man. Um, they had immense sustain because even after the crossbow of Tang, they were not really getting taken down. Like, what is that kind of sustain?
푸기리 조조 신도 야니 시
What?
Out of blue.
recall book
He
of
got
Salamina.
818. Okay, that's a cool KD. 818. I mean, he might got the legendary, and obviously he got the MVP right now. The first game it was Abastizi, and now it's Misery. Third game, is it Zozo, Yotaru, or you're gonna see Dark getting it out for the last time at the NCC? Might be our last draft, might be our second last or third last. I'm not sure about it.
3.2
But this game was so insane from the very first minute. I mean, the way it started with
Good
a
night,
Lipo fight
folks.
and ends with a Lord fight.
Story
It's
bro,
so mesmerizing for me and for the viewers. And with this, I mean, guys, we'll be heading into the third game. And before that, last time for the case, guys, might be the last time or might be the beginning. I mean, one of my friends say this: it might be the end or might be the beginning, very beginning. So obviously, I mean, might be the end or might be the very beginning for LAFU KABI to start their way for the BO5 series because it's not so late. They can actually go for the river sweep, but there is a thing, there is a catch for the river sweep in the BO5 series and the BO7 series. When 2 games goes out, 3 games goes out, it's so hard to make a river sweep because you're actually down with the moral.
You're actually morally down at this moment. Your confidence is kind of down. But we're talking about LAFU KABI, who always show us that I mean, a little chance can also make a way for the win. They had shown that throughout the round robin, throughout the whole tournament. It's just one upset against SBI. Otherwise, this game was not being there. And there was a two-game defeat against the Anarchy and Elusivity, top one and
loigre
top
si
two.
last
So
oidone si
obviously,
kai
I
mo
mean,
mo
now
go
we
tare
are
last oidone
having this match
ado kai
because
gumbo
of
zo ina
SBI.
ka
So
ta de mu
congratulations.
reverse lak to ne tumning
Because
adu
all
ai
the
du ira
round
amne ai di
people
waram ne
think
habanga
like
si
this.
Bro.
Think about it. I mean, what if SBI wouldn't have won the game, and we wouldn't have this game of YAMA versus I mean, team
sine kai gumba
LAFU KABI.
lafuna ngam
Let's go
ta
for the
di
game, guys. Let's go
You just
for
forgot
it.
about their
lafuna
opponents,
ngam
man.
ta
But again,
di
you know, I do
I mean,
agree with you, but I feel
amuk
remember
la
this, Shinryu. I remember
aduga
this.
kai gumba
The game
yama
of
na ta
LAFU
gi ta de
KABI
dum
and
ka
YAMA
khre
Esports in the
yama
round
na dum
robin
ka
was
ga 3 0
actually
clean
I mean,
clean sweep
toe
to
breaker.
gar ne dum yama
I
kai
mean,
gumba
that,
de
that,
ka gi ta
that was nail-biting game for me. I mean, that was
toe
actually an
breaker.
insane game. It was
I just
best of
I just
one.
unlocked a new term. I just unlocked a new term, toe breaker. Okay, I just broke my
Yeah,
toe,
toe
bro.
breaker. I mean, you know when you just goes with, I mean, you just goes off the bait and somehow your
Wow.
food.
How do you explain that? How do you explain that, man? How do you explain that?
Somehow,
Go on.
I'm just gonna say it. Somehow when your foot get crashed with the bait, I mean, unknowingly, obviously, at that moment, the feel is the toe breaker feel. The toe getting crushed out with the bait's edge. That's the
I'll make
toe breaker.
sure I'll make sure that I just put that word into my vocabulary at this point.
Of
Toe
course.
breaker. Yes, I will. I will. My life would be incomplete without that. But again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching, if you're just joining in for this matchup, it seems like my phone is not cooperating too good today.
Yeah.
But again, just if you're just joining in, if you're just here, welcome. This could be like Ashley said, the end or the beginning, because we are, you know, in a best of 5 series, match number 3, the match point, the game, the match
tumning ai
winning
si
game
okay
could be
bai
this
ware
for
ware
the
ware
side
ware
of YAMA Esports, of course. LAFU
yeng
KABI,
na
they are
3
trailing behind by a
AIB
lot. Their
season 3
only
do
way
yeng na ba
might be a reverse sweep from here on.
yeng na 3
From game
yeng
number
ge
3 to
yeng
game number
yeng
5 might just give us a long night. Who would like that? I mean, we all would, of course, but we wouldn't.
kai no
Our streamer wouldn't. I'm
AIB
just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. These are just jokes. I am not calling for help at this
Lord
point.
Dexter mandre mut
Anyway,
se bro
without
ngasi di
that,
khara mut puri down oire po
we
me ko
again
khara di
have
nuai
both
te
these
du ta
amazing
su ka su
teams
kai de
playing on each once again. I'll introduce you. YAMA Esports onto the blue side from the English and the Foreign Language University, and LAFU KABI
kai su
from
kai de next
Manipur
ta si
University, right? So really from different places, but all their aims and all their goal is just one thing, that is to achieve the 3rd place victory here. YAMA Esports seems much more closer than LAFU KABI at this point, but you can never call out, you can never, you know, rule out LAFU KABI, because they have some amazing players, some amazing talent individuals.
Elysian
So let's see
Borderland
how do they
oh
actually fare
ai di
against.
AIB
But what
ga
I
mi
really like here,
ka
Ash,
samjilak pa du
the
da
last
ni ne
not actually stolen away.
aina kana tawdri ai
Yeah, this time
ai
Esport
season
going with Esperanza and
season 2
are
yengba
off for
howdoi ne ngasi dagi ai ngarang season 1 loi san
about
gre
to
ba ko
opt that
season 2 ngasi de
Khalid in hand. I mean,
yengba
early
howdoi ne
invasion this time from the
aduga
side of team
adum ya yam nungai di
LAFU
oi de hoi
KABI.
mid
They're
nungai ba
actually
di oi
going with
mid
that
ti nungai mid nungai ba di oi
aggressive lineup
ai di mid ki
for
kumai
them.
di oi ba
I mean, to give
aduga
that,
squid game gi dapta
obviously
nungai ba di
big
oi
game
yau
for
de
them. This is the do or die
adum
game
kumai
for
gi di
them.
nungai
They
hai
need
tare
to take on. They need to show
ado
the
ai
reverse
2
sweep,
yengba howdoi
or
ne ngasi
else
dagi
it's over. It's YAMA Esports with the 3-0
ai na hangai ai
clean
mati
sweep
ama
and
yengba horam
getting
bam
the
ne ba
3rd
aduga 3
position.
thokselak pa du ai
3-0
je
third
makha
position.
yengda ba
Actually,
hawda
good thing. I mean, whoever wins will be winning 3 games and will be getting the 3rd position. So let's see, guys. Is it YAMA Esports or is it LAFU KABI? Because Shinryu already made his prediction. He said it will be YAMA, but he will not be happy
Queen
with the
Mantis
3-0. He'll be happy with 3-2 or 3-1 because it's always the competitiveness of a game, of the esports game, obviously. But me, on the other hand, still believe that LAFU KABI has the chance. They can actually go for the comeback. Otherwise, I mean, that might be a thing, but let's see. I mean, if YAMA can actually go for the 3-0, because last time, even though the draft was kind of good for the LAFU KABI, it was YAMA Esports taking on the game from the very first minute. But this time, it is once again, we're going to see that Lunox
mi
pick
hatok na bi kai na
third
ba
time
bi
in the
engo so
row.
season
And
3
the
hai bani ko
tournament is
atai di
coming in as
nungai
well,
nungai
but
bani season
it's
3
all
nungai
in the
te
hand of dark. 3 heroes, 3 different heroes, 3 times. So this Lunox is
Yeah.
in the hand of the Misery or Biole? Any guess?
They,
Cindy?
they can just flex it, right? So this early on, you can just wait for the second banning phase here, just see what the other team is actually going for here. But wherever they put the Lunox is gonna do one thing, right? Burst down the stanky members. There's the Khalid, there is Esmeralda, can really be a vulnerable, not a vulnerable target, but a very easy target for this Lunox to melt for, because the higher the HP, the more damage she deals, and the penetration she has is immense to just take. Even the squishy members do not even stand a chance. The tanky members might can just absorb the damage a little bit, but if the Lunox is actually in the lead, it's very very difficult. And the Lunox not only is a very smart way of drafting, it can also stop the Harith to be actually going into the gold lane here. So the Harith cannot really win the 1v1, so this might just force LAFU KABI to go for something else. Last game it was a 1-1, this time it is banned. Next best option could be the Irithel, could be the Grandeur at some cases, but depends upon how they're playing. But once again, Ash, one thing which I don't really like about the draft so far for LAFU KABI is that they do not have really any stun lock or hard CC to stop the Lancelot. Because last game they had the Akai, but follow-ups were not really that quick from the side of LAFU KABI to actually capitalize on that so much. So this time,
I mean,
will they just?
if you will actually see, Akai was not the thing. It was actually the Fedrin more about the Akai. The Akai is actually a little bit, not little bit, is more of a counterable for the Lancelot. He can easily go with
GOT
the
yang mai
puncture
khoi
against
di
that Panda.
haroi dori ne adu
So
dia
now, what is this? Is it a
wari ju
god?
nungai ri ko sona kan da su nungai ri wari je
Right? It's a god ban or no? Yeah, it's a god ban. Really interesting choice though. God, in this
albat adu
economy.
nangi sakhum da
Who knows what's going in the mind of Yama? Yama, you could put us sama.
Yama.
And that song from Adiba Manji. Yama.
Oh, I love this. Signature effect from Mr. Zozo, the direct
They're going with their signature pick right now because the time has come. You need to go with the power you have. Otherwise, it all will be in vain. LAFU KABI needs to restore the energy to get the Miranda.
oi Dexter nang message thanai do kana kano hatok nabi siraba na yenge ja
But there you go, it's a chip
Wow.
coming in.
oi
With a Kimmy.
oi
That's the
haitang bi
good pick. Oh my
aina
goodness.
thanari se
Kimmy and a
group
chip.
tani ne
Chip is actually here.
group
And
wari su
there
nungai
is
ri
no
game bo sala
Arthur
roi
has
bi
been
sagat
picked
na
up
lai
for the chip.
makan da
No Candela, no
We are
Vexana.
not supposed
mayam noi
For the chip.
mi su am mi mi mari yengi kan sida noi delhi dei tholok ka da yaw bro Chip ga su des la than ham
Chip. What is that, Ash? You're supposed to analyze that. Why did they pick the Kimi? Why did they pick the Chip? Tell them.
I mean, obviously the Kimmy is there
Tell
for
them.
the buff. I mean, this is actually, if you will actually see, this is the game number 1 draft. There is only 2 changes are there. One is Uranus, and another one is Chip. Previous one they had that CC, and on the Rome, I believe it was Hylos. That's it. But the Chip here will actually be a good pick because of the Kimmy. I mean, with the shortcut, the Kimmy can actually comes in and give a lot of continuous damage. With that, we can also see the Misery can also comes in by the shortcut. So obviously, I mean, his Chip can also give some heal as well. So good draft from the side of team LAFU KABI. Here we are into the land of dawn, guys.
ha adu discord haira me ngo sana ningdro
For the
sia
game
nang
number
na dung
3
ba
of the
chin
BO5
thi
series
ba chin
right
thi
now
bi
going
huran
for
ba
the
huran bi ga
third
dung
position
ba
tiebreaker with the
game je
team
toro kani ba
YAMA esports from
link se
Forest
sida tharak to
University
discord amo
going
sa su
against
delhi
team
thi
LAFU
ba
KABI
wajara ba
from Manipur University.
ware ne
The
delhi
last
je
might be
delhi
the
ma
last
ai ga
game
chama
or
nei me ma
might be
gi
the
delhi do ai ga chama nei me
third last game of the
pe sana ba yaw bro
series
kok
because
that na je
it's a
eh
2-0
brother
right now, leading
PC
all
game
the way for
PC game
Team
stream
YAMA
stream
esports.
tok
They
ba
just
horo
need
ra
one
ayukta
game to secure the win, to cleanse the series.
นุ่งดังเลยนะจูเลียสท้าละบะ
From that
มวย
side,
เกม
they
เจ้าตัว
need to reverse
อายุ
it.
อายุ
They
เช่
need
เกม
to
นุ่งไงไปสตอรี่กัมเปญ
win
ทารา
3
บ้าหัว
games.
ละให้
So,
ดิสตอรี่
Shinju,
เขาจะว่าไม่ดิ
what do you
ฮันเด
think?
เกมมากันโนโต
3 games are
the silent hill ใช่ปะดูดูยัง
Well,
ไอ้ต้อง
I
มา
would
ในที่
again
ชานี่
say
เนี่ย
we
แมนจะ
can
แปนนี่ด
never
อก
rule out LAFU
ปี
KABI.
ตุ
They
นา
are
มา
amazing teams.
จัดไป
I
ดอก
believe in them, but it might be not so easy
ไอ้
because,
ปีชีเกม
like
เดี
you
ยวไม่
mentioned,
มียาว
this
เฮ้ไอ้
is
ทีวี
actually
ในส
hampers
ตอรี่
the
เสีย
mental,
เกม
but
มา
okay,
เนี่ย
talking
ตัว
about
เกม
mental,
ยาว
there's a stun from Zozo and the first blood too. It's direct
น้อยนะ
to
ฮะ
mid
น้อยนะ
cap
น้อย
coming
นะ
in
ชานา
with
โรหา
clutch
ว่าเกม
again
ชา
on
นา
the
เกม
stun.
เบลโลเรน
There
กุม
is
บัดเดีย
the
มุก
missile
กันโน
trap.
ตอ
Here
ชิ
comes
ปีชีเกมเบลโล
Yatoro.
เรน
The
กุม
rest
บัด
of
เดีย
the
มุก
true
ไอ้
flicker forced out
ทีมเมท
from
เอาไปชานา
BST
บุ้งไอ้เกม
and
อะไอ้นี่ฮะที่คอมเพนฮะไอ้ดิ
this
ส
is
ตอ
a
รี่
very
มอดสตอรี่ไลน์
complete
กุมบัด
different
กุมบัด
LAFU KABI that we're
เลย
looking
นะ
at here.
ไอ้อยู่เจ๊
This is
Call of
mental,
Duty
this is
กันว่าท่านไหน
psychic
บอกว่า
rampage
Black
from
Ops
the
6
side
ท่านไหน
of LAFU KABI.
หรือ
They
Black
are
Ops 6
just
ท่านไหนบอก
turning
เจ๊
out the table this time.
ไอ้ท่านนั้น
They're just
ต้องเป็นที่
repeating
ท่านไหน
the
บอกว่า
same
ดอ
thing
สเตสหุ่ม
which was
ช่วย
done
มา
by
ล้างว่า
YAMA
ดอ
esports
ไอ้
in the
หลัด
last
ท้าก็
game.
ชนะ
They're
รอละ
just taking on the
เด็ก
game
เบเตอร์
number
ฟิลยาวดี
3 in the first
2047
minute
ฮะ
with
แบบ
the
ยาวเบเตอ
domination,
ร์ฟิล
with the
6
aggression
ยาวดี
being
ภาพ
shown.
ยาวดี
Some
เกม
substitution
ยาวดีบร
comes
ไอ้
in.
ที
There is
วี
a
เนี่ย
little bit of abyssal
เกม
trap, but this
ฮา
time
ปีเดียวชานี่ชานาเดียวก็ไอ้สติงท้าชนะชนะคลาน
for
Uh-oh.
Brusco. And another
Valorant
trap
chana
coming
drop
in.
bro
There
chana
you
ini
go.
bro Soba
Okay,
is
the
my
notebook
best
is being on
character
for the
Soba
side
na
of Team
nuai
YAMA Esports. They
85
find skill onto Yataro. Might go for a double at this moment. A lot of continuous damage coming in. Abyssal trap being connected. But in the meantime, it will be a double being secured with the Esmeralda pick by Ashborn. My goodness. It
Soba
is 5
nuai
for
85
1 score in just 2
delivery da
minutes
thadok
and
kro
15
shooting
seconds of the
ni
game.
haine mo cha do
Total being
delivery da
on.
thadok baje ai
Lancelot
adum
coming
ba
in
pot to
with the
aina
high Abyssal. Let's
thadok
see who will
ning
be
da bai
having the
ta
first
thadok
turtle
ning
in
da
the
ha
game.
di aina risk do lo ning da ba kai
Absolutely
ka so
right.
bri tau dong na te
Yeah,
ta so
so
phone
far,
ni
you
ko do
know,
hai di
the missile traps are really being
Korea
notorious here. You
thadok
can see
wajin
again
no
another
di
one standing. There's a raging
Kaya na,
sandstorm blocking
handle
onto
lo taro kari
Dark. And
pai bo
Zozo
khot pa
finds
ma
another
ma
kill.
picking mo different
He
tau ni
gets
ba
down to
sun
the
ma kha
ground
ai
here
tau
without
ni da bai
Dark.
ta
They
mi
do
ngon
not
do
have a
in
very
direct
good front line. Yes, they do have a Bistisi,
Pahani
but
ang
he's not the
pai
most
ta.
tanky member here. Ashborn still trying to just poke
bro
him
ke
down.
PC setup se
Does not
plug
really have
man
the
pa
level
ka
4
chang
for the
ga
shortcut to be used, but again, 50-50
anau
for
ba
this
se bro
turtle
lak
though.
ani maya chang
And
ye aduga
Yator is
ari
actually
ba
the
jina
first one to start it off. Lomlom might be
ari ba
still
jina
active
ama
around there. Brusco cannot really
ama
stop him. He does
hoi
not have a
ama
RCC.
man
The Abyssal Trap does connect out there, but
Rena
Lomlom
pai
might
ba,
with the
oh,
retribution finds the turtle
Jets
here.
pai drona.
And Yatoro onto the
Jets
run.
hai
Will
ba,
they
mada.
hunt him down? Not really. Yama Esports is trying to play it safe here, but again, another Abyssal Trap does connect, but
ai soba na
what
nungai
is this Abyssal
na
Trap? Okay, what misery? What happened to him? Okay, there is the
ai yam
brilliance
kan
though.
sana de lu kitang
Still
nang sana ba
survives.
ni ko
Okay, the SOD does
Ai
not
na-
really
ai na,
connect, misses it
Valorant
out.
sana kan ai
Shotgun being
kana
used,
to
the rest of the troop
la
is here.
amane
LAFU
Valorant
KABI, they're onto the
sana
run, but
already.
Ashborn also
Khara
takes
dana
a
tara online
shortcut
da
here.
Discord da
Again,
chang
another
sana
Abyssal
ni
arrows
ne,
connects onto the
PUBG,
dark,
PC
but
ju
they just go back
Khara
once
dana
again
sana ba
to
khabu
the
khara da
map
tara
where they
sana
came
game
back from. And Yama Esports still holding on. 1-for-6 so far.
ado waris
And
nungai ni
LAFU
game
KABI is
su sana kan
actually in
la phunung
control
ka
of the
sel
game.
lai ko Julia su live tha ga mai tau ji
Oh, in the
Rena.
meantime, there is the plane happen onto the misery to 2v1 onto the goal side. And it's obviously Yataro with the kill. 7-1 is the score, guys. Even though the total goes in the hand of YAMA Esports, still Team LAFU KABI is having the goal lead of 2k. Not a 2k, it's just a 1.5k from them, but look at Zozo. He just picked out his ace, and right now he's giving his A game in this duo dice set, obviously. I mean, it was
Okay.
needed. Your A game is
Okay.
needed at this point. It's Sodi
Brusco?
connected. Am I gonna see Kel going in? Brusco, a lot of damage coming in from behind, and it will be Viole. Easy peasy onto Brusco. In the meantime,
Wow.
1-for-1 being coming in because it's Ashborn taking down Lomlom.
au adu ai na di tau e adu na kai ni samme adu gi do adu pot to tau e ba na ham akhoi de pi e ba airport ta le na airport ta me wa ta tu da ngai da na adu ne
Another potential
pirak pa
kill,
adu
but
na
a lot
kai
of,
da gi di
zoning
samme
coming out. You can
adu
see
pot to tau
Dark
e
is so
akhoi da na ham
active around
akhoi
here,
phone
but
am
again,
pi
a
e
1v1
ba
here though. Mystery.
phone am pi e
Yeah, but,
adu pot to adu
this-
akhoi na ma airport ta ngai na mi do adu dum lawe ba to
Some
ai na ti
misery
tau
is
e airport ta
actually
la le na
he was
airport
going for
agi
one-
delhi
1v1,
airport ta
but
chat la ga mai te ma ta lak ma ngai da na adu ga pi ba pi
Actually
gi ba
left
no kai
him.
phai number ga law na ra ko
Yeah, this is
ai
like
base
the
su
Hindi
set
kawat
ki ni
ko
si set
shikar
ki ni
khud
dum hai
yahan
na ya
shikar
da
ho gaya
da
bro.
ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯃꯥꯡꯒꯗꯕꯗꯤ ꯂꯩꯇꯦꯕ
No,
ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ
he trusted with
ꯐꯣꯇꯣꯒꯨꯝꯕ
but
ꯅꯝꯃ ꯂꯣꯏꯔꯦ
Missouri
ꯅꯪꯗꯤ
goes
ꯆꯪꯈꯤꯕ
back
ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯥ
without
ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯣ
helping him. So it's like, I mean,
Oh, so he connected.
Oh.
Falls down in the hand of Kel there. Am I gonna see a
ꯑꯗꯨ
turret
ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯣ
being
AOTꯒ ꯂꯣꯏ
secured by
ꯌꯦꯡꯒꯗꯕꯅꯤ
the side of Team
ꯀꯩꯅꯣ
LAFU KABI? This time
ꯑꯗꯨꯒꯤ
LAFU
ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯣ
KABI is
ꯌꯥꯏꯌꯦ
having
ꯅꯪ
a
ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯣ
good,
ꯑꯩ ꯑꯗꯨ
I mean,
ꯚꯥꯞꯄꯨ
equalization
ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯗꯤ
for the
ꯑꯗꯣ
game.
ꯑꯦꯌꯥꯔꯄꯣꯔꯠ
They're having
ꯆꯠꯄꯤꯌꯨꯁꯤ
the,
ꯌꯥꯒꯗꯕ ꯑꯝꯇ
I mean,
ꯂꯩꯇꯦꯅꯦ
each
ꯊꯕꯛ
and every
ꯆꯤꯟꯅꯕꯅꯤꯅ
macro and
ꯁꯟꯗꯦꯒꯨꯝꯕꯗ
micro
ꯌꯦꯡ
section for
ꯇꯥꯕꯅꯤ
them as well. Richie popped up, easy.
ꯁꯟꯗꯦꯒꯨꯝꯕꯗ
Turtle
ꯑꯗꯨ
coming out
ꯄꯣꯠꯇꯣ
from
ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯗ
Yatharu. There's a
ꯃꯃꯥꯡꯗ
Tornado coming in as
ꯇꯧꯔꯛꯑꯦꯕ
well.
ꯑꯗꯣ ꯑꯩꯈꯣꯏꯁꯨ
Coming
ꯄꯨꯊꯣꯛꯄꯤꯔꯛꯑꯦ
first
ꯄꯣꯠ
damage,
ꯑꯃꯗꯤ
but there you go. The
ꯌꯥꯏ
baby
ꯌꯥꯏ
diaper with the soaking damage. Taking out the
Violet
ดี
there.
ได้
So that
กระชุน
two
แต่
man
ต้องทรกปนนะครับ
big
ดิฉัน
trapping
ดิฉัน
down
จะมา
that,
ผู้ที่ใจนาได้เลยอะโดมาการ
Dark
ทรกตัว
here
ข้างเดียวตัวมี
not be able to
กันโนกี่แต่ไป
successful
โตเลยนี่
for it, but now
มึงจะ
now
เรี
the
ยง
enemies
มางี้
might
โบโดน
gonna
กี่
see
แต่โตแวว
scene.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like, the
Yeah,
early game is
I-
really
I-
into the favor of LAFU KABI. They have able to sustain a very good, healthy goal lead of almost 3.3k thus far in 6 minutes into the game. 3 to 10 is the score in the favor of LAFU KABI, and not only that, they actually have found a turret down board, but Dark here might be in trouble.
Of course, because Foreman right now going into him. Zozo there. SOD connected, but Dark finds his way back into the safer zone. Traction pulls coming in as well. Not a big deal. Doesn't got anything at this moment. Onto the bot side. Richie popped up. They battle out the gold crab with the Richie. Why?
There is the ego battle at this point, but again, top lane would be wide open, but again, Dark is really low HP, and Kel is pushing it
มาง
out.
วย
might
มางวย
find
มามาง
another
บิ๊ก
turret.
บิลเลน
Yes,
เดอ
they
ร์
do.
พิเฮลักเก
And
เฮ้ยอะมางบุดี
Lafcabi
มางวย
this time
บ
they're
ก็อะดุมนัม
really
บอ
in
ล
a
ละ
very
ฮอรัน
good
นี่ก็มา
lead
บู
early
ฮั
on,
ลละ
but
เอ
again,
ดัน
another
แล้วที่
Arrow
อามุก
comes
เดลี
in.
เล่ละเมบามุกก็
It's not
ใจนา
connected,
จัก
no
แคบาดุ
conversion,
ม
but
ฮั
the
ล
purple buff
มุก
back
เดลี
here
ฮัลละ
though.
กับตัวเนี่ยเด
Both
ลีฮัล
junglers
ละ
there.
แล้วมุกการโต้วินเลย
Of course, another engage might be an engaged shortcut comes in, killing spree for Zozo. In the meantime, your Thoro falls down in the hand of God, as well as Traction falls coming in from the behind. It is Violet with the damage, but he might get taken out because if there's a tornado coming out. Mega kill, the final blow being given by LAFU KABI's mid gap. That is Zozo. Connected. He's going inside. He might take down the chip. Yep. Chip goes down. Unstoppable for Zozo. There you go. We're gonna see a kill onto the Esperanza.
Oh!
He dodged it out all the way, and now team joins. Desert Tornado coming in. Misery with ult goes in there for the bust. Oh!
Oh.
Back, but there you go.
No way!
Zozo going for a double, but will not be taking it because the final blow will be given by Ashbourne, securing an unstoppable onto Dark, with the turtle being secured here as well.
Yeah, that was a very huge overextension coming in, because if you see the gold lane, Misery is a gold laner, right? He's going in top for a 2v1, and it's really behind is 0, 3 and 2. Kel is like 1, 0 and 2, might have a really good item lead. We will soon see the items, ladies and gentlemen. Just wait a few seconds. But talking about the lead here, LAFU KABI, they are really so good with those team fight, right? Ashbourne was really low. Despite that, he was able to keep the members busy out there. Yes, there are the items, ladies and gentlemen. Misery is just 4,000 gold in and just 1 item's locked in, whereas Kel is 2 items ahead, almost, 1.6k gold lead ahead of him. Jungle, though, pretty much equal. EXP also losing. Dark is not really having too much of a lead. Ashbourne with 5-0 and 3
ꯍꯟꯗꯛꯇꯤ ꯂꯐꯨꯅ ꯈꯔ
having an
ꯇꯧꯋꯦꯀꯣ
amazing game
ꯂꯐꯨꯅ
this time
ꯐꯨꯖꯜꯂꯛꯑꯕ
around.
ꯕꯣ
And this
GG,
is
GG.
what is enabling
Brother, no,
LAFU
ma'am,
KABI
you
to
go.
do a
I
lot
shouldn't
more.
gonna
Those
wadi
abyssal
masana
arrows,
diko.
of course, another layer of CC that LAFU KABI needed to just, go for those engages, because once those abyssal arrows connects, it strikes the opponent, they're not really hesitating here. And talking about hesitation, Vile might be in a bad spot here, but does not get the quad shadow locked in, so they'll just go and get out of there. But the abyssal arrow definitely connects here, Ash, and at this point, almost nearing to the 10th minute mark. 6k goal and still steady, but shortcut here, Ash.
Shortcut coming in. It's a shutdown happened onto the Zozo after the monster. He's scored. There you go, guys. It's a comeback from LAFU KABI, but there you go. Monster being secured. And onto Toro by Violet. Violet might go for a double. Brusco is chasing him down in the desert tornado, but he will be down.
No way!
With the final blow, Violet falls down as well. There you go. Sliver of HP kills going back, but they're a flick. My goodness, it's just a smash coming in by the Uranus and he finds the kill. Now it might be an official wipeout for the LAFU KABI because it's only Ashbourne sustaining at this point. They might go for that tier 3 and there you go. Zozo joins in, but the abyssal arrow didn't got connected onto anyone at this moment. There you go.
Okay.
With the
It
zone.
actually works out. Yeah, but okay, Lom wants to go in, but does not really find the angle, so needs to get back. But
Zozo's
Ashbourne, though,
Helena.
is menacingly just zoning out the entirety. A Hawk Flower, YAMA ESPORTS, but again, another engage here, Ash.
Of course, SOD connected as well. Kells goes in. Spear of Misery comes up. Look at Violet, how he's just giving it a
SOD.
lot of damage.
And there you go. I mean, they will be dismantling themselves. They will be disengaging at this moment. They need to take out the Lord here first to take on the game. But that 2-3 kills, that 4 kills for YAMA Esports is like, I mean,
What?
a little bit, you can say, oh.
What?
It's not a
Oh,
good
wait,
thing. I
wait,
mean,
wait.
Lomlomai goes down before the Lord. Might be an
Uh-huh.
uncontested free Lord coming out for the side of Team LAFU KABI. Yep.
Yeah, this opens up the lot pretty easily, and they have a Moscow to shred down this lot. And with the enough zoning, even actually they do not have the shortcut. I was gonna say with the shortcut too, they could not. They could have actually just contest for it, but no luck for Yama Esports for this third game. And thus far, you can see not only the early game right here, Ash. We are nearing almost to the mid to late game, and Lafukabi, they have able to just sustain their goal lead. Their economy is really blossoming under the lead that they have able to maintain in Zozo and Ashwan, who have not been just punishing the members, but also just sustaining and giving out the damage individually. So I feel that is again a shortcut though.
Oh, Lancelot finds the kill onto Hayabusa. He goes down there. Shotcut comes in as well. But this time it's Team YAMA Esports. A little bit of, I mean, you can say, poke coming in by that Lancy with the help of the. And, Arrow got
Okay.
เมน
connected
สอง
there.
เอ้ยเชเลนาแก
In the meantime, a few falls down on the top side. Puncture and Throne
Yeah.
Rose comes in for the immune. Lord marching down onto the bot side, onto
Bot
the
lane
top
though?
side. Yeah.
Bot lane though. Okay, while what? What? What is he doing all by himself out there with against 3 members? The Lord though gets
มา
cleared
ฆ่าได้
out,
ยู
but
ซากิเปาลาแคร์
losing Wiley at this point, not the best trade, right?
Yep. And now let's
Okay.
see how it goes for the team. Yama Esports might we're gonna see engage. Oh, Throne Room. A lot of damage onto.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think Ash just got disconnected here, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll just continue without him as long when he's back. But again, it seems like a full-scale skirmish was bound to happen, but Lafukabi decided otherwise here, Ash. So they might just, maintain their lead. They are still 6k ahead, almost more than 6k ahead. So just trying to bait out the resources, bait out those, skills. They can actually go in and punish them. But the problem is the shortcut, right? Anytime they find an isolated member, they just punish him down. The Abyssal Arrow, though, doing the same work here, opening up the way for them to actually engage and find some good trades. But at the same time, I feel this Lord might be the game deciding Lord, because you can see Lafukabi, yes, they have some turrets left. Actually, all of their turrets are untouched. I did not notice that. No turrets have been taken down from the side of Lafukabi here.
I mean, actually, if you wanna see, Yama Esports are holding up the game at this point. So if they can hold it up a little bit more and can take up a good fight
Oh.
and got some chunky kills, then they can actually pull out a comeback here. But here you go, Lom
Okay.
Mai. Okay, shotcut comes in. There is an engage from the side of Team Yama Esports. In the meantime, it's Violet getting a kill onto Briscoe. And there you go, Yataro finds a kill onto Lom Mai. 1-for-1, Romo for the jungler before the Lords comes in. So we might gonna see an easy, uncontested Lord for the LAFU KABI. Tear fall down in the mid. It's a split push being going out there. And it might be, defended down by Violet, but he's getting a lot of damage with that spear coming in. That flame goes back. Easy.
Okay.
Now, okay, godlike for Esmeralda. He goes in, finds a kill onto Dark. Now it's just the 2 people surrounding there. Freeze comes up, traction pulls as well, a lot of damage. That connected flicker popped up. So much aggression, Violet.
I mean, I think he thought that he might just get taken down, so might as well flicker forward to take down. So, in a way, it's a very good way to just, go for an avenge type of situation, but still he actually finds himself healthy. But the Lord, though, Lafukabi with it, and like I mentioned, without the inhibitors, this is going to be very difficult defense for Yama Esports. Honestly, Lafukabi have done it. They have, really outperformed themselves from the last 2 games that we have watched, that we have noticed. And at this point, another shortcut here, though.
No, Not a good shortcut at this
Hayabusa,
moment.
why is it?
Puncture comes in. There you go.
Base,
Lot
bro.
of damage from
Base.
Esperanza, but in the base.
Lord,
Right
yeah.
now, all of them are there. They will be locking it down. I told you.
reverse
This is
reverse
not at all
GG
a
tare,
good,
GG tare.
shot.
Zaini moja akhoi ga chap manai ne state sia
The Lord was
ani
coming
kaino
in.
na ka ba
You should have prioritized
Yaman
the
ani na
Lord
ka ba
first.
aduga
After all, you waited
amuk
for a long time.
kaino
but
na ka ba
was
zo no
not
ka
at
ba
all
moja
a
akhoi ga
good,
chap manai ne
with this,
Timing,
po
man.
chap
now
manai ne
goes
sida
to LAFU KABI. It's a 2-1 right now. We'll be heading into the fourth game of this BO5 series. It is not ending, guys. It is just getting interesting right now. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned with us.
I smell a reverse sweep, man. Wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait. We are not done yet, man. We need to show
No,
the
I'm not
MVP.
saying that. Yeah,
We
yeah.
need to show the MVP. We need to do a lot more. Ash, why are you just trying to run away?
No,
chap
I'm
mana
just
po do ra
telling
aduga
that,
adu na haije
if
sidi
people are like going back thinking that Yama is winning
copy
easily,
tok
no,
sla
bro.
de bera
There
ka
is so
re
much actions coming in.
Yeah.
So
chine ba khoi mang tai do ani na po re than match
The
ta ka
game
re khoi
has
na
just begun, ladies and gentlemen.
aduga
This might be it. You know, this might be the turning point that you're looking
third
at.
match la mo
Because LAFU
50
KABI
50
they
lai na ga mo na
refused
ka gi bi ne ba
to
taw ri
yield against the
They
aggression
cut
that YAMA Esports
ya
brought.
man re
They
sidi
just formed
adu
their
budi ga
own
sai
kind of
Julius ka
aggression
zo
and
go
they
pun
just
ga
came
ni ni
back
adu ni ni
stronger. With the
Tahu
better
je.
draft, the better way to just win this game out. Even the counters were not countering those pick from the side of Team Yama Esports, not Yama Esports, from LAFU KABI, of course. Zozo, one-man army from the mid lane, direct mid cap, making sure that his Selena is respected and in the banning section. Because
Julius
with that
ka
kind of game,
Zozo
they
ka
cannot
yenga
really
raw.
keep it open. The early game into the hands, and just with a slight lead, they were able to just
Julius
hold
ka
it on
zo go
again
yenga
and
raw.
again, time and again. They were not losing it, and slowly but
Sis.
surely they were building up onto it because most of the damage that
Obra.
came out of Yama Esports, except for the
Julius
Lapu,
and
not
Zozo.
the Lapu, so the Lancelot, was magic damage. Even the chip kind of deals the magic damage. It's not really a physical damage dealer. But I think this is no brainer, man. I think we did not even need to take a guess that Ashwon was the MVP for this
Ari
game.
taw ram ma'am jo.
This Esmeralda was completely unscathed, unkillable. That unkillable demon lord kind of situation here. But still, that Ashwan did amazing, being the front line, being the pillar for his team. But I feel Lomlo Mai might not have performed the best on this pick. That's the Lancelot.
of course, and,
Hazare.
yeah, I mean, even though Yama Esports tried their best, it's not their 100%, I can say. Because, I mean, they could have defended the law easily, but
khoi
they
thai na
chose to
EVT
go for
party
the
thai na
engage
gi
with that
ari ba ju yaw re
shortcut
ko
comes in.
to hoi adu hoi
Might
mo
feel
sa
like
ju yaw re
Chip was,
ai yaw re Richard
what he
yaw
was
re
doing at the bush, I
Dilbar
don't know.
yaw re
He
Julius yaw
got
re Zozo
zoned
yaw
out
re
by the
khoi thai na
jungler,
gi
obviously Yotaru, and
EVT
then he
thai
just
na
went
gi
for the shortcut to be in there. And at the point,
Eh.
I mean, with the shortcut,
amo
even
sa ga je
Goku
nick
just
thale
comes
mi na kan da
they discover that base is in danger. So in the end, guys, you need to secure the base. So obviously you need to, I mean, guard it up. But right now, let's go into the fourth game, Shindu. We already seen it. The reverse sweep is right now in the hallway.
It's a possibility, man.
Yeah, it's a possibility right now. So are we gonna see it, or is this the last game for us? Because I mean, it's just a one game for for Yama Esports, and it's two game for LAFU right now. They need to win this one, then we will not see a do or die for both the sides.
You know what? Even though I support my boys, I feel game number 4 was inevitable, but game number 5 might be, you know, possible at the same time. But I feel Yama Esports is gonna win that game number 5. Game number 4, LAFU KABI has an immense, huge chance to draw it out, just level the score 2-2. But game number 5, if ever happens, Yama Esports is taking it out, man. But my prediction was Yama Esports was 4th and LAFU KABI was 3rd. However, I'm just changing my prediction a little bit, ladies and gentlemen, here. But still, I feel both the teams are outperforming themselves. They're showing, why they are this far in the tournament. Because the first and the second battle we saw 3-1, most probably. That that it was a end result for the team. This time it could be a potential 3-1, but I feel LAFU KABI, they're yet to lose this game. But at the same time, Yama Esports, they are still banning out the same heroes, not too much changes. Whereas LAFU KABI, they're banning out the XP lane heroes, XP lane heroes,
nok lo
especially
4 khak
marking out
ngai ra bo
Dark,
loi de ba da
just
ngasi na
force him
tournament
to play something which is not really, I feel the Uranus is a good pick, but
continue
that's
to
not
ngasi loi
the type of hero Dark would be most comfortable on.
anarchy
Reason
na
being,
first tagre akoina
he's
second
more of a
tare
playmaker than a sustained kind of EXP laner, right?
adagi
So he needs some kind of
hojik third match ki sanare third match ki hojik
hero which can actually go for a very amazing playmaking kind of
yama
maneuver, except the
yama
fact that
versus LAFU KABI
there are few
2-1
heroes that
in
actually work
favor
really
of
well for him.
yama
I
sport
think even the R Lord could have
best
worked
of
in
5 ta
some way in the last game. Just my prediction, because if they could have repositioned the engages the side of team, um, Lafukabi were pushing them into just taking to respond. I feel they needed some kind of re-engage tool. Yes, they had the chip, but the chip was not really able to give those kind of set
salame
that can
salame
actually make the
salame
game turn around exponentially. Because yes, they were getting the shutdown onto the jungler, but what about the mid laner? What about the gold laner? They were completely farming free.
ado
Of course, and
first
you
tadi
could actually
phangdoise
see, I mean, both these
80000
sides are
diamond ne ba
respecting
phangdoise
each other. From the side of Team LaFuKabi, they're actually
aduga
respecting Dark,
second
and
dana
from
akoina
the side of
phangise
Team
55
Yama, I suppose they're respecting Brusco from the game
jojo
number
hoju
one.
30
And
mayadi
I
phangoni
believe
jojo
like every
kaigumba
time if
si
you go
kaigumba
with
moina
that Lunox pick,
ka
same
tadi
Lunox pick, it's actually
porgana
not a
fort
good thing. I
oidine
mean,
ba fort
they
na
might
mu
know your
15k
draft, they might know your
20k dan
weakness, they
laangman
might know how to counter the
15
Lunox.
muk
And
laangman
they did
mal
it this time. They did it so good.
15
From the early game,
kano
they
8
had the
pau
Khalid,
phangdone
they
ba ko
just went for
haibadi
the early invasion, and they find it a way as well. 5-1 was the
8
score at the
position bo
time.
phangdone
So
price
obviously, I mean, with this type of start, 5-1, they can actually take on
ado
the
bro
game
mathang kana
easily.
hona je fast
Let's see
na
if
ba
this game can
guwahati da di
actually
phadana
be a sort of thing for Yama
phadana
Esports,
hona
or it will be Lafokabi taking on towards a little bit closer
adubu
for the
kasu dikai de ko brother
game,
akoju
for the final game
nahangai
against,
EVT je
I
sanadre
mean,
tournament sanadre hoju
against
Extend the
NCC ga
series, man.
yaure ado
Extend the series
second
to a
time ga
game
je
number
kasu
five.
kai dena
That's what it is.
ya ba natra
We are
fast
actually
aba
on to the
mang
verge
de
of
jo
seeing here, Ash, right?
ado fast to
So
ga
game
furi
number
fugai ne
4
ne ba
could be a potential, match point
ya ye
for.
kasu kai
It's
de
already a match point
next
for
na phadana
Yama
to lore
Esports. Even the third game was. Fourth game is still a match point, but is still not a decisive win,
haidi
because
format so yam
Lafukabi
laina di moina
they
ka
took
budi
out one
oidena
game.
haidi 50
Same thing.
50
It's actually the
laina
same pattern.
ka gi
I
bade
feel
kasu kai
even
di
the
next to
previous
kan hona
game,
trap kai ka
third
de
number
to
game, it
phadana
actually went towards the side of
match
team
sina si kai gumba yama na
inclusivity,
ka
but
ta di
fourth
game
game
lore
it was again won by
adu la fuga
Anarchy.
bina
So this time, if it's the
karadi
same pattern that
amuka
is
2-2
followed, then
layani
we might just see another 4-1. But their chances could be five. I mean 3-1, not 4-1, 3-1. Chances could be we can very well see a 3-2 for either of these teams. But again, Fanny actually comes out from Lom Lom Mai. Lafukabi, they took up the Kalea, but Celine actually stolen away. Oh my god. They are really, not experimenting, but they're really thinking smartly with their draft. I like it the way, because Weil is also a very good Selena player. If not the best, he's exceptional with the picks on the mid lane. So uh, I do feel Zozo might be in a challenge, because he needs to save himself from those abyssal traps, which he just actually used to trap down Yama Esports in the last game. So let's see if the trap actually works against the Hunter, or will the Predator still be remaining as the Predator this time too? Because Yama Esports, they need to just win it out if they want to go for an early end to this best of 5 series. However, Lafukabi, it's a long way night for them if they're winning this one.
drop tore
Last picking phase coming in for the game number 4, guys. As Shindu
point
already
kya
mentioned,
no
it might be the
point
last game for
2-1
Lafokabi,
in favor
or
of
it's just the beginning,
Yama
guys, for
Sport
the final battle against Yama Esports. So we all want the fifth game to come up, but guys, as the things going on, Anarchy just did the same thing. They just won the first two matches, then lost from Elusivity, and then with a win, they managed to clinch up on the series. And that was not just a win; that was actually a little bit of, you can say, nail-biting game. So obviously, I mean, this game might be the same thing, because Team Lafokabi need to win this. They are in the do or die stage, but Team Yama Esports, they're right now sitting at the passenger seat. They just have to rest a little bit more, or they can actually casually win this game as well. But there is a Fanny coming in, so there might be a chance once again for Team Yama Esports to make this on for them, because we all know Lom Lom Mai is so good with the Fanny. And they
Absolutely.
grabbed the Selena just not to give it into the hand of Zozo, because we all know what happened in the last game with Selena being into his hand.
I mean, that's a really smart pick, and I feel that they are actually going in for a Lapu Lapu pick here, right?
Yeah.
So, so with that, I feel it's not the best winning lane, but in overall terms, the Lapu Lapu can actually really good do good, but at the same time, the banning section that we did not talk about much. The Ruby is a good read here from Yama Esports. Alongside that, they actually ban out the Moscow, which is a really good natural counter, but the Prodi too can be picked here. And seems like my screen is actually frozen here, Ash. So I'll be talking more about the draft. If you can just see it, please give the prediction. You know what is happening. Okay, I can
Yeah,
actually
it's
see it now. Never
major
mind.
ban and the Uranus ban from the side of team Yama Esports.
Not Yama,
Sorry,
LAFU,
not
okay, man.
Yama, it's LAFU, yep. And from the side of Yama, it is a Moscow and a Ruby. And this time we're gonna see a LAFU. Sorry,
LAFU,
LAFU being picked up
yeah.
from the side of Yama Esports. And last two picks coming in. A Valentina
Oh,
with a
Tummu
Harith.
Kabita.
Okay, this is insane. Because it is
Tumdrene.
Scales, Harith, and Zozo with a Valentina. Valentina for what? For LAFU? For Gatut Kacha. I mean, AOG and
oh,
previous
hey.
these two are there. And there you go, a Natan coming in against Harith. This might be a game of Yama Esports, I feel so. They're having a good draft. Natan against Harith is actually winning lane.
Yengasi.
See,
That's a winning
Yama.
lane. The EXP though is a
Natan.
losing lane. Last game Ash won actually carried the game all by himself. So
Adagi.
really
Selena.
looking forward to that.
Lenny.
However, I
Lapu.
don't understand the
Uish.
utility of the Valentina.
Edit.
Yes, you can steal
Esmeralda.
away the previous
Valentina.
fighter. Alongside
Okay.
that, you can
Yeah.
get the AOG. That's the Avatar of the Guardian. Avatar of Guardian.
yeah.
But those are really a bit of suicidal kind of ultimates, right? If you want to use those and go in, some way or the other, you're actually making yourself very vulnerable. If you are using those to engage, you can actually go in for a later fight, but at least with the Kalea, we expect something to be a bit more burst composed, right? To
Yeah.
have a bit of more burst damage to just melt down the members because there's a lot of HP from the front line from Yama Esports, so they should have gotten for a bit more
Play am
burst kind of damage. Yes, the Harriet does that, but
Okay.
still
Ma'am Huzik.
very into the mid to late game.
Game over.
But at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the land of
What's that
dawn
fucking game?
once again for this fourth game in match number 2.
Lom
Third
Lom
place
Mai.
position is still uncertain here, but okay,
wait,
the
no,
orange
video
buff
ba?
is not uncertain.
Thằng
Lom
này
Lom
nha.
takes it out, and Yato
Ê,
to find
tao
himself
lên
in a
đi khara.
pitch
Sao
and
cái
gets
này
taken
luôn
down here.
Right.
Ash, what an early blood here, but again, another skirmish here onto the mid lane. The knock up, Brusco
Hãy
gets taken down.
nóng trâu tôi đi ra, có môi giờ quay cái bố mà chắc mà nó tôi đi ra cái đống tàu đấy tàu
It's
đấy
right
chứ.
now a 2-0
Có
start
tụ
from
hoàn
Yama
tàu nó cá
Esports,
là
just
cái
like the
thar mẹ đó.
not the third, just like the second game. I mean, what's happening? The second game, it was a
Akhoi
3-0
copy tàu
from
tôi
Yama.
akhoi đi copy
Then
tàu
the
con nuôi.
third game, we saw a 2-0 from LAFU KABI, and now it's a 2-0 from Yama Esports. The start is quite aggressive from both these sides after the first game. And now look at that, the Abyssal Trap got connected. Zone coming out from Brusco there. He goes back as well. But it's just a poke coming out there.
Absolutely,
31
man.
seconds for the turtle to come in.
Level 3.
And I believe like Team Yama Esports
Sama
is having
je
the upper hand for
lom
this
lom
turtle
mai
as
do.
well. But there you
Lom
go,
lom mai je
guys.
kanan hai.
Danny comes in, he's
Okay.
going for the good cut throat.
Oh.
Got thrown down by the Kalea. He got a little bit of CC
Hazay ho
onto
jikin
her.
kana da knock to
What's
bazin.
happening? I mean, Irithel, not the Irithel, it's actually the Lapu.
Esmeralda?
no,
Esmeralda against
Monday
Lapu.
ni ma'am thabak chana ro draw guys.
Lapu
Yep.
Lapu against Esmeralda.
Okay, but a good positioning. Is
yeah,
Lom Lom
I
Mai aware of that? I don't think so, right? Might actually find an
No.
engage, but Dark is there. Okay, they actually go in, trying to steal away a camp.
Blade thaja
But
thame.
Lom Lom Mai actually uses up his retribution there. So
Castle
the turtle, though, is pretty much open for LAFU KABI here. Top lane, though. Misery against Kel. Not too much of a success, but this turtle should be pretty free despite being ahead in terms of kills. Yama Esports actually can see the turtle, but a previous fighter forced out and also stolen by Zozo with the IMU. So this just speaks that he wants to have the bravest fighter for himself. Interesting choice by top lane though. Fanny goes in.
Yeah, Fanny goes in there and comes back as well. Entropy being done. Not a single kill will be acquired onto the Leela at this moment. And this is the thing, I mean, Team LAFU KABI, they know that the game is not going so good with our hand. We need to hold up the game, and they're just starting the holding up at this moment.
Yep.
I mean, otherwise, if you have seen some other teams, they would have reluctantly would have gone for the battle. On there you go, Quad Shadow, retreat popped up as well. Entropy goes back there as well. AOG comes up. Kalea. Okay.
That's a
There
really
kay
good
bai no.
engage. However, the
Smart.
Purify really saving out
Rong
Misery.
kong gi
Had it
lagi
not
ngubane
been for the
goal
Purify,
len
Brusco would
paira
have
lera
found
me.
an engage, and Lafukabi, they could have found a shutdown on towards the goal lane, or another Abyssal arrow comes in, but not really connects. You can see the difference, right? Zozo was really aggressive in the early game with the pick, but okay, what? Yatoro wins a 1v1 solo kill for him. The Mountain Shocker definitely, makes it much more easier, but again, thing is, Ash, Vile, even though he has a Selena, is not really as active as Zozo was in the last game, right? He was 2-0-4, almost just around the 4th or 5th minute mark of the game. So this time is a very different 1-4-2 so far. The goal line just got taken down. Lom will pick up his purple. And with that, few seconds away from the Lord, so Lafukabi might just want to set up for another gank because Brusco's Tsunami Slam is already up, so they can actually kidnap somebody more. But again, good setup coming in. Ashborn wants to open up the map.
Of course, Dark right now giving a little bit of zone. Oh, there you go, Brusco with the Tsunami Slam, minding it out.
Yama squad nga sina ahan bane khangba duga do squad phura lera me. Yama se thane Misery hoy du ne. Misery hoy adagi nanas am pit kai level thane adu moi ne.
It's a Misery in a very, inch of HP. He's not gonna see a double for the Yotaru as well. Not Yotaru, it's Lom Mai as well.
Yama
Finds his way to the safer zone, and there is a free turtle coming out to the side of Yama Esports. 5-1 is the score. Still, Yama is having the upper hand.
Yeah, despite losing the first turtle, they made sure that the second one falls in their hand, and the aggression is again into the hands of Yama Esports. They get a very good tempo of the game back again in their hands, and with that, another Abyssal Arrow was going towards Kel, but does not really connect. Obviously, they get a bit of poke. But again, 5 minutes into the game, 1-4-5 into the favor of Yama Esports. 1k goal, nearly more than 1k goal lead. Things are really looking steady for Yama Esports. Not really that, game-changing kind of lead, but still, the more snowball this Fanny gets, the better, because he needs to get the scaling. Mounted Shocker already being used, won't have the stun. But in the last team fight, Dark did an absolutely phenomenal job. He got stuck with the Tsunami Slam, but despite that, he got a double kill in that team fight. So the sustain as well as the healing is really, difficult to actually counter without a proper burst damage, because Harith was in the top lane and Zozo does not deal so much damage. Yatoro still needs a bit of items, and Esmeralda is not a burst composed hero, but this Abyssal Traps, even if it's not really connecting, but those vision is going to be really important. But He takes down Yatoro.
Yeah, takes up Yatoro there. That's a solo.
But top lane though, Abyss TZ wants to actually defend this. Kel still trying to push, but it's a cross map play so far. You can see, right, Ash? So this might actually open up for another skirmish. It seems like teams are actually rotating, but the top lane is still the target for Lafukabi. They might actually just push it in, but not really towards any fight. But this is actually a very slow game. If you just think about it, they are getting the kills. They are actually maneuvering their way out, in and out. But they're not really fighting unnecessary. It's mostly before the turtles or some kind of pick-offs, right? And talking about the turtles' objective, the objective number 3, turtle number 3 is already up in about few seconds. And which team will actually get it is still the question, because both of them are not really backing out. Although the setup is more in the favor of team Lafukabi, Yama Esports are still yet to make it. The purple is not there for Fanny.
Of course, the third turtle is here, guys. Let's see, we'll be grabbing it up for their side. At this moment, we're gonna see the turtle dance coming out from the side of Yama Esports. They're having the upper hand at this point. Brusco zoning out perfectly at this moment. Oh, Abyssal Trap just connected with the arrow onto Brusco. Another Abyssal arrow comes in. AOG engages. Lom Mai goes in with the Tsunami Slam. Got shot down there as well. But the deep cutthroat comes in. There you go, Misery. He just goes in as well. It's Kel falls down with the Zozo as well. Entropy by Misery. Previous fighter comes in by Dark. There you go. Oh. Even though Aswan is the counter for the, Esmeralda is the counter for the Lapu, still Dark is having the upper hand in the game just because of the level gap, or you can say the goal gap.
Yep, and even though, Ashborn is not getting taken down very often, he's still not really able to contribute too much to this team fight, and the turtle actually converts into a Lord with the waiting time that we were down for. And so
Snowball.
far you can see that's going to be a free
Snowball
lot for YAMA Esports. Yes, they have
Môi
opened up
khôi
the
là
map
sắp
a lot
mà tôi đây
more,
này.
but with this lot push
Score
it's
ra
going to
khôi
be
là sắp
even
mà
much
tôi đây cầm tàu
more
đây.
lead for them, and 3k into their hands might just make them push in for a lot more objectives. But Yatoro needs to just be farming steadily because his team needs him. His team needs his damage. Yes, Kel does
Rồi
have
làm
a
nó
bit
phải
of
lâu hơn
damage
David.
right now, but he
Cái
needs
nó
the
tàu
holy
xếp
crystal. He
thằng
needs
nó
a bit
phải
of items,
lâu
but
gì làm được
so does Yatoro. These two members will be very crucial for LAFU KABI to actually go and win it out, because their front line, that's Brusco, is getting the lock on, but burst damage is not really enough. So once these members are online, I feel LAFU KABI will be very good.
Oh, easy! My goodness. Nice engage. I thought that they might go for the kill. In the meantime, Misery finds the tier onto the top side. A macro lead for the side of Team Yama Esports. They're going for the second as well onto the top. It's Misery in the late game. He'll be shining upon the whole LAFU KABI because he's got the Naftan there. They need to slow him down, otherwise the match will be just gone from the hand. In the way they finds the way for the lot, they defended it down, but the tier third onto the mid will be falling down because of the chunky minions going in. British Fighter comes out by Dark there. It's just the opening he's giving out for the side of Team Yama Esports at this moment.
Yep, it's just a bait that he wants LAFU KABI to actually take on, because the moment Brusco will go in with the Tsunami Slam will be a problem. Another Abyssal Arrow here, Flicker forced out from Brusco, but they're still going in.
And they'll be finding the tier as well. Zeman first popped up, mega kill for Mai. He got his hand on to Brusco, and he goes back as well. This is the Fanny, I mean, this is the Nerf Fanny, and he's going in, taking out the Kalea, coming back as well. Insane, I mean, isn't this his comfort or what?
I mean, he's just too good in the micro, I would say, for this hero. But again, he wants to go in, but does not really find an angle. Taking him down. Dark with the bravest fighter still is holding on to the rating slashes here. The Land Shaker might be there too, but again, another Abyssal Arrow completely misses out. The thing is, for Mai, he's really so super experienced on that Fanny. He might have just 4,000 to 5,000 games on the Fanny alone. So that kind of experience, that kind of matches really automatically, makes you use that Fanny really effectively, because it's not about whether the Fanny is nerfed, whether the Fanny is buffed. It's more about the user, how well they can actually use that hero in this current game. And at the same time, you just saw Misery picking up the Holy Crystal, something Kel really requires for the damage scaling, but it's actually gonna be Misery dealing even much more damage. And the Lord is just few seconds away here, Ash, and with this kind of lead, I think Yama Esports might just be able to burst down anyone, because 4k in their pockets, not really that big, but still enough to actually, out-sustain a lot of those team fight, because you can see the level disadvantage LAFU KABI are in already, and with this kind of push and no flicker available for almost 3 of their members, it's gonna be tough.
Of course, and look at the position of Mai. Oh, okay, he got zoned out there. Tsunami Slam comes up. He might get trapped down as well, but he goes back. Double being secured by Dark. And in the meantime, Viole finds a kill on to Kel. It's just the Brusco going back there, but will be trapped down and will be taken down by Misery. Spawn, the only member from the side of LAFU KABI sustaining at this point. The whole minion crew. It's a wave. Going on to the bot side. The last push is coming in for Yama Esports to get down that number 3rd mark. Esperelda goes in, will be taken out by the Entropy. Shinryu, Yama Esports taking on the Barton for number 3 position at NCC with the win against LAFU KABI. It's a victory for Yama with a 3-1. They will be clinging upon the series and will be taking on the number 3 position. And with this, NCC is over.
3-1 da. Akwai 3-1 da poba. Akwai
You just
3-1
saw
da
that smile
poba.
on his face.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, but again, a huge shout out to Yama Esports for doing
Okay
possible,
guys,
for doing what
ngasigidi
most people
loisalase.
believe they could not have done. I think a lot of people, they did not even think that Yama Esports will come in the top 4. Not only did they not come in top 4, they actually are the top 3 of the NCC. At the NCC National College Cup Season 1 sees Yama Esports taking the 3rd place with LAFU KABI being the fourth, of course,
Yeah, yeah.
automatically they makes that.
Adai
Makes
nga
them
ngasi lo
fourth,
sila ko
but
dres
what
ma
a
heng
game, you know, what a
thar ge ngasi ma
display
le
of
store ge
amazing skills,
tournament
amazing
probation
matchup,
hana bodo
and
to ne
more
adari
importantly,
ma
Ash,
good night heng
this
thingna
is the
se
level of MLBB we actually expect, and this is actually coming out from the college students. Expect if they get pro, if they actually get, you know,